It's open.
It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Let's go. Make no excuses now. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. Let's go. Your time is running out. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. It's not about what you've done, it's about what you doing. It's all about where you going, no matter where you been.
Debate the news. Are y'all ready? Let's go. Hey y'all, I need everybody to start pinging some of their friends and invite them in. I need everyone to ping your friends and invite them in. Let's go.
There is no better time. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. Let's go. Right now is where you shine. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. It's not about what you've done, it's about what you doing. It's all about where you going, no matter where you been. Let's go.
Debate the news. I got 18 shares. I need a whole lot more shares on that wall. And I also need y'all to ping y'all friends and invite them in. Barbara, get your peoples in here. Barbara, what's up?
Ooh, let's make it happen tonight. Let's make it happen. Ooh, let's make it happen tonight. Let's make it happen.
Let's go, y'all.
Let's go. Ooh, let's go. It's now or never. Oh, let's go. Tomorrow's good, tonight is better. Let's go.
Oh my goodness, I'm starting to love that.
It's about to go down.
How is everybody doing on this? I cannot believe it's already Thursday. This is crazy.
Turned up, bro. Let's go.
It is crazy. It is like this week just went by so damn fast. Luis, what's going on, bro? It's like I looked up, I thought it was Tuesday, then Jonathan was like, dude. So listen, I want to welcome everybody to Debate the News. I really appreciate y'all coming in and joining this conversation because it's going to get interesting today. There was a decision that was overturned the other day, and it looked like it has it looked like it's going to really affect many other things or possibly affect many other things. And we're going to talk about that today. But first, I'm going to ask y'all to ping some of y'all friends and invite them in. I got 28 shares on the wall. It looks a whole lot better when it has a 1 and a couple zeros at the end of it. Let's at least make it 5 figures, y'all. Put 100 up there. I need some shares on the wall, and I'm going to need y'all to ping some of your friends and invite them in. And if you're in the audience, I know you guys love that chat. You love that chat. I almost wish I could just cut that shit off for like 2 hours to force y'all to jump on this stage and have this conversation. I want all these people in the room that's in the audience to join in today and do something different. Join the conversation. Do what Bobby does. Do what Barbara does. Do what CB does. Do what Yvonne does. Engage in the conversation, everybody. I promise you, I will calm Jonathan Bing down. He will not bite you today. This is not about COVID, so you're safe. Mr. Jonathan Bing, are you in the building?
Yes, I am, Jerry. How are you doing today?
Man, you got the best hand, man. I'm trying to
I know,
deal
I know,
me
I
one.
know, I know, I know.
I knew you was gonna say I got to trap you next time. I got to figure out a way to trap you, but you're damn near untrappable. So, Jonathan, you said it. You called it. You told me about it. You argued it. You argued it with many people, and they didn't want to listen. And now it's multiple articles, and you were the first one to call it. I saw 0 articles in our production meeting. Now there's multiple articles out there or headlines saying other rights are at risk after this ruling. Do you want to speak on that, Jonathan? Because I know you were passionate the other day, and a lot of people didn't get it. They thought you was just like, being bingish. But you want to speak on that a little bit. You want to speak on that a little bit, Jonathan, about how this could affect other things.
Absolutely, guys. First of all, welcome to Debate the News. Today is Thursday, Dateline Thursday, May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo, guys, 2022. And yeah, we're talking about that ruling, that Supreme Court ruling. It is wow. Once it comes out, and should it remain the same, it sets the precedent that no other landmark ruling is safe. That means other basic rights are now on the table, such as gay marriage and a whole bunch of other little things that we now come to think of as normal. Like we thought abortion, the right to abortion was normal. So these things can be taken away from you depending on what parties and power. And frankly, I'll be honest with you, there's only one party that's looking to take away these rights. But they're now you're now there's no more. Hey, well that's safe, that's figured out. This is the law of the land. There's no such thing as law of the land anymore. All of it can now be reevaluated, given who's on the court and no longer touched. It's a dangerous precedent to set, and people they're playing the long game, but I remember, it's just going to change up eventually. So my thing is, I'm excited. I want to debate it because you're right. I'll post the article, Jerry. Let's post the article up there. It's multiple articles talking about the fact that these rights are now, everything is now on the table. Nothing's no longer sacred. So I'm going to pass it back to you.
All right, my brother, yeah, we'll go ahead and post that article. So this is interesting. I see C Rock just came in the building. Are you there, C Rock?
Yes, I'm here.
What do you think about this? And I see Bobby. Bobby, what do you guys think about this? I mean, do you guys see them actually? What's the possibility, or how probable is it, Bobby, that something is going to make a move, or they're going to try to jump into something that we're not expecting, and this kind of like lets them know, hey, you got a hall pass with this one, or because of this one.
Extremely high, and yeah, for sure, Bing called it out. And again, I don't want to kiss his ass, but like honestly, like it's funny because I think sometimes Bing he says some stuff, and because he's so fiery, people are like, yeah, whatever, he's just being emotional. But he like really listen to what he's saying because that is brilliant analysis. I just think that you don't go after a landmark abortion decision unless you're declaring war on every pillar of society. So that is race, that is gender, that is sexuality, that like anything across the board. And I think, I don't know, obviously, but I think the strategy is attack and specifically like liberal ideals. They're probably going to go after and try to overturn all the different landmark cases and all these different aspects, knowing that they're not going to be successful everywhere, but just to scare the shit out of everybody on the Democrat side. And to be honest, I think it's already working. Like when they went out, when the Roe versus Wade announcement came out the other day, literally a white gay friend of mine texted me being like, I am scared for my rights. And I was like, what? That was unsolicited because it's psychological warfare. I really do believe that's what they're doing.
Pretty deep. Anybody else want to jump in on this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. You know
Ho,
what?
ho, 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 ho.
Psychological
What the
warfare.
fuck? Yo, I
Psycholo.
thought I was on the
Go for.
queue.
Hey,
See,
y'all,
like I'm
Nah,
gonna
y'all,
joking.
y'all
I'm gonna
battle
pass
it
it to you,
out.
big dog.
Y'all battle it
Yeah.
out.
I'm gonna pass it to you, big dog. But
Nah, I'm messing with you.
psychological warfare is the core of any type of warfare. You know, where do we get off challenging somebody's rights to be what they want to be, live the way that they want to live, and see the world they want to see, all because of a party? Because a party doesn't believe it and they want to use it to the narrative, that becomes a bigger issue. We are in dangerous territory right now where a person has to live based on what is better for that person's party. Fuck these parties. People are people, man. They have the right to live the way they want to live. I am an advocate for the LGBTQ community. I'm an advocate for people who want to make a choice with their bodies. And I do not believe that any party should have the right to step in and make decisions on that. And I'll land it there.
Okay. Crip Rock. Okay, I mean, I'm sorry. C Rock.
Yeah. No, look, man, I really, first of all, I don't know how much control we actually have. I really don't know. I'm radically open-minded. You know, I grew up conservative, and you know, as I've grown, I just became more and more open-minded and try to understand what it's like to walk in someone else's shoes. And I don't think a lot of people do that, by the way, in this room. I think people need to start doing that and just consider other people what they go through, and even if it's you don't
Anybody's
agree
name?
with it.
Anybody's name in particular you want to call out?
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that right now because I don't think that's going to serve the purpose of my talk here. But I'll make this short. At the end of the day, even if it's not your reality, you don't agree with it. It might be the other person's reality, and you need to understand where they're coming from because they're thinking that you're crazy because you don't agree with them. So there's a I just looking at this whole thing. I don't understand why they're doing this right now without some kind of agenda because they have to have some reason behind it. And is there any legal basis that they're doing this on? I didn't read the draft, so I'm not like educated on that part. But I don't know, man. I mean, and one thing though I will say, Bobby, I think people need to not let their emotions be affected by these things and live their lives and try to take control of their lives the best they can. Because when you start letting other people control your mind, then you're in trouble. So this is C Rock. I'm done.
I wanted to bring something out, and because right now, there's a lot of states in the country are try to restrict abortions or try to make out of state felony or something. I want to make a little update. Like I'm really stunned about what's going on in Louisiana right now. If you guys notice about it, Jerry, Jonathan.
Well,
Tell us,
you made a
Major.
statement. It didn't sound like you asked a question. It sounded like you said a statement. But go ahead. Yeah, Tara said.
Yeah, you heard about what's going on in Louisiana.
Tell us. Tell us.
All right, there is a bill that is going to be in place of try to make abortion classified as murderer.
Okay. Yeah. We heard. You mean make it a felony?
Yes,
Okay. I think that's what it said. It's going to be a felony if you do it. Uh, in what state did you say?
Louisiana.
Okay. I know I heard about it in another state, but okay. So Louisiana. But go ahead. Continue on.
Yes, but like as what C Rock said, I think not just get C Rock said not to get a little bit emotional, but it's really emotional for a lot of people because of progress, how how the country has made, and then for a group of people that really try to bring their ideology onto us, like they really taking it to the next level, and the only thing we can stop them is just vote.
Hey, Demetrius, this is C Rock. Hey, so would you agree that you can only get emotional about something if you allow it and you agree to get emotional about it, subconsciously or consciously? Do you think that's true?
Well, depends on your experience.
Well, I disagree because let me tell you something. You're either two things. You're either the puppet or the puppeteer, and you get to choose. Every single person gets to choose in
You
regards
know
to your
what?
emotion, in regards to your emotions, and that
Absolutely,
is a
C Rock.
choice. And then people just sometimes give up that. They just give up that right. They give up that control,
You're
and I'm not doing
you're
that.
exactly
So,
right.
and
But
I'm going to
here's
encourage
I agree with you,
everybody
C
around me not to
Rock.
do that.
you know,
Right?
but here's
Wait,
the
wait,
here's
wait. Let Dimitri, just let Dimitri land real quick. Go
I,
ahead and
I
land.
I agree with you. You cannot let emotions get to you. I mean, it just one thing just came out of nowhere, and everybody's go flipped on it. I mean, to hear from that, this is one of the rarest moments that we get this draft from from Supreme Court. That never ever happened. True, we get everything coming from the White House, coming from Congress, coming from the judges and all that stuff. But Supreme Court, that's a whole nother level. And as I pointed out, like right now we're there's 6-3 majority. So unless there's like some kind of agenda or something, that things is going to get really things can be a little bit much more
So
than a
okay, I got
purple.
let me help
And
you out. Let me help you out. I got a question for C Rock. C Rock, I understand what you're saying, but can you understand what Demetrius is saying? Because maybe it's affect. What's your name? Dimitri? Is it
yes,
Demetrius or Demetria?
Demetrius.
Okay. It's affecting Demetria probably a little bit more. It's probably a little bit more close to home to Demetria than it probably is to you, C Rock. So maybe it's a challenge sometimes. But I'm with you, brother. With try to control it mentally. But maybe it's
Yeah.
a challenge
Yeah.
to Demetria because of it's a little bit more closer to
Oh yeah,
home.
without a doubt. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's not harder for some people. But at the end of the day, it's a choice, and no matter how hard it is, you have that choice. And I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna fall into that. And nobody knows how hard or how easy it is for me. Like nobody really does, right?
How,
So
how about this? If a law came out today and it said heterosexual couples are no longer allowed to get married as per law, how would you feel about that?
well, I know that when my emotions go up, my intelligence goes down. So I know right away that I'm not gonna let that happen. And then I'm gonna see what I
But
can do
you
about
don't
it.
think
If
that
there is
sometimes
anything that I
people
can do
have a
about it, but I'm
right
not
to,
gonna let my
you don't think
emotions.
sometimes people have a right to be emotional when human rights are
Whoa,
being
Bobby, I didn't say
repealed?
that. Bobby, I didn't say that nobody has the right to get emotional. I said you have a choice to get. If I say you have a choice to get emotional or not emotional, does that mean that your rights taken away?
Yeah, but okay, so here's the thing.
So
Look,
don't put words
and
in my
again, we're
mouth.
friends. I'm not
By the way,
putting,
I'm going to debate here with you, but I love you, man. But
no,
go
I
ahead.
love you too, but we're going to
Kumbaya,
debate. We're
kumbaya,
going to
Derek.
debate. And because I
Yeah,
love
go
you,
ahead, go ahead.
we're going to have a real debate, right?
Yeah,
So
but don't put words in my mouth, Bobby.
I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm asking you
Come up,
questions,
Cannon,
okay?
and smack the shit out of you.
I'm Jack too, bro.
Go
So
ahead,
don't
go
worry
ahead,
about it.
Get him.
go
No,
ahead,
but
man.
here's what I'm saying, right? It's like we wouldn't have political progress if people didn't get emotional, right? Because sometimes people do not have the same rights that other people have. This is the whole point of intersectionality, right? And if like, and I have to say, look, I think it's important to debate things, but when you have a lot of men debating women's issues and women aren't able to speak, it really does rub me the wrong way. Not that men can't have an opinion, but there is an experience of something and there's the sort of idea of something. And the thing about politics is they're not just about ideas because they're people's lives, right? And so people are invested emotionally because the outcome of those decisions affects their lives forever. So I just don't think it's fair to extricate emotions from politics.
Well, what I'm saying is if you allow your emotions to get in the way and cause you to do some things you shouldn't do, or keep you from doing something that you should do, or cause you stress that would hurt your body worse, then that's what I'm talking about, being aware of that. So many people, and you know what I'm talking about, and we hear it in these rooms all the time, people get so fired up and emotional over a Clubhouse room, not even about some of the topics sometimes, it's just people. And it's not good for you. It's not good all around, and your intelligence goes down. So I believe in politics. If there's even such a thing as kumbaya and utopian society, which I don't know that would ever be allowed, because because I think that there is a division on purpose. That's my opinion. But I think that if people's emotions stay down,
Divide and conquer.
intelligence,
Divide and conquer.
of course. But if emotions stay down, intelligence goes up, and more problems can be solved. I yield.
True
Why is
enough.
this
But
so?
at the end of the day, the problem with emotions is this, man. Emotions are a part of our DNA. It's a part of our makeup. We should not be afraid of what it brings. We just got to learn how to manage it correctly. And it's important for you to still have emotions and intelligence. Your intelligence only goes down because of the way that you choose to utilize your emotions. Emotions are a part of you. So at the end of the day, it's not good to say, hey, don't be emotional, because a person getting emotional like this or a person talking like this can make the same point, but the emphasis on those things lets a person know how important it is to that person. You talked about puppets and puppeteers. That's the same. That's the same difference. Because a few minutes ago you talked about us wearing other people's shoes. It's important for us to be able to do that. In order for you to be a good puppeteer, you need to know what it's like to be on strings. So we need to make sure that we're arguing this thing in a fair way, and it's balanced. It's important to get emotional. This thing right now, the decisions that's being made according to our government about people's rights, that's a problem. And we need to talk about it emotionally or unemotionally. But it definitely needs to be a conversation that needs to be had. I'll end it there.
But why is this a woman's issue? I just heard the gentleman say, when we're discussing, we shouldn't be discussing women issues, and you hear that a lot. But when it's one,
When did somebody say that? I must have missed
Me
it.
too.
someone just said it real quick, and then you just hear it a lot when
Did anybody else hear that
No,
today? I heard
no,
it
Yeah,
before.
that's not
no,
accurate.
Yeah,
Actually,
no, no.
no, that's not what I
Nobody
said. I
said that.
didn't say
somebody
men
just
should
said
not.
that. I
No,
promise
no,
you,
but there's
somebody just
nuance.
said
There's
that.
nuance. I did not say that men should not be
Yes.
discussing women's issues.
This
Okay.
is a woman's issue right now.
No, no,
This
I
is
know.
yes.
But
Bobby
I
didn't say
brought
that.
up abortion, but
But the
I
reason
said,
why,
hold
Wait,
on.
wait,
But
wait.
I said,
Let him land though, Bobby, because I just hijacked it from him. I
and
just
the
fair
reason
enough.
why I'm saying that because I do hear that a lot, not just in this room, but you just hear it a lot, about the whole abortion thing. And I'm like, yeah, but when women decide to have the baby, now it's a man's issue. I got you pregnant. This I think is both of our issue, rather, the whole abortion argument.
uh,
Fair enough.
Because
But the reason that is said is because politics is disproportionately dominated by men, right? And I promise you, these issues, right, when we are repealing abortion, right, are disproportionately being doled out by men and their perception. And I'm just saying, for example, I'm a big anti-racism activist in Canada, okay? And I remember there was a big controversy that I started because I was like, why are the heads of every single media company in Canada, the head of their diversity committees, those committees that were responsible for making more multicultural hires for all of their companies, every single one was run by somebody who was white. Okay. And so the effect of that was that they were apathetic. They did not experience things. They spoke about the issues in a sort of intellectual way and not in an experiential way. So the thing is, when you disproportionately remove women who are disproportionately affected by that legislation, when you remove them from the equation at a very high rate, of course it's going to come off the wrong way. Of course you're going to get an accurate analysis. Of course you're going to frankly piss people off because you're cutting people out who are affected the most.
yeah, that makes
damn,
sense.
sorry, Bobby. I was in the chat trying to have some
I'd
fun
like
back
to
there. My
jump
bad.
in.
Yeah, I identify. Look at the chat, Bobby. Go ahead, Yvonne.
I agree with Bobby, and what I think with the comment that Bobby had made, which I was to write down, and I forget it now, and I hope he'll back channel that to me, because a statement is like experiencing something is different, right? If you have somebody in your family who dies and somebody say, I know a friend who died, it's a different thing. If you have somebody who goes through a sickness or anything or any social issue, or somebody who got a brother or a family shot in one of these areas and so on, and to just watch it on TV or just to know about it, it's a different issue. And sometimes you need people to stand in the gap for the disadvantaged, right? And it's not just an emotion. There are some people who are genuinely interested in these human issues. And a lot of people are going through things, and they need people out there who are influential and others who can make a difference, or when they speak, people will hear them. Sometimes a small man speak and nobody hear them. They don't have enough money. They don't have enough influence. I'm always for the small man because I wasn't born with all the stuff that I have now. I was born rich. I grew up in the country, and I know it's difficult for people who don't have a voice to get their voices heard. So yes, we need those people out there to get emotional and talk about it, so that the little man can be successful, or can be heard. And I done speaking. Thank you.
I hear you. C-Rock, they're saying that they're not agreeing with you, brother, C-Rock. But I know what you mean, C-Rock. C-Rock is just saying that.
First of all,
Go ahead, C-Rock.
first of all, Jerry, everybody takes you literally a lot of times, and of course we have emotions, guys. Come on, you're not that stupid, so don't act like that stupid in the chat. What I'm talking about is somebody also mentioned in there, I believe it was Dr. Catherine, which said politicians work off of your emotions, marketers work off of your emotions. So you can choose to be controlled by your emotions, is what I'm saying, or you cannot. You can choose not to. That's your choice. That's what I'm saying.
And a
There's
lot of
such thing
people, a
as
lot of people vote based off of the emotions, and they don't really do
exactly.
it. They don't really do it. A lot of people get married based off of their emotions. They don't really do it like thinking about it a little deeper. C-Rock got a point. C-Rock got a
Jerry,
point. Yes, sir.
let me ask you a question. As a multiple championship winner, would you agree that faith and belief in oneself is also an emotion?
Yes.
Hmm,
Yes.
thank you.
Do we gotta let that breathe?
Oh, you gave him the wrong answer.
No, I didn't. I gave him the right answer.
No, he gave the right answer because
Yeah,
C
definitely.
Rock's point is when emotions go up, intelligence goes down. I would venture to say you cannot become a champion if your emotions are out of control. But if you lack emotion, I would say you also cannot become a champion.
Boom.
Did I never said not to have emotions or we don't have emotions. I said don't be controlled by your emotions.
He's talking about emotional
God
IQ,
damn. Are you guys thick headed or what? Jeez. God.
emotional. Let me help you out, C-Rock. Emotional IQ, emotional intelligence is what C-Rock is talking about, right, Barbara? Barbara's probably not by her phone right now.
I am by my
EQ.
phone and I'm listening to this conversation. And C-Rock,
Barbara
you
can't,
make a
Barbara
good
can't, Barbara can't talk though, because she would light that ass up in a minute with them emotions. Go ahead, Barbara.
listen, I think we all need to, control our emotions to some degree, but sometimes we just unhinge, and that's part of the human experience. We saw Will Smith unhinge. He had no control over his emotions. He lost his shit. So I think a lot of people would say, I would do things differently, but sometimes you just get triggered and you do things that aren't necessarily in alignment with your ethos and your character, but you lost your shit. That makes you human. But I think it's actually inhuman to say control your emotions at all times. I think that actually borders on personality disorders, that people that control their emotions to a higher level. I've met people like that, and they are the scariest people. And I think they're a high level of narcissism and
What,
manipulation with people that have a too much authority over their
why are
emotions.
you guys going all the way to the extreme? Like, I don't even understand like how you guys got this point. You know what I'm
You
talking about,
said
but
that
it
we're
seems
either
like
the
everybody
puppet or
wants
the
to
All
pick
right,
something
but
puppeteer.
apart
wait,
and then
can
So
take
we
it to extreme.
let's go in another direction, because I really want let's
Extreme?
stay on topic, because I agree.
Why, are you
Like,
gonna get emotional, Barb?
no, I'm not getting much, but trust me, I will. You all know how to trigger me. Mandate those vaccines again, and I'll go ahead and go cuckoo birds. But let's take this back to what this conversation is about, because personally, I want to throw this out. I believe that the media is manipulating every single person right now, including the people in this room, because you're all saying, I read this, I read that, and gay marriage and other rights are going to be threatened. This is all being written and put out there by media outlets that have a heavy persuasion in one trajectory. And there are midterm elections coming up. So I completely think all of this is propaganda. I think they're manipulating everyone. And this is what I love about Clubhouse and Debate the News, is that we can actually take a minute, take a beat and say, wait a second, who's putting out this information, and is this really true? Is gay marriage really on the chopping block, or is this the media outlets trying to rile everybody up? Because I think that as a society, I really do believe the needle has moved, and we collectively support gay marriages. I think there's fringe people in every part of society that will not, but I think it's fringe, and I don't think that they really move an election. But this kind of propaganda will change an election. What do you guys think? And
Barbara, can I respond? It's Tira.
oh, good Lord, let's go.
Okay, so have you read the decision,
Which
Barbara?
what decision on gay
The the
rights,
the
gay
uh,
marriage?
Supreme Court. No, no, no. The Roe v. Wade, the potential overruling of
You
Roe v.
know,
Wade.
I've
The
read
Hobbs.
some
Okay.
takeaways, but I have not read
Okay, so
no.
so it's
Okay,
very
well,
long, and it's like 98 pages with the, but I have read it. And here's the problem with I think with what you just said. Yes, I think there is some overblowing of it in some areas of the media. But what Alito did in this decision is say that anything that is any rights that are not enumerated in the Constitution can be stripped away in effect. Okay, he tried to say, but everything else is different because abortion is just different. But he gave the theoretical scaffolding for taking away other rights, and those rights include things that I think you'd be surprised about: right to contraception, right to be in an interracial relationship or marriage, gay marriage, obviously. So it's not as simple as that, because what has happened here is if this opinion is actually the final opinion, and I do want to stress that we haven't seen it yet, it might change. But basically, Judge Alito and the people following him are saying, unless it's there, or even worse, unless it was there in 17 whatever, we're not going to find it there anymore. And you can agree or disagree, but regardless, what you have to acknowledge is that this means that if people challenge statutes, and the next thing that will be challenged, by the way, are abortion pills or even contraceptives that people feel are, what's the word, abortifacient, the ones that might stop a fertilized egg from actually implanting. That'll be the next thing that can be challenged, and there are already people making plans to do that. So I think it is a slippery slope here, and I do think this opinion has given everyone pause, or should give most people pause, because it really does give a scaffolding that we don't really want to see. Thanks, Tira.
and Tira, I appreciate that interpretation of the documents that you read. And I will never read those documents because they're written to be complicated and only serve a small segment of the population to read. And I won't take the time to read them because I'll never be able to understand. But what I do understand is this is interpretation of a document that was written centuries ago. And I also understand that this is a federally issued law, or whatever we want to say, and it's going to go down to the states level. And I just think that you, along with everyone else, are taking liberties with the language to manipulate us to say that gay rights, gay marriage is a threat, and other things are a threat. And yes, I do believe that they're leaning in that direction, but I find it very suspect that the midterm elections are coming up. This information has been leaked out, and everyone is on high alert. So that's a lovely interpretation, and I do appreciate it, but I find it very suspect.
You do understand that this opinion is going to come out in 4 to 6 weeks regardless. That has always been the time frame. So that would always impact the midterm elections if, in fact, this is the type of opinion we get.
And
Okay?
again, you go
And
back
number
to an opinion and an interpretation, and people are taking liberties with this interpretation. And I do think wholeheartedly, as a society, we are being manipulated by the media, the opinions, quote unquote, by you, and the interpretation of what is going on. And from what I understand, that the Roe versus Wade, the way that it was written, is that there were some incongruencies in there that need to be addressed and can be tweaked, as far as I understand. And maybe they're looking at the number of weeks. I don't know, but I do know that we're taking very harsh stances on the interpretation, and we are heavily moving in the direction that is anti-Roe versus Wade, anti-gay marriage. And you just said it. You're like, this is an opinion. This is an interpretation. So, Tira, I'm so excited about everybody's opinion, but I really find all of this very suspect.
Okay, this is not just an opinion. What this is the Supreme Court making a judgment as to what rights are federal rights and in the Constitution. Now,
Agreed.
what's going to
Agreed.
happen, you're right, is that states are going to put in place their own laws. We already know that there are laws in place called trigger laws, which if Roe v. Wade is overruled, they will go into effect and they will ban abortion in various states. And the court is going to allow that to happen. That's what this opinion is, basically turning this back to the states. But let's take it one step further, because that would just be inequities and who gets abortions. And I think that's horrible myself, but that's basically we're going to take it back to people who have money and privilege can get abortions, others cannot. However, what some of the states are doing, and this is the real danger areas, they're saying if you're a citizen of our state, you can't even go to another state. We're going to say if you do that, you can't go to another state to get an abortion or to get contraception or whatever it is. Because if you do that, we will find you criminally liable if you're a citizen of our state. Now, the Supreme Court has never ruled on that type of, not in this particular context, but that could happen as well. And that's really scary because then one state is basically making the rules for citizens regardless of where they travel. Thanks.
What does that have to do with gay marriage?
Okay, I think I tried to say this is based upon the right to privacy. This decision, there's no law that allows for federal abortion. There basically was what Roe v. Wade was decided upon was the fact that under privacy you can have an abortion, and so it's in the Constitution. Gay marriage, to a certain extent, the Obergefell decision, which was the gay marriage decision, was also an unenumerated right. Does that make sense? In other words, it was the same sort of right. It's not in the Constitution that gay people have the right to marry. It's basically within the penumbra of some of these other rights. So that's what it has to do with it, okay?
I can
Thanks.
see where you're going, but I do find this very opinionated, and this is all subject to interpretation. So I think that it's fascinating, and you are making very strong points. But again, this is interpretation, and this is opinion on what is written. So I think this can go in many directions. So we have to be open minded, and we have to listen to what we are being told through the media and what we are reading. We have to dissect it and realize that people are throwing in their opinions, including Tira and her interpretation of this, and they're trying to sway the
Tira, now
election.
do it without the opinions and do it from like a conservative slant. Let's hear it. Come
What
on now.
this opinion
Wait,
says, no. What I'm telling you, what this opinion says is that there is no enumerated right to abortion in the Constitution. Hence, it is a state issue. Okay, full stop.
And is there anything wrong with that?
oh my God, Insecure Artist said Barb is as deep as her makeup. Hey, Insecure Artist, you want to come on the stage and unmic and say that?
Barb's gonna get
It's pretty
emotional.
bold to stand there and
Exactly.
Emotion
say,
level
Now
going
let
up.
me
Exactly.
just,
no
but
No,
Bob,
fuck
no
that. Let's get
baby,
emotional.
Insecure
Coward,
Artist.
okay,
come to the
let me
stage.
just take it
Yeah.
further.
Okay. But
However,
let me just say this. Hey, Tira,
yeah,
I want
sure.
to, I appreciate all this because I think it's of great value. But when we talked about the vaccination, you were pretty adamant about everybody getting the vaccine, protecting everybody. Now,
Actually,
is it still my body,
I
my
actually
choice?
said it's funny because I actually said in this stage that I thought that the vaccine mandates would not be upheld. I didn't give my opinion except on one particular topic where I sort of felt I said I feel more comfortable if medical professionals are vaccinated, and that was the one area I actually made said that I would be comfortable with that. I actually never advocated for mandates per se. You might not remember that. Our discussion was about the fight we had in the initial was about a completely different issue, right? I mean, it was,
Oh, our initial debate
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah. Let's
about
not
the
go there.
homes. So we go
But
way back. We
yeah,
go way
okay. But
back.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I'll take it the other way. If somebody was opposed to vaccine mandates, you should be opposed to this decision, which basically forces women to carry a pregnancy to term. It is the state making rules, and there are states that already have these laws in place. Texas has it in place. Missouri law will now be upheld, and there are many states which, if Roe goes away, a law that pre-existed Roe will go back into place. So this is not just, I'm not just making this stuff up. This is what will happen. We already have a divided country. We will now have even more divided states in terms of rights and laws. Is somebody's mic open? Sorry, I seem to hear something.
Tara,
Yeah.
even worse. There are laws that have the abortion laws, that not only that it bans abortions, but there are no exception when it comes to rape or incest.
That is correct. And in fact, the Louisiana law that was referenced has no such exception. Basically, what the mainly male legislators decided there was that that would be a double terrible thing to do, right? And so they ruled against it. It was even discussed and raised, okay? And there are many states that will have no exceptions. That is correct. So your 11-year-old daughter gets raped, 12-year-old daughter gets raped. She's in some states she will be forced to carry that baby to term. Thanks.
And just so I'm clear on my stance, I am my body, my choice. Like, don't tell me what to do with my uterus, and I won't tell you what to do with yours. So I don't want anybody thinking I'm anything other than pro-choice. Always have and will stand by my word that my body, my choice. Somebody just called me anti-vax in the back channels. You need to get it straight. That's
There,
actually
there, there,
defamation of character.
there's
Thank
a
you.
guy. There's a guy named Nick. I don't understand why Nick is going so in. Nick, you're in the chat as if though you're talking directly to Barbara. I mean, you come to the stage and say that stuff instead of just. It's so goofy when y'all do that. It's like, bro, you're talking to the wall, but you act like you're talking to Barbara. It's so weird. Anyway.
Are
He's a
we?
coward.
Is Nick and I getting along? I'm only reading halfway.
No, he's just
He's not.
he's all over you like you acting entitled, etc.
Small
But
balls, no
but
feet.
but it, it's
Jay,
kind of it's
here
kind of
we
annoying
go.
me. It's annoying me reading it when he should come to the stage and debate. That's what this room is about. But some people debate on the wall in the chat. It's so goofy. Matter of fact, I might cut that damn thing off for a few minutes just to make y'all have to come to the
Oh,
stage.
No,
Jerry, we
I
can
think it's a
take it.
sign of
Give
that
me a
very little
break.
balloons, small balls,
It's
small
it,
dick.
it's not about a break. It's not about a break, Dr. Catherine. Notice I didn't mention you. I saw
Well,
your chats,
people
but I didn't say
come for
anything
me,
about you.
and you aren't up there talking about
No, I'm
how,
here.
oh
I'm happy to
no,
be on stage. It's Nick here.
who's going after Barbara? Who's going after Barbara? Barbara will be fine.
But it's not about Barbara being fine, Dr. Catherine. All I'm saying is come to the stage and
He's
do
on
that.
stage, Jerry.
No, bro, I heard him. I'm about to get to him. Dr. Catherine, you know I want it. I want it. But I'm just saying it'll do a lot better if it goes like this. Watch, Dr. Catherine. Just watch this. Hey, brother, you on stage, Nick?
I am indeed. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so go ahead and have that conversation with Barbara that you was having against the wall. Go ahead, brother. See,
Yeah,
Dr. Catherine, watch how much better it is to have a conversation with the person instead of a wall. So don't talk to the wall, talk to Barbara. Go ahead, brother.
yeah. First of all, Barbara, I'm actually a fan of yours. I like your work. I like what you do on the Today Show and anything that I've seen you on. It's just hard to come into these rooms when you're talking about something that definitely, the subject of this room is gay marriage, other rights at risk after this Scotus ruling, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just really, really hard to listen to people having really strong opinions about something that doesn't affect them directly. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, but you're taking assumptions. I have so many members in my family that are gay and they're married, and I support them and love them. And I have their back more than anybody on this planet. I am just saying that the media is being very taking liberties with the interpretation of what is going on and putting gay marriage as a threat. And I think a lot of people like myself that are not pro Biden that vote a little bit more now. I didn't in the past, but I've moved a little bit off the liberal agenda due to the situation that has happened the last couple of years. And I think they're just trying to get more and more people. Like, if I think gay marriage is at risk and my family members are going to lose the ability to be married to the people that they love, then I'm going to vote against the party that I support. I'm going to go with the parties that are going to support gay marriage. So Nick, you actually have it wrong. I'm trying to say one thing and one thing only. We have to stay awake and realize that the information that we are dissecting is being carefully propagated to us, carefully curated so that we read it with a certain bias and a certain interpretation. So Nick, you're wrong. I support gay
Now,
marriage 110%. Love is love.
now watch this,
Okay,
Dr.
great.
Catherine.
And
Wait 1 second,
By
Dr.
the way,
Catherine.
Jerry,
What's up? What's up, Grant?
she probably don't care one way or the other.
no, but then, Barbara,
Watch this, Dr. Catherine.
can I just
Wait.
like
Let
to
me just say,
respond to Barbara?
brother. You can, brother. But Dr. Catherine, see, you just learned something, Dr. Catherine. It's a whole lot better for somebody to have a conversation with that person. Now it could go the way it's going, a two-way conversation instead of him just yelling all this stuff about Barbara in the chat. See how good this
Jerry,
is.
why are you always attacking the doctors, man?
Because I love Dr. Catherine. Go ahead, Nick.
No, but so it's interesting because your argument and like you work in the media, and I get it. I'm not loving anyone out there in politics right now. I used to be very liberal. I'm not happy at all with what Biden's doing. What I find problematic is that you want to say, oh, the media is like pumping all this stuff because there's this election stuff coming up. We should be outraged that the Supreme Court of the United States, these 9 people that we're supposed to hold in high esteem, that are given these jobs for the rest of their freaking living days, are pulling this shady bullshit behind our backs and making secret conversations about women's rights, a conversation that ended decades ago. It's disgusting and it's basic, and it's going to pull our country back into the dark ages. And I just don't want to argue with you about it. I don't want you to say that it's some kind of liberal agenda. We should be more concerned about the bullshit the Supreme Court is pulling at the moment. I'm done speaking.
Hey, and here's a crazy part. Those people that sided of ruling to overturn it, they have one thing in common. They lied to us.
About what, Demetrius?
They said it in their hearings that they said the Roe versus Wade is the land of the law. Sorry, try to get everything together.
Okay. Is there anybody that disagrees with Brother Nick? Is anybody disagrees with Nick? Okay, everybody agrees with Nick? Okay, then we didn't totally
I didn't
agree.
really understand his point, to be honest.
You didn't understand it, Bobby? What didn't you understand about
I
it?
I didn't understand his thesis.
Okay. Nick, did you go to college?
I have 2 degrees. Yeah.
College has nothing to do with nothing.
No, because I didn't go to college. I wanted to make sure he knew what thesis mean. Go ahead, Nick.
Well, no, it's just
Go ahead, Nick.
like when we have so many more important fish to fry, so many important things going haywire in our country and our planet, why are we still talking about fucking gay marriage? Why are we talking about abortion rights? If you don't want to get an abortion,
Okay,
don't get an
Nick.
abortion.
Now Nick is speaking my language because
Now,
this
now
is
Nick
exactly
is
what we're
making
talking about.
sense now.
Now, 100%, we are getting distracted and manipulated so that we are not focused on the real things that are that are compromising the integrity of our country.
Which again
Okay.
goes back to our emotions. Like I said,
Okay, Rock, start with the emotions. Honestly, it's
thank you,
stupid.
Bobby.
Like, I have to say, no, it really is. It really is stupid. Like, if you don't like, that's like saying, oh, your daughter got raped. Like, why? Why are you
Dude, you're
getting
going to
emotional over that?
extreme
Like,
again, dude. I
people's
absolutely did not
lives,
say that if your daughter gets raped, you
people's
shouldn't get it fired
lives
up.
are
You're not going to
affected.
get fired up. I said, do not be controlled by your emotions.
Okay,
So
you're
stop taking it
derailing
to
the
the
argument.
extremes.
Let me address Nick here. So look, the reason that why are we talking about abortion? Oh, they've just overturned the biggest landmark decision affecting women's bodies in the history of legislation. There's other things to talk about. No, we can't not talk about it because these are the laws now. So people's lives are going to be affected. That's why we're discussing it. And what's terrifying is what is next. If you do not think that this is a precedent, you are not paying attention to contemporary politics, right? This is not just talking about abortion. Oh, we'll just go after abortion. No, for sure, there's an agenda of several different pillars, and you're going to see them start to attack each and every one. I promise you.
Well, and thank you. And Barbara, I didn't mean to be so offensive in the chat. And now we are all on the same page. I'm happy. But I do get triggered when I hear phrases like gay marriage being brought up. And here's the great irony. I'm a 50-year-old gay man who has no intention of ever getting married. I'm having a pretty fun time being single out there. But I will fight to the death for anyone's right to be married, whether they're gay or straight. And I'll fight to the death for any woman or anyone who can reproduce to have an abortion if they want. That's one of the beauties of living in a great democracy like the USA.
Well, Nick, I'm grateful our paths have crossed because we are actually more aligned than we are different. So thank you for coming up to the stage.
Totally. And I'll shut up.
Uh,
Lovely to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you.
See, love is love, baby. Love is love.
Thanks to
Jerry, what's up with this kumbaya shit, man? Come on, man.
What kumbaya?
Oh my God.
Hey man, I'm an air traffic controller, bro. I'm just over here. I got my lunch pail, my bologna sandwich. I'm just at work right now. Oh, you talking about because I'm Team Barbara?
Well, no, because it's debate the news, man. There's no kumbaya in this bitch.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
man, we want blood. We want blood now.
Okay.
Well, at least now what does Grant have to say?
Grant's observer right now. Grant. He's just checking his prey and seeing who's going to attack. So just give him a few minutes so he can get warmed up.
We call him Your Honor now. I think it's.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Oh, that was the most unfair trial ever. last night. That was unfair. Grant, I don't know how Grant even became a damn. No, he wasn't the judge. I don't know how he
Judge,
became a
jury, and
lawyer because he.
executioner.
Well, I think what's interesting about it is apparently Grant thinks it's okay to bribe and cheat, which I wouldn't have thought he would have because I thought he was a really successful, honest businessman. But hey, whatever.
That was a good one. That bribe part was a good
Oh,
one.
that's
Hey, that's being a smart businessman. If you can pay to play. Okay, anybody else want to jump in this conversation? What do y'all think about this? Gay marriage and other rights are at risk after that ruling. Do y'all think, well, like what Barbara's saying is just a big old distraction? Like, that's not necessarily true. I mean, you could say that, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's just giving us something else to talk about. What do y'all think, stage?
Hey, Jerry, this is
I
Carol.
think that's not true.
Let me go to that girl that said, or the lady that said, or I think you're a lady or a girl that said, hey, Jerry.
That was me. It's Caroline. How are you?
Caroline.
Hi. I
You're
definitely.
gender assuming, Jerry.
I'm gender. Okay, I apologize. Do you identify? Do you identify as a girl or a lady? Yes or no?
Oh,
Caroline,
I
do you
thought you
identify
said
as a
you was
girl?
a man. I'm a woman. Yes.
Okay, so you identify as a woman. So go ahead. I was on point. Go ahead.
That's okay. I definitely agree with Barbara. And if this is overturned, I know that we are going to see a domino effect for attempts to overrule other landmark rulings, that the federal constitutional protection of other rights is going to be next. And if this does happen, which it looks like it is going to, I do not think that it should be the right of individual states to make their own decisions. And then just to throw something else in there, today the press secretary, Jen Psaki, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, she was talking, she was asked about these rallies that are being planned outside of the judges' homes. And she just kind of was lackadaisical to me to say that she thinks that there should be 24/7 protection for these judges. This is really going to get out of hand. I rest.
There goes those emotions that C Rock was talking about. C Rock, it seemed like you on point, my brother.
Hey,
Emotions.
hey, the truth always comes out. You know that. Just
Yeah,
give it time.
exactly.
Just give it time.
Exactly. Anybody else want to jump in this conversation? So state there was a guy that jumped in. Go ahead, bro.
Well, I have a question or I guess a comment. Barbara referred a lot of times saying that this is an opinion. All of it saying this is opinion. But that's how laws are made. The laws are made and written based off the opinions of the people, as we spoke earlier in the previous chat about where laws and legislations come from. So if we are to take our eyes off of what's going on, and yet the news media might be gaslighting a lot of this, but there's still a whole lot of things to pay attention to, because whether we realize it or not, things are being said. And I feel like this leak wasn't a leak, it was a tester. They threw it out there on purpose. Nevertheless, although I'm not going to get an abortion, I have had a woman get an abortion once in my life, but we are still thinking about, even though I don't have a uterus or a womb to give birth, I wouldn't want someone to trample on my reproduction rights as a man. So if we start on that slippery slope to say that these are not something that we should do because the unborn fetus has rights too, there's a whole lot of other different things that you're gonna, have to take in account. And yes, gay marriages will be one, and it could go anywhere. I mean, look at the extreme of the other side of it. We could be now one day saying that you're supposed to drink bleach because that's how we got someone that far in the office to say that. I rest.
Let me say this,
He
man. And
lost.
I
He lost me with the bleach comment. You lost me with that one,
It was
brother.
just an extreme example.
Go.
Trump tried to say that or something.
Yeah, yeah. Go. Anybody else want to jump in? Was you trying to say something?
absolutely, yeah, he definitely lost me with the Clorox as well. But let me say this, man. I understand. I'm a person who believes a woman has the rights to her own body. Let me just go ahead and put that out there again. And I get it. Sometimes we need to have the harder talk. We need to talk about life and death. We need to talk about whose life is more valuable than the other. And I understand when life comes into, however we look at it. Okay, the fetus has a life and it's a person, things of that nature. But let me just put this in some of you folks' heart if it hasn't already entered. Being a foster kid, having to fight, to find my parents, having to fight to deal with acceptance and things of that nature, and being put through the system. After the child is born, we're treated like shit. We're treated like shit. All right, you're not getting this first class life. We don't have Jonathan Bean coming and adopting us and giving us that first class life. All right, we don't have Barbara Majewski's out there getting us. A few of us do, but not many of us. We're treated like dog shit. We're still reminded that we're rejected. We got to fight and try to get through all of that, and then we're just put together as a number. And then you're thrown out if nobody accepts you, or you get adopted to somebody who's either A, going to try to throw you into prostitution or have you selling drugs so they can make more money, taking that extra money so that they can, take care of their family. They don't care about you. They don't even help you find your family. Even after you get older, you got to go back to that damn place and ask them to request information. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to call the parents that gave you up and find out if they were willing to make contact with you. They don't give a fuck about us. So at the end of the day, I get it, but you're making a bad decision to bring a child into the world that's not going to be truly loved and have the experience they have from both of their parents. And I'll land it there.
So let me understand this. Would you rather not have life?
Yeah, hell yeah, I'd rather not have life. You know why? Because at the end of the day, you're taking a life away for the acceptance of somebody else having their life be miserable. If I know that I had a mom that was gonna have me and know that she wasn't able to take care of me the way that she needed to, or she was right to have me as that child, I would rather, if I had that power to tell my mom, go ahead and live your life. Go ahead and live your life. Get your life
So
back.
so
Get a
so
piece of that
so
back.
you understand. So you understand then you couldn't have the voice that you're having right now.
It sounds good, Grant. Man, I'm a twin brother, man. I
Right.
got a twin that I don't even know out there, man. I got family members, and I'm not
Yeah.
playing victim. But here's the thing, man. When I
But
think
I'm
about
saying
life,
all I'm
I
saying
hear
is
what you're saying at this current piece now,
because
man. But I'm
because dude, I wouldn't, you understand, I wouldn't hear your voice right now, and I wouldn't hear your opinion, and I wouldn't even be able to hear your position if you didn't have life. Like, you just, what you shared with me was so freaking impactful. I didn't know, like, when a kid's adopted, that they have it that hard and that bad. And if all these children were aborted, I wouldn't have been able today to hear that one viewpoint that you have.
Grant, Grant, time out,
You're in the
in the
Grant.
matrix,
matrix.
One second.
Grant.
Time out, Grant. You got to come back in about a couple seconds. Mr. Davy,
yes, sir.
did you land your plane,
No,
bro?
No, I mean I didn't, and I definitely respect Grant, man. I love you to death, brother. I really do, man. You've definitely helped me get out of a lot of holes, man. From books you read when my ex-wife first, was diagnosed with cancer, man. I picked up every book you wrote, man, and I went into a monstrous position into sales, man, and I was able to conquer that industry to the point where I was able to walk away from that industry and do what the hell I want to right now. I get it, but here's the problem, man. With the 1% that gets out and actually becomes something, there's many of those other people that I consider my brothers and sisters, and they don't, man. They don't. They suffer mentally. They suffer, man. These therapists don't even give a shit about us. We walk in these rooms and sit down on their fucking couches and their chairs, and they're just clocking us. They're talking to us and they're giving us all this fucking advice. Control your no disrespect, C Rock. Control your emotions. These emotions help you move further in life. If you don't have emotions and you blah 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 and this and that, they don't give you anything to survive. So now you have somebody out here operating on planet Earth not having the same opportunity. They may look the same, they may feel the same, but inside they feel different. They don't feel accepted, and that is already death. There's no worse way of living than not feeling accepted and not really getting a chance to experience true life. Not all of us come out of that system and make it. It just so happened that I had something inside of me. I had a grind. I had a power. I had a warrior inside of me that pulled me out of that. I killed the old cliff, and I came back and I made myself something. But other people don't have that, and I landed there.
Okay, let that
Hey, Clifton, can I just
let. Go ahead, Barbara. Go ahead, Barbara.
Hey, first of all, I want to thank you for sharing that. I think you enlightened a lot of us, and I'm sorry for everything that you've been through. And what you have in common with me and Grant is that both Grant and I are twins. And I do hope you find your twin someday. But I applaud what you're saying, and it's going to sit with me tonight. And I just wanted to say that I appreciate you, and I appreciate that you're here to share the story. And I think you can impact a lot of people. So I just wanted to say that I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful our paths have crossed.
You know, I was gonna say they look similar.
Who, me and Grant? Grant and I are not twins with each other.
Oh, that's an important clarification, Barbara.
Wow, that was cute.
They take it literal, man. They take it literal.
That was that
I do
was
have a
that was
twin
so
brother,
cute.
but Grant also has a twin brother. So I don't know what that says about me.
Okay, so everybody, okay. So where do I go from here? Okay, so yeah, anybody else want to jump in this conversation?
Yes, it's the God. Peace.
What's up, God?
Peace. I think that when you say that this was basically stipulated 50 years ago, and we should all move on. I think you're either being uninformed or you're just being facetious because this has been an ongoing debate for these 50 years. There's been abortion clinics that have been burnt down, blown up. The actual person that was in the case changed her position several times. It's multiple cases that's been in the courts. I mean, this is an ongoing conversation, and if you're not involved in it, you can't just say that this is something that was already stipulated 50 years ago and we should just move on. Peace.
Okay, okay. Uh, that's a interesting. Anybody else want to jump into this conversation? Mr. Bing, are you back? Are you okay, my brother?
May I say something, please?
Yes, you may. Yes, you may. What's your name, bro? I mean,
My
what's your
name
name?
is my
May I
name
say
is
something, please?
What's
my
your
name
name?
is my name is Jay.
Jerry?
J. Jay.
Yes, sir.
It starts off with a good letter, so go ahead, Jay.
I think the problem is the system that's in place. You know, these judges have lifetime appointments, so I think they could basically do what they want, right? So these judges will be on the bench for the next 30, 40 years, and then they'll recycle and get another judges. So I don't think it's really a party issue. I think it's the fact of the system that's in place. That's just my opinion, Jerry. Thank you for the space.
If I show up in your room, it's most likely to expose you as a fraud, con man, or perpetuator of lies. Damn, bro, is that your mission on Clubhouse, Jay?
Absolutely. In the last 2 weeks, I've recovered $40,000.
You recovered $40,000?
Yes, sir.
Okay, by exposing people?
By actually recovering the money. Yeah, exposing people. I
Okay.
got 5,000. I got 5,000 back yesterday.
Okay. So you like the Clubhouse police?
No, I'm just a clubhouse looking out for the next person next to me. I try to be.
Okay. Okay. Guess. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So, welcome to Debate the News, everybody. I'm going to ask y'all once again to ping some of y'all friends and invite them in. Ping y'all friends and invite them in. We're going into the second segment of Debate the News. And if you haven't done so already, hit that little greenhouse at the top and follow the club. Follow Brother Bing. He's in the building. Follow Barbara Majeski and follow Brother Cardone. He is in the building also. Anybody else want to jump in? If so, state your name and the mic is yours. We're talking about gay marriage and other rights are at risk. How at risk do you guys really think it is? Is it because of this? Is it really highly likely that these other laws or what do you call them? Where you at, Jonathan? These other rulings will be challenged. What do you guys think?
Not
Somebody,
really.
anybody?
Not at risk, I don't think. Hey, Jerry, it's Micah. Thanks, man.
So this
Mike is
is
full of shit, Jerry.
this is just something for us.
Propaganda, man.
It's not
It's
propaganda, Jerry, because
it's
this stuff was.
propaganda by the narrative. I mean, the news across America is mostly, applauding anything on the left. I'd say it's propaganda. No one's coming down on gay marriage. I mean, come on, we have trans individuals. There's no way
That's right.
just being gay is
Facts.
going to be trampled on. There's no way.
Facts.
Yeah, who
So is that why the
they're
Broadway
gonna
jail Sir guns are
they're
going to be
it
paid for?
seems like they will get canceled if they try to come down on gay marriages. I don't see that happening.
Right,
I
right,
do not see that happening.
right. I
You
mean,
can't say nothing. You can't. I'm speaking about gay marriage. I don't know about other
Jerry,
stuff.
is anybody talking about the timing of this leak happening
Barbara did.
Monday? Happening Monday. The Fed drops rates, raised rates yesterday a half a point. By the way, John Leisure was in here saying last night that the market accepted that casually, and how the market rebounded yesterday. I said the market just had a little bounce back yesterday from it's a bit called a bear bounce, and today it's off. It went as low as 1,500 points, 5% on the Nasdaq. John Leisure was completely wrong yesterday about the market kind of shrugged this off. This is fodder. This is fodder for the administration to cover up the fact that we are in a recession. The average American family today is starting to suffer and will continue to be the burden of a lot of bad news and a terrible economy that is on its way to be delivered to a place where you live. And it's happening, folks. And the fact that this was leaked out Monday, notice we quit talking about Ukraine. Before that, we quit talking about COVID. They just keep moving the conversation to something that will distract you from what is happening to you and those you love.
You know, when you say that, Grant, I don't think people really grasp onto that. And it's funny you said bearish instead of bullish, but I get what you're saying though. But it's funny how people really don't think about that. If you really let that breathe for a second, timing, a leak. Okay, I can understand if it happens. What is it? It's supposed to happen like 2 months from now, 3 months, whatever the
Well,
time.
Four to six weeks.
Jerry, they leaked it Monday. Okay? And that night, the same afternoon, not even that night, there was signs up in cities. Guys, these things are made to happen. They are coordinated efforts to get you and me and our families to think and be concerned about one thing when we're not looking at the main thing.
Why?
What do you
Why
mean
is that?
sides
Wait
up
one
in
second.
cities? What does
What?
Grant mean? You mean people read this opinion, heard about it, and got upset, and that somehow that was
Yeah, and they
pre-planned?
had signs.
Really?
They had signs already made up the same afternoon to go out and protest.
Why
Fucking
don't you? Can you back
can't.
channel that to me? Can you back channel
Most
all your
people.
Oh my
information, which you
goodness!
got
Back
from?
channel
I would
everything.
really like. No, I'd like it because
You
I don't
always
think it's
want me to
true.
back channel. Yo, it is true. All you got to do is fucking look at Monday. Look at timing. You never talk about timing. You
Wait,
read.
wait, one second, everybody. One
Excuse
second.
me.
Go ahead, Grant.
Yeah, yeah, guys. How can you have? How can you have the average family? Many of us miss appointments we're trying to get to. We're having to pick up our kids. We're having to close up our offices. We're having to manage life on a daily basis, get to volleyball games, and then back to work the next day. How do all of a sudden across the country people show up with signs that are made protesting something that no one knew was even happening until Monday about noontime?
It just so happens it came out 2 days before the federal interest rates were raised a half a point, and the stock market tanked again. And here we are talking about this and not the economy tanking.
It's not just it's not just we talking about. The
Yeah,
entire world's talking about it.
and why aren't we talking about Ukraine and Russia the way we were so vehemently 2 weeks ago? Why? Because the American public does not support this war. The American public, left and the right, do not want to spend money. Now, the congressmen do on both sides, because this is where they steal. Okay, this is where they benefit. But the guy that lives in Arkansas, Wisconsin, the family that lives in the Carolinas, the people that live in New York City and DC, the average American family is not involved in politics. You're just trying to put dinner on the table for your families. You're trying to get a little security, a little peace, maybe take a vacation once a year. You don't want money spent in Ukraine. So we didn't support that. Prior to that, we quit supporting as a group of people this COVID nonsense. Even people that were vaccinated on the left, the Bill Maher's of the world, were saying enough of COVID. It's over. Let's quit talking about it. When one crisis ends, they create another one for you to be distracted so that you don't keep your mind on the main thing.
I want to go back to your point about
Thank
how
you, Grant.
signs were somehow indicative of
Signs,
pre-planning. Can
signs everywhere,
wait,
signs.
handwritten signs or even
Jerry,
printed signs? What the
Jerry,
fuck
give
are
me
you
that
talking
music,
about?
Jerry, give me that music. By the way,
Sunset, long
Tira
way for the
Diarrhea,
people.
why do you always want me to back channel you?
Because I don't. Well, you can put it up.
Is that some
Why
Freudian?
don't you
Is
put
that
it up
some
top?
is that some
Why do you always
Freudian?
talk
Is
about
that
my
some
underwear, Grant? What's the problem with you? Okay, listen. Why don't you post? Pin it up. Pin it up. Hey, okay. Grant,
She said put it on top.
pin it on the top. Pin it on the top. I'm sorry, I forgot that you
put
had the
it
right
on
to
the
pin.
top. Put it
Pin
on
it on the
top.
top, right? Whatever you're talking about. So
Tara,
show us these signs,
Tara,
because I'm looking at a lot of.
Tara, take a
No,
deep
no,
breath.
no.
Take a
I
deep
can't.
breath. No, I
I'm
gotta
looking
ask you.
at a lot of articles and they're hand printed signs. Like people
Oh my
can't do
goodness.
that in 7 hours. Give me a break.
Tara, let me ask you a question. What do you think there's any validity? I mean, just think about what he's saying though. The timing. Has this ever happened in history before? The way this was released right now, isn't it?
No, no.
Is it?
The Supreme Court release having a draft release never happened before. No.
Oh, so look with COVID. Just think about this for a second, Tara. Tara, just take that law out of you for a second. Take the Princeton out. Take all that out of you just for one moment.
And
Think
the
of
liberal bullshit.
one second. Think of COVID. Think of the war. Now think of what's going on with the administration. Think about the recession. Think about the interest rates. Then this leak. Is there anything kind of just like a little kind of? Oh, I kind of see what he's
Okay.
saying. Just Tara,
Jerry.
just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Jerry, let me just.
Jerry,
Oh,
I can't even plan a trip to the grocery store in 4 or 5 hours. How the
well,
hell
then
did
you are
tens
really
of
They want to be
thousands
strange
of
because
people?
comfortable like
many of
you.
us can, Grant. Maybe you just don't go to the
Okay,
grocery store a lot.
Exactly.
Jesus,
well, no,
this
because
out.
you don't, because Terry, you don't have anything else to do. Okay,
Grant.
I have a
Grant,
life.
are you really
A
telling
bus
people
Mo-
to
Grant,
do the
life.
this is
groceries
such
delivered?
bullshit, and you think you know it. Okay, so
Tara,
stop.
answer my
most
question though.
Okay, can I answer?
Yes,
So,
please.
Grant, let me tell you something,
how
Jerry.
many of
There
you
are
don't
lots.
even have time? How many of you don't even have time to
I guess I
plan when to
can't
clean your
answer.
house?
I can't
How
answer,
many
right?
of you got fucking dishes in your kitchen right now that you don't have time to even get in there and
Grant,
clean? That you're listening to Clubhouse while you're doing chores around the house because you don't have enough time? How did all these people the same day have time to make signs and then show up to protest?
Because there
Because
are
it's really
people who
important to
think
people
this
and it
is
takes 5 minutes
important.
to make a sign.
Jesus, it's a
Exactly, Tira.
handwritten sign. What are you talking about,
It
Tara,
Grant?
takes
answer the
5 minutes
question.
to make a
Tara, answer the
I'd
sign,
question.
love
man.
to, but I can't get a word in edgewise because
You're
Grant keeps
talking,
interrupting.
Tara. You're talking.
Okay, so listen, my view is a lot of things happen that might be related. For example, Ukraine and inflation, to me, there's a lot of there's a lot of potential relationship between what's happening with our economy and the Ukraine invasion, okay? What I keep going back to is if you know history, and I'm not sure, well, I don't think Grant does, but if Grant would have been sitting there in 1918 after the war ended, and then we had the Spanish flu, and he would have been going, it's not an accident. These two things happened in succession. They're trying to kill us. They're trying to kill us all. You think about this. Things do happen, okay? I'm not saying, I don't know who
Tara, let me build with you.
convinced,
Let me build with
yeah.
you for a second, Tara. You know, it's interesting you said that he would have said that if that would have happened. But what,
Tira,
Okay, Tara,
Tira.
whatever her name is, Tara, you know what Tara know I love her. You know I really care for you, Tara. But Tara, is it possible there's some truth in all of that though, Tara? Because it seems like you just have a set of lens that you just so straightforward with the way you look at things, Tara.
I think that there are many possibilities, but I do not, unlike Grant, subscribe wholesale to every conspiracy theory that comes down the pike. And Grant does. Grant loves conspiracy theories. He's constantly posting things about crazy conspiracy theories. Okay? So I think it's possible, sure, that somebody leaked this because they wanted to put pressure. Put
What
pressure.
conspiracy theory? What
I am not, you know
conspiracy?
what? You
Excuse
basically
me.
everything you're saying.
What
You've said things about the
what
vaccine. You said
what?
it was
Just give
intended to
me
kill
one.
millions of people.
Give
You said the
give me
vaccine would kill millions of people. You said that the
I,
other day. You said
give me
that the
one.
other day. I heard
Wait a
you.
minute.
I'm just saying
You
it.
that would you, what conspiracy have I
That is a
promoted in this
conspiracy
room
theory that
ever?
the vaccine was intended.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it's not true.
No,
It's
no,
just
it's.
a fucking.
I
You
didn't.
said it. Why did you say it
I
then?
did not. First of all, that is a prediction, not a
Based
conspiracy.
upon your view of all of this being a pandemic,
What
okay?
what what? No, what conspiracy?
You have
What
said that
conspiracy
COVID
have
was
I
made up
promoted in this
to,
room?
oh, Jesus. Well, you know what?
JFK is a conspiracy. Okay, that's the example of a conspiracy. Was JFK killed by the CIA? That's a
Tupac, don't
conspiracy.
forget
What?
Tupac and Biggie. Tupac and Biggie, right?
Tupac and Biggie. Yeah, what conspiracy theory have I promoted in any room on
You have
Clubhouse ever?
said,
Just one.
you have
Just one.
said that the pandemic was planned, correct? And you believe that, don't you?
Did I say it was planned? No, I didn't say it was planned.
I believe you've said that. You've certainly
You,
implied that
what?
many times. And
Implied
you've,
or
He
said.
did.
Implied
all
or
right.
No,
said.
I
And I
didn't say
also, and you've said, you
I
said,
said the labs. Excuse me. I'll tell you. Let me just
okay,
clarify. I said
sure.
the labs. I mean, do you think the labs were planned, or they just suddenly appeared there by fucking some angelic or
Which
demonic
labs are you talking
means?
about? The Ukrainian
People,
ones? Which ones? What are you
the
talking about?
labs. The Let's go to China. How about we go to Wuhan?
Okay, the Wuhan lab, the Wuhan Institute of
What now?
Virology has been
Now
there for
was the
many, many years.
excuse me.
Many
Now,
years.
did somebody build the Wuhan lab, or did it just appear out of nowhere?
Of course, it was built, but
No, it was built. It was built. Okay. Now the 5 to 20 labs, biolabs across Ukraine, were they built by men or women or people, or did they just show up there because of ants
actually, I think
and
some of them
hamsters?
existed, and the United States gave money to try and enhance
Did
their
did
security.
somebody build those fucking labs or not, Tara?
Originally, yes, but that could have been
Okay,
25 years
good.
ago. What are you
Okay,
talking
now
about? God.
that is a plan. That required a plan. They plan to build a bio lab. Okay,
Grant,
now
there's
where
labs in
you
every
might,
country doing research into viruses in every single
I
country,
agree with
including
you, bro.
Australia, where I'm from.
I
So it's
agree.
not a
What
conspiracy. I don't want to hear
I
conspiracy. Can we stay
that
on topic, please?
How about you
Fuck's
shut
sake.
the fuck up for a second, pal? Okay. So, yes, I agree with you. You and I agree completely. They were built. There's biolabs all over the planet. Okay. I didn't say it's a conspiracy. I said it's a plan to build a biolab. How they're misused on the public, by the way, Tira, just to support your little argument, I said that Putin woke up one day and said, I don't want 20 labs in my front yard. And I said, if I was Putin and I was in Russia and I ran that country and I found out that there was 20 biolabs over there after COVID has killed tens of millions of people, it would not make me comfortable. I would be
Ex-
pissed off about it.
except for
I'd
the
be like,
fact, Grant,
I'd want to shut those labs down. Now,
except for the
is there
fact
any
those labs were
possibility,
there for 15
in
years
addition,
before, and
in
Putin
addition to
knew
that,
about them.
Tira, is there any possibility out of the 26 labs that we're now discussing in just two countries that some of those could be misused by evil people?
There is always that possibility, but Grant,
Well,
I
thank
have
you.
to
And
say this.
by
No,
the
no, no,
way,
no, 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 no. Listen, listen.
Millions of people died because of COVID.
Yes, but you said the vaccine will kill millions of people. You said that. Millions
I
of
did not
people will
say that. I
die.
did not
You
say
said
that. I did
millions of
not say
people
that.
will die because of the vaccine. That's what you said.
I did not say that. I said I believe we will find out over the next 10 to 20 years that millions of people will be negatively impacted
No, you
because of the
said
results
die. You
of the
said
vaccine.
die.
No,
Okay,
I
listen,
did not.
I'm pretty sure you did. Okay, so listen, about the biolabs
Please.
in Ukraine, let me just point out something. These labs have been in
It's
place since
Ukraine.
at
It's
least
Ukraine,
2000,
not
sorry, in
Ukraine.
Ukraine. Sorry, the Ukraine. These labs have been in place since at least 2005. That's when the United States started the program. Putin has known
Now, what are
about them
we
for years.
doing?
In
What are
fact,
we doing? What the fuck is the United States?
Oh my
What the hell
God.
is the United States
Can
doing
I just,
starting?
can I
What
finish
is the
this?
hell?
Christian, yes.
What
Yeah,
in the
no, but
hell is the United States of
oh,
America doing starting fucking biolabs in Ukraine,
Good question.
in 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 Vladimir Putin's front yard? We can't even fucking get our schools right.
okay. In
Goddamn,
night,
what the hell are we doing over there? I'd like to know from the room, Jerry, how many of you knew that we were spending taxpayer dollars on funding bullshit biolabs in a fucking country we can't even find on a map?
And
How
Grant,
many?
add that and add Wuhan to that too. And it's a pattern on our part.
Exactly. And who likes knowing that your tax dollars aren't going to schools, your churches, your highways, your streets? No,
Grant,
not even clean
do
water.
you know
Not to
what
solve the
percentage?
poverty problems in America.
Grant,
No, what is
Grant,
your money going to? A
Grant.
bio
Oh,
lab,
do
20
you know
20
what
plus bio
percentage?
labs
Can
in
I?
Ukraine, as Tira calls it, the Ukraine.
Thank you for one mistake. If I were to make fun of you for every mispronunciation, we'd be here all night. So listen to me. It's true. Do
All
you know
night.
how much federal funding goes to schools? Do you know
Not
how much
enough.
Not
money?
Not
It's
enough.
about
enough.
Well,
right.
apparently,
That's
Tara,
seven
they're not.
percent. It's about 7%. So this concept that if we didn't spend it on this, we would be fixing our schools is sort of
It
nonsense.
ain't working.
Schools,
It ain't working.
schools are a state issue. If we want to fix our schools, and we should be fixing them at the state level first and then asking the federal government for additional funds if we
Well, why,
can't
the
do
point
it.
is, why isn't that happening then, Tara? Why isn't that
Because
happening?
states have chosen to base it on
Because they're spending money on wars and stuff
no,
like that,
no,
Tara.
because
Fucking
states are
sending
making
billions Grant, of
it's
billions
property
of
value
dollars.
I
taxes.
know
It
it's not
Billions of
I know it's not
dollars.
the only reason, but Grant has a good point. Some of that money could be allocated somewhere else, like to help the homeless in downtown LA and different parts all over the country. Tara, I mean, how much money was spent on this war so far? Does anybody know?
$45 billion.
Almost 40 billion.
45 billion.
Almost.
Almost 40 billion. You said 40 billion? Can you imagine what
Above the 33. I don't know
can
exactly
you
the number.
imagine what 40 states can do with you can you imagine what
Yeah,
40
that's
states can do with $1 billion?
nothing. The
No, a
defense
billion.
budget for the United States of America
Well,
every year is
now
almost a
let me tell you
trillion
this, Jerry.
dollars. $40 billion doesn't count.
They sending 8 billion in cash. Ukraine requesting 8 billion cash. Now let me ask you this: who the fuck gonna control the cash in a country where there's war going on? Who will control the money?
Switzerland, the
Yeah,
Swiss bank,
The
Zelensky's Swiss
government.
exactly.
bank,
Zelensky's Swiss bank because he's a fucking puppet put by the
and
left wing
they're
from
the
the
most
US.
corrupt government in Europe.
That's fact. You know,
Ukraine.
All right, let me do this, everybody. Let me do this. Somebody got a hot mic. I don't know if that's you, Grant, but it sounds like you either with your plane window down. You got to roll your plane window up. There you go. Let's open it up to some Tara, Tira. How do you pronounce your damn name?
It's Tira.
Tira. Okay,
But
you know
don't
what you
worry
need to do?
about it, Jerry. You know I don't care how you
You
what
need
you
to put an
say.
apostrophe over the I and move it and put an E, and I'll never get it wrong. Okay, that's how you.
Okay.
Mama spelled it wrong. Okay,
I'll
Tira.
mention that. Thanks.
Tira. Don't ever say I don't let you just had a mic. Okay. All right. So
Americans, it's like T-Rex.
T T Rex. Okay, that was cute. Okay, let's open the stage up to some newbies. I want to speak, or I want the people at the second part of the stage that is just sitting here listening to the show. How about y'all jump in? Beth, Anita, Cece, Thomas, Nadia. Some of you people want to jump in. Do y'all want to jump in, or we gonna keep it up top? Anybody else want to jump in? Hello, hello, motherfucker.
They
Hello.
scared, bro. They
Hello.
scared, man.
What's your name? Hello.
Hey, it's Dr. Zakia. I just wanted to talk about what Jonathan had mentioned and that what we talked about a little bit today about the ramifications that this is actually going to have on marginalized individuals. Yeah, as a former EO program manager for the Department of Defense, I use LexisNexis. I'm pretty sure Tara knows what that is. When I had to write
Tira.
some Tira, to write documents, and we had to use case law. So I wanted to ask her, what does she think
Uh oh.
immediately the ramifications are going to be when we're using tools like LexisNexis to utilize case law? Do you think there's going to be immediate effect because of what's going on?
We about to get into
Well,
this lawyer
no,
shit.
no, no. Okay, so the only way Lexis would show up initially would be that the cases would be overruled by this particular case, right? So you would see that, for example, Roe v. Wade is overruled by this decision, and probably I think Casey also is overruled by this decision. Anything else, if you do searches, you will probably see references to the language in these decisions as cases come up, right? I mean, I guess is that an answer for you?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay, I need some people to come to the stage right now. I got 9 hand raised. I need y'all to come to the stage because I really want to know that was a very good debate between Brother G and Lady T. That was a very good debate. But I want to know if there's anybody else in the audience that believes that the timing of this is very, very interesting. And it's kind of like, makes you say, Is there anybody else on the stage that thinks that way? If so, please state your name other than Bodie. Bodie, I know how you think.
Come on, Jerry.
Anybody
This
else
is
on the stage?
Crystal. Can I say something about the LexisNexis Westlaw search?
Oh my goodness, you just pivoted for my question.
No,
What's
I
your name?
had to let her know. This is Chris. You will
Boring.
see a red flag. If you know the green and red, yellow flags, you'll see a red flag.
Hmm.
So that would denote that the case has been overturned and it's bad law. I just
In
had
the
to
United
say,
States, do you get a flag
Thank
instead of a
you.
stop sign? In my country, we got like a red stop sign.
yeah.
Bro, what are you
Right, but that
talking
would only
about?
be for the case that was specifically overruled, not for
Right.
other,
So if
Okay,
Casey
and
yeah,
up
was,
and
yeah.
I'm sorry, if
okay,
Roe
okay,
v. Wade or
okay,
Casey, any of those
okay,
were
okay,
overturned.
okay, okay. We got you. Go back to my question. Is there anybody else that truly feels? And listen, everybody, y'all are saying this stuff in the chat. Just talk about it on a damn stage. I give Nick props because we called him out. He came to the stage and he debated with Barbara. So, is there anybody on this stage right now that agrees with Grant is saying that this is interesting, the timing,
I
and it's just
do.
like a distraction? What's your name? Other than you, Bodie, what's your name, miss?
It's Nadia.
Go ahead,
Hi
Nadia.
guys. So basically, I think that they are trying to distract us, and that is what they're doing with all this confusion. And it's been written before that they will confuse us. Do you see what I mean? It's just like they've just
Are
made us
you are
believe
you
like
under the covers or laying on top of the covers?
I'm laying on top of the covers. It's late here in the UK, you know.
Okay, you got your night? Okay, never mind. Okay, Nadia, go ahead. Go ahead. Just keep going. Never mind. My
So
apologies. Go ahead.
yeah, I just think they're just trying to confuse us with loads of stuff,
You said
basically.
loads of stuff. They're confusing us. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Nadia. Damn,
Okay.
Grant must be busy because normally he would jump in and be like, "Oh, he left the room." Oh, normally Grant would jump in and say something. Okay,
No, he's
so
here. He's here.
okay, he must be busy. Okay, so what do y'all think, everybody? What do y'all think about
I,
this? This is
Is it
interesting.
is it is it possible? Is it possible that there's some people that are just very hyper aware and they can see things from everything that's going on, and then when they bring it up, everyone else says, "Yeah, what? Right? Get the fuck out of
You
here,"
know,
because
it's
they're blinded.
Yeah, yeah,
I just
yeah. Is that C Rock? Yeah, C Rock. Notice how they always call it a conspiracy.
the-
You don't
I
know what you're talking about. Give me some proof. Okay, hey guys, look around, pay attention to what's going on in your life and your family's life. Okay, things are made to happen. They don't just happen. Bad stuff does not just happen without someone actually making it happen. Okay, and we're not talking about hurricanes and tornadoes here. We're talking about things that involve human beings making things happen. Elections, prices, inflation, bankruptcies, bank failures on Wall Street, war. How does war happen? And who benefits from these wars? And that's what I'm saying. This is not a conspiracy. These are historical facts.
Hey Grant, there's nobody on this stage. If anybody on the stage owns a business, let's say if it's a real big business, and if they can do a little something to make something go in their favor, there's not nobody on the stage that probably wouldn't do that little give it a little nudge. And that's exactly what I believe happens in the world.
I hope so. And like look at the number of things that have happened in the last 5 or 6 months. First of all, we pull out of Afghanistan, that debacle. Then we go into COVID. Was COVID before or after Afghanistan? Oh no,
It was
COVID
during war. It was during the war.
Before.
before.
Doing.
Yeah, Afghanistan. Yeah, it happened during, I think, right? COVID, Afghanistan. Then what happened? Ukraine. What else we got going on here? Oh, the vaccine. They
But
they played that card.
Grant, I think honestly that, and I'm a Democrat. I think the Democrats are scared that they're going to get fucked in the midterms, and they
They
needed
will be get
something.
fucked.
They needed something. What do you mean? They're going to lose a lot of seats, and that basically they needed to mobilize young people to vote because as a Democrat, I haven't been really exactly happy with our current president. So they're trying to figure out how can we get young people excited and out to vote so that they don't get screwed during the midterms. And so they're using this issue and this leak to mobilize. That's what I think. And I'm not a
Because it takes a
conspiracy
little time to
theorist.
Yeah,
mobilize.
yeah. Now, Tira, does he sound like a conspiracy
That
theorist?
that wasn't that wasn't he. Was that a he?
That was a
That's
he. That was
definitely a conspiracy.
Patrick.
That's
No, no,
definitely
no,
a
no, 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 no,
conspiracy
no, no.
theorist.
I think
Wait,
He's
that
definitely
wait.
one.
I
No,
think
the
he
person
didn't
that just shared.
say. Okay, what he said was they're using this leak to mobilize. I would agree with that. This leak has certainly energized the Democrats, and maybe the leak was done by a person siding with the Democrats. I don't think we know that yet because there are alternative theories about why the Republicans might have done this. But he's saying is the Democrats are using this leak. That's absolutely correct. Of course, I would too.
You've ever been
The
around a bunch of
Republicans are
So,
using the
so,
confused
leak as
so,
people?
well.
Tira, you just completely supported my entire
No, you
argument.
said people they leaked it and they
Wait
had
a
the
minute. Wait a
signs
minute.
ready already. So that's a proof that they leaked it. That is
They
just
did not have
I,
garbage.
I,
signs ready,
I
Grant.
I didn't
You can get
say it was.
signs made in
I didn't
hours.
say it was proof, guys. I didn't say it was proof. By the way, I didn't make a statement. I asked a question.
You know how
I'm
they
like, how
do,
do you
You're
do
Grant.
that?
leading the witness, Grant.
Yo,
You're
You
leading the
guys, you ever
conversation.
get around a bunch of confused people and you're not confused, but then you start to feel confused? That's what they do to you. It's true, Jerry.
Hey,
It's true.
but you know what?
Who's they?
Confused people.
yeah.
They confused
He said
people.
who's
But
they?
what if
Show
the
me a
they,
result.
actually the just big headed that way?
He said who's
I
they?
always afraid that the
The
they.
question is, what are the Democrats doing different from the Republicans?
One second, guys. Do you notice that the Republicans, they're not even addressing the Roe v. Wade verdict? They're addressing
Exactly.
the the fact that it was leaked.
Deflecting.
And that is like a big pivot. And once the
Dog.
public realized, because Grant's talking about conspiracy, once the public
It,
realized what's
and
going
what?
on here, that they are making it about the leak. Okay,
Yeah,
not the fact that it's true, not the fact that it's true, the leak.
Yeah, what JV's not addressing right now is the fact of how many Democrats have come up here now. I think 3, and said they're not happy with their administration. This might be the time, Jerry, for a poll. I'd love to know how many people are going to vote for Joe Biden in 2024.
Let's
You
go,
you know,
Biden.
let
Democrats
Who's
can't
gonna
admit when they're
vote?
not happy. They're
Jonathan
Democrats
and
not
T-Rob
Trumpers.
probably.
wait, hold on. Let's do that. Let's do that. Hold on. I like that poll. I like that
I
poll.
mean, it's got it.
Okay,
What time is it,
Go,
Jerry? Is it
Jerry.
4:23 in California?
4:33 in
Oh,
California.
Jerry, it's poll time somewhere.
Okay, check this out, everybody. We are going to do a poll right now. I'm going to cut off hand raising right about now. And then we are going to ask the question, how many people in the audience is going to, or on stage, is going to vote for Joe Biden in 2024? Are y'all ready? Let's get this money
He'll probably
on
be
this
dead by then.
Cinco de Mayo. Yay, viva la Mexico!
What's this vote, Jerry? What's this vote? Yes? Yes to
Yes,
Joe
yes,
Biden.
yes to Joe Biden. If you're going to vote for Joe Biden, say yes right now.
Five,
Go.
Hell yeah.
4,
Suave.
3, 2, 1.
Vamos a Cinco de Mayo.
Let's go.
Oh, wow. How many we get? Like
What,
5?
60, 60, 66?
Six.
Joe Biden's not going to
No,
be the
like
candidate in
7. No,
2024.
7. 7,
Seven.
Grant. Not 60 something. 7.
Oh.
Okay, this is a
Okay.
ridiculous poll. We don't even know who
Who?
he's running
Yeah, he's not
against.
even
We
going to be
don't even know
running
if
in
he'll be
2024.
alive. Seriously, you
Okay, it
guys.
doesn't matter.
We're
We
just
won't do the
assuming if
second
he
half of the vote.
was.
It's only fair to everybody that we do the second half of the vote, right?
Okay. What's the second half, Grant?
You will not vote for Joe Biden in 2024,
If,
and you're
let's do this.
disappointed. And
If
you're
he runs,
disappointed in his leadership.
if Joe Biden run, you will not vote for him in 2024 and you're disappointed, like he said. Ready, everybody,
There
on
you go,
three.
sir.
On 3, 2, 1. If you will not vote for Joe Biden and you're disappointed with him, on
No
3,
matter
2,
the
1.
candidate.
Let's go. No, bro, go. We got this. If you will not vote for Joe Biden, put your hands up. Put your
I'm
hands
a
up.
Democrat
If you
and
will
I
not
am
vote,
disappointed by him.
if you will, oh shoot, it's going on and on. It's at 50 something and it's still going on.
Let's
Oh my
go.
goodness.
Down.
Okay, 5,
400.
4, 3,
Get your vote in. Get your
2,
vote in.
1,
Let's go,
0.
Brandon.
Okay, so it's at 50, it's at 53, 50 something. Okay, so
Yeah. So
I
that's
think
what Donald King. I mean
what,
Jonathan Bing doesn't want you to see.
what I you know what I want. I think a better vote would have been: are you voting Democrat in 2024? Or are you voting Republican in
Oh
well,
no,
Okay,
that's
2024?
well,
let's
hold
go.
on.
That's
true.
the better vote.
Trump.
No, no,
2024.
no, no. 1 second, everybody. 1 second. I like that, Jonathan Bing. Hold on, everybody. Somebody got a hot mic. Somebody got a hot mic. So the poll now. Are you pick one, Jonathan? Are
For
you voting?
Republican in 2024.
Okay, somebody got a
Somebody's
hot
got
mic.
an open mic.
Somebody got a hot mic. Help me out, guys. Somebody got to get to the
Sam's got
mic.
a hot mic.
I got him. I got him.
Okay, are you voting Republican in 2024? And we're going to open it up right now. If you're voting Republican in 2024, raise your hands right now if you're voting Republican. Let's go. Let's go. If you're voting Republican, you're going to turn this mother. If you are voting Republican, if you're voting Republican, raise your hand right
That's
now.
very conservative there.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so 40 something Grant. 40 something Grant. Are you cool with
If
that?
you're voting
Well,
other
yeah.
than
You know what's
Republican,
interesting? You know
no,
what's
no, hold
interesting,
on, wait. The
Jerry,
second
is
part
there's more
is
people. There's fewer people voting Republican that said they wouldn't vote for Biden. So that's an
hold
interesting
on. That's
stat.
why I'm doing this. So, are you voting other than Republican in 2024?
Okay, 1 second, 1 second. Jonathan Bing wants to know if you're voting
Oh, now he wants to add the
other.
independents now.
That's right.
See,
In
what a scammer.
2024, In 2024, I'll be voting for Justin Trudeau.
Now,
Ralph Nader.
Jerry, let's go. Are
Okay,
you
hold on a
voting
second.
other
No,
than Republican in
Ran for
2024? Raise
president.
your hand.
No,
if
the
you're
issue's
voting
about
other,
Democrats. The issue's not independence.
No, we're not
It's
talking about
about
independent.
Republican or
Grant,
Democrat, Jonathan.
Grant.
You just changed it up.
I
The
didn't change
point
it
I
up, Grant.
made was people are
Grant, I did not change it up,
Democrats are
Grant.
not happy.
Grant, I did
Democrats are
not
not
change it up,
happy.
Grant. I did
They're
not
not
change it up.
happy at all.
okay, are
Yeah,
you ready?
yeah, you did. No, you can only give people two choices. You can't give them
Yeah,
three.
that's what we
No,
were
we're not.
doing. No, we were
It's
giving.
a second
Okay,
chance choice. Are you voting other than, because I want this to be a referendum on Republicans. That's what I'm asking right now. I know what I'm looking for. Are you voting other than Republican?
okay.
And
If
for
you're voting other than Republican, raise your hand in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. If you're voting other than Republican, raise your hand. Viva la Mexico! If you're voting other than Republican, raise your hand. Okay, so we're at 31, and that's the way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Jonathan, you got 31, bro. You got 31. You cool with that?
I'm cool with anything.
It would have been half that if he wouldn't have changed it.
Okay. Okay. So we can make the adjustment. Okay, so it's interesting. It is what it is. Shit, how about this poll? How about this poll? Let me do this. I want to see this poll real quick. How many of y'all are so freaking fed up that you are not even going to vote? Raise your hand right now. How many of you are so fed up that you're not even going to vote right now? I want to see if there's people that's not going to vote. How many of y'all are fed up that you're not going to vote? Raise your hand. Only one person? The one? Only one person that's not going to vote?
Good. Y'all
Oh
got to
no,
vote.
11, 12. Okay. Okay. We got a couple Jerry. We got a couple people in the building. 13. All right. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, so there you have it, Mr. Bing. That's the poll, my brother. So if this is this an indication of America, then you kind of know where we at, everybody. So yeah. Anybody else want to join in this conversation? If so, say your name. Say your name. Hey, you know what? This
Jerry,
stage,
Jerry, can I
this
say
stage,
something?
I gotta say something before you say something.
Okay.
You guys in this room today, I am so disappointed. You guys are like a bunch of mice, whatever you want to call it, mices.
Meese.
Y'all are so damn quiet. Y'all come to the stage just to sit here and look cute. How about y'all start joining the conversation? You know, if it's too boring for you, throw something in there to debate about. You guys have the green light to debate.
Bro,
All
Jerry,
right.
it sounded like you did this morning when we were on this morning.
Well, that's because Jerry went to bed at 1 a.m., but I had an obligation to wake up and do a room at 6 a.m., so I woke up at 5:45, and I still showed
Yep,
up.
you did. No, you were
Jerry,
That
saying
part.
that we. No,
Jerry,
you were saying we weren't participating this morning. But I'm here for it. I'm voting Trump if he runs. I'm done.
okay, hey, Jerry.
Jerry, I want to talk about the
How did you vote?
conspiracy
How did you
theory.
vote last time? To the lady that said that, how'd you vote last time?
Oh, I have voter's remorse, Grant. I only did it because I thought it would make a difference. This idiot Joe needs to go.
Wow.
or does your
Wow.
vote need to go? Which is it?
Hey, hey, 1 second, Jerry, because you guys are look. Jerry, I sent you a link, and you can put it up. The Republicans in Louisiana are advancing a bill right now to make abortion murder, not anything murder. And this is
It,
what we're
it is a
getting.
murder at
When
my
one
moment.
second,
They need to
bro.
holler at
One,
Yoshi.
1 second, because what's going on right now is that's how radical to the right. People are talking about liberals to the left. When people say, "Hey, your choice, your body, your choice," when it comes to this abortion, all right, but the conservatives are not only saying it's not your body or your choice, they're saying we would charge you with the highest crime other than treason in America for doing it. Okay, so that's what's happening right now. Those are the people that you guys are saying you're going to vote for. Those are the people that are coming for your basic rights. Those are the people that's going to talk about gay marriage because they're going to try to get, I guess, marriage defined as a man and a woman.
That's not
They're
true.
going. Those are the people that's doing all fighting for all these different things. That's who they are. The
Jonathan,
Republicans.
gay,
They
Jonathan,
promise.
what's the
support for
No,
the
no,
difference
wait,
gay
between
wait, hold
rights.
murdering a
on. See, I'm
baby
almost
in the
done.
womb or
Oh,
outside?
wait, Uncle G.
What's the
Since
difference?
since Roe came out in '73, every election cycle they promised to overturn it. Okay, they have overturned it. Where is the massive celebration, okay, for doing that? They're not having a massive celebration. They're ducking and hiding and running from it because they know that's not what America wants. And they're trying to spin it and blame it on the party, the Dems, that had nothing to do with it.
Jonathan,
So
And their base
that
is
tells
gonna
you
let them.
where we are
Yeah,
with this.
what you talking
Jonathan,
about?
that's not true. Trump
That's
supported the gay
conspiracy
rights,
theory
by
when
the
you're
way.
That is 100% true. Guess what? When Obamacare passed, guess what? No, when Obamacare passed, there was a big celebration. The liberals did it. Okay, they did it. Okay, because they knew it was right for the people. This thing right now, finally, since 1973, they've been fighting it since 73, 50 years ago. They finally got it done, and now they're quiet as church mice. They're quiet as church mice. Why? If what they were doing was right for the people and they accomplished their goal, how come there's not fireworks going off in every goddamn city? How come they're not the whole press conference saying we did it, patting each other on the back, saying, "Oh my God, we did it. We say we did what we were supposed to do, what was right for America." That's what would be happening right now if they did something that they knew was
Say
right.
that
They
But they're
know
again.
it's
not done
wrong,
yet.
so
They're
they're
not done
hiding.
yet.
But,
Let
but
me jump
Jonathan, you
in
think the
real quick.
Democratic Party
Is
does
that
that
your
what is right
theory,
for the people?
Jonathan? Is that your conspiracy theory, Jonathan?
Uh-oh.
First and foremost, that's not a
Ding, ding,
conspiracy
ding.
theory.
Conspiracy.
That's facts, okay? That's fact. So who's out on the street
What's the
protesting right
fact?
now?
What's
The
the fact?
liberals.
What's the
They're
fact?
protesting. 1 second,
What?
hold on. We know how to party. When Obamacare got passed, when the Affordable Care Act got passed, people celebrated. They were happy. Everyone celebrated. They went back and they were happy about it. This, they promised to do it in every goddamn platform they've ever had since 73, overturn abortion or Roe versus Wade. This should be a massive fucking celebration right now. And it's not. Right now, they're saying who leaked it, why they leaked it. Grant up here talking about something, oh, they leaked it because they knew this and they're trying to distract. They're the same shit that Grant is saying to you guys is what they're saying. Oh, they leaked it. Why are you guys talking about the leak? You shouldn't give a fuck about the leak. All you should care about is that it was
Because that's
done.
important. That's
No, it's not
important. That's
important. It is
important.
not important
That's
because
Bro,
guess
that's where
what?
you're
important.
wrong,
Yeah,
bro.
No, one second.
that's
If the
very
Wrong.
leak,
important.
wait,
That's
That's
not
if the
very
leak
important.
wasn't
important.
That's
done,
He's
bullshit.
hey,
right.
Jerry, can you
Very
meet these people
important.
out? All right. If that
And
leak wasn't done through theft, okay, or hacking, it's not a crime. So it doesn't fucking matter who leaked it. So it doesn't matter. What matter is the Chief Justice Robert
So if it
confirmed that it was
doesn't matter,
correct and that it was a
why
real
does the
that
person that leaked
hey
it
Jerry, get her
come
off the
out and
stage
say
because
they
she don't know how
leaked
to
it?
shut the fuck up.
If
okay,
it
one second,
doesn't
miss,
matter,
miss,
Get
wait
her
one
off the
second. I
stage
got
because
it,
she
I
don't know how
got
to
it,
shut
I
the
got
fuck
it.
up.
question.
Miss,
Get her
one second.
off the stage.
Let me find her, bro. Just 1 second. I don't even know who that is, but whoever I don't know who it is. I really don't know.
Bianchi.
Okay.
Bianchi.
Hey,
Okay,
snitches get
yeah,
stitches.
Nuke can get her
Damn.
ass off because she don't know how to shut up. All I'm saying because she's gonna have, I haven't talked much, but all I'm saying to you is that guess what? This should be party central. They should be partying for weeks. They should be holding big rallies around every fucking in every major city, holding big rallies saying we did it. But yet they're running and hiding from it. That tells you who you're dealing with. I yield.
That was a good yield.
Yeah, Jonathan. There's no
Can we
party.
have some
There's no perfect
practical
party,
sense
They're
unfortunately.
here?
But
trying
it,
to deflect and say, "Oh, don't
It,
look at
it's
what
the
we did.
Supreme
Why are
Court
you
that's
talking
running and
about this?"
hiding and it being
So now
shady
it's
behind people's backs.
Okay. Okay, look, I see I got 1 second. I got 14 hand raises, right? So I'm gonna bring everybody up to the stage. I got 14 hand raises. I need some more people to join this conversation, okay? Because I'm not feeling the silence right about now.
But
Jerry,
Okay.
let
Jerry,
me jump
can I
in.
ask a quick question?
Right.
Go
Yo,
ahead,
Yeah,
brother.
wait. So
yeah.
what's going on here?
If they're gonna declare abortion murder, then jerking off should be declared murder as well. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my God.
Oh
What the
man.
hell?
Facts.
He
Am I
said jerking off should be.
am I wrong though?
Every
We're all
Am I
sperm.
guilty
wrong?
of
it's straight
homicide.
facts.
Hey,
You're very
everybody.
wrong.
We're
When you
talking
do an
about
abortion
cells
at
and we're
age
talking
one.
about killing
You mind
sperm.
if I
That's
add
the
something?
same shit, bro.
Okay, man. No, it's not the same shit. Then
So
you
you
kill
said
someone at
every
age
every
one,
sperm every
right?
sperm
It
counts?
doesn't
Something
matter
seed
who
is
leaked
ready
the
to burn.
information. Supreme Court, a bunch of liars who lied their way into their roles and then backtracking on something that was already decided decades ago. Doesn't matter who leaked the information. The Supreme Court is full of a bunch of fucking liars.
Hey, Jerry, can I add something?
All you got to do is jump in, miss. It's your show. Go.
Well, listen, hey, respectfully, I appreciate the left and the right. Okay. I happen to be on the right, but that doesn't mean the left is wrong. All I want to interject is this. I'm Melissa Munch from Austin, Texas, and Grant Cardone, I agree with you 150%. So I just want you to know that. But that's my opinion.
What I want to say is this: whatever comes down with the Supreme Court, it's still
I
left
agree
up
with
to every
everything she
state.
says so far.
With every state, we as the people have the right to vote. So just because the Supreme Court says, hey, this is not in our jurisdiction, we're going to hand it back to the states. So it's not that they're abolishing abortion, which I do believe in pro-life, and that's my opinion. But it goes back to the individual states. You have states like New York that allow them to deliver up to birth and kill them. Okay. That's inhumane. Okay. You have Hannity on Fox News saying the first trimester is when abortion should be legal. And after that, it's no longer legal. So listen, this is a heart thing. It's not a physical thing. So you tell me as a woman, and I have a 17-year-old son who came to see Grant Cardone at GrowthCon. And that boy, I've been a single mom since 2007. I have poured my life into him. And for the gentleman that spoke about growing up in foster, I am so sorry that your mother gave you up. Okay. I don't know how any mom can give any child up. But listen, I say all that to say this: we all have rights in this country. Our voices will all be heard. So even if it comes down with the Supreme Court that they say, hey, we're pushing this back to the states, it doesn't mean abortion is abolished. And I just really want to convey that message. It is up to the citizens of each individual state to vote on what they deem as acceptable for abortion. And this is out of love. This is out of care for everyone on this call,
Right.
because we all have an opinion and every opinion matters.
Right.
And I respect you, whether you're on the left or the right.
Right.
I believe
Thank
in
you.
pro-life, okay?
Thank you.
But I'm not going to try to force my opinion on you. So I just say, let's come together as people. Let the Supreme Court give it back to the states,
That
and
didn't
then
work.
you go vote
I got to shoot
on
her out the
what
air.
you think
Keep going.
the right
Keep
thing
going.
is to do.
I got to shoot her out the air. Okay. Thank you, Melissa. What's your name, Melissa?
My name is Melissa Munch. That's
Melissa,
right. Austin,
that
Texas,
is a
honey.
very handsome young man standing next to you and that dog.
That, you know what? That is my son. He is my life. He is my Quan. I've been a single mom. His dad walked us out on us when he was 10 months old. My son's going to be on the PGA Tour someday,
Oh wow.
and that is his dream
You
and
know
his
the
aspiration.
biggest thing that I heard you say. There's kids at 17 years old. All they want to do is focus on Xbox and things like that. And you had your son at a growth con at 17 years old. Can you
Actually,
imagine?
he was 16 when we went to GrowthCon. He had a birthday after GrowthCon. But let me tell you what happened.
Oh,
I just want to share with everyone on this call. Let me tell
okay.
you what
Yeah, Jerry,
happened.
you
And I
fucked up,
and
man.
I
Jerry,
may
that's your fault. That's on
Man,
you.
Jerry,
listen,
Jerry
Okay.
shut up
listen,
No,
your
listen.
game,
but
Jerry.
Get it out.
No,
wait,
let me
Melissa,
Get it out.
listen.
Melissa. Let me tell you something.
Shoot her down.
Let me tell you why I said that though. I'm all joking aside. It wasn't just because you said GrowthCon. It was because I looked at your picture and I saw your son standing next to you, and you being a single mom, I respect you for that. And the way you pouring your heart into your son, period. The way you talk about him, I respect you for that. But can you take a helicopter ride instead of a plane ride right now? Can you just do a little short around the city?
Yeah, let me just tell you something, everyone. Listen, we all need to respect each other's opinions. I know we're scared because of the state of affairs right now, whether it's financial markets, the war, the abortion, what have you. We all need to care for each other. Everyone has an opinion, and I think we just need to come together as a country.
Thank you, Melissa.
Okay.
No, I
Thank you so
appreciate.
much for
Abortions should
But
be
you know what?
available.
Melissa's engaging in conversation. I like your energy, Melissa. Keep coming back to debate the news, and I'm gonna rock with
Jerry,
you. So
You
it's,
gotta
can
make
I
her a
say
moderator,
something
man.
too while
I
you're
was
rocking
thinking,
with
the
Jerry?
same thing. Melissa,
Can I?
Melissa,
Come on, man.
Melissa,
yes,
where are you?
Jerry.
Grant just said that you got to become a moderator, but you got to do something first before you become a moderator.
And what's that, Jerry?
You got to click on Jonathan Bing's profile and my profile, and you got to follow us. You got
Hold on, let me drop that down, my friend.
you got 15 seconds, 10
Okay.
seconds, 5
Okay.
seconds,
Listen. Okay, give
3
it to me,
seconds.
babe. Give it to me,
No, you
babe.
got to follow
Jonathan.
us on. Okay, I'm gonna moderate you. Just follow us, okay?
Jerry, can I
She
say
will.
Boom.
She
something?
will.
I know you're moderated. You're moderated.
She
Jonathan and
wants you to
Jerry,
give it to
right?
her,
Can
Jerry.
I?
Jonathan and Jerry. That means the top left and the guy next to me in the suit.
Okay, you
The
got it,
guy in the
Miss. I'll
middle,
follow you.
the ugly
Thank
guy in the middle.
thank you,
Okay,
Melissa.
and I'm already following Grant. So,
We know you following Grant. We already know that. Grant got all the
hey,
ladies
let me
following.
tell you something.
Oh my
I encourage
goodness.
everyone.
Oh my
My son, we
Jesus
were
Get it
going
out,
Christ.
when we were
Melissa.
what?
going back from Miami to Austin, and you know what my
Let me
son
tell you
said?
something.
Mom, I don't want to be good. I want to be great. I want to help people. I want to pursue excellence. I want to know the compound effect of money. And I tell you what, if we have more education and literacy of money and finances and dreams and goals, I promise you, this is a heart matter. This is not anything else than just helping each other come together as a community, whether you're on the left or
Right.
right. I just
I
want to share that.
thank you, Melissa.
Melissa, send me your son's email or your email in the back channels. I'm gonna send your son a video,
Okay,
That's
that's awesome, Grant, but I
a
awesome.
don't know how to
personal
get to the
message.
back channel.
Can, can
Child porn.
Okay, Cherry knows all about the back channel.
You're so
So
cute.
can I
Hi,
say
cute.
send me
Okay.
an email. Send me an email to Annie at grantcardone.com.
Okay, thank you so much,
can
Grant.
I say
Thank you, Melissa. And yet you can't land somebody that's speaking like that. When they're speaking like she was speaking, you don't land that. Okay? Now,
I
let's see who
am
else. Okay, Miss, I hear you, Miss. What's your name, Miss? Y'all see how nice I'm being? Grant said, Jerry, stop being mean. Y'all like the new Jerry? How nice I'm being?
you're very
I like
nice
them.
tonight, Jerry. This is Carolyn. I did
Wait. What do you mean tonight? So you saying I'm not always nice?
Nope.
you're,
Tonight.
you're nice.
You know
I
the
Not
original
always.
derivation,
I
Jerry, of the word nice, where it originally came from.
Uh oh, where?
uh
Do you know what it meant 700 years ago?
No.
Village idiot.
Oh wow.
I think
So I
and
guess I am in a
Let
village.
me ask you,
I guess I am
Jerry,
in a village
have
among
you ever been
idiots.
on a date, Jerry? Have you
Grant's
ever been
very
on a
nice.
date where the woman told you were really nice?
No.
You should.
oh Jerry, I think
You know what
you're
that means when a
nice.
woman says you're nice?
What does it mean?
I think
It
you're
means you
nice
going
every
home
night.
by yourself.
Oh, I like that. That's why I said no.
You're probably gonna commit murder based on what that other guy said.
Oh my
I think
goodness,
you're
Caroline.
good.
Caroline, I can't believe you said tonight. You know I'm always nice to you,
I know
Caroline.
that's what I was getting ready to say. I do. I think you're nice every night. I just think sometimes Grant kind of sends you those Bible messages that you tell us about, so he changes it just a little bit. But yes, you're very nice. But I did just want to say one thing to you, Melissa. You did mention that you don't see how anybody could give their baby up. I just wanted to say that that baby, for whatever reason, the mother didn't or couldn't keep that child. She chose life. She had that baby and she chose not to have an abortion. That's all.
Oh, good point, Melissa. Melissa. Oh, she's a moderator and don't know how to participate. Melissa.
No. I'm here. And you know what? You are absolutely 150% right. Um, and I didn't mean that in a derogatory way. You're 100% spot on. For those women that carry those children and deliver them and allow them to be adopted out, absolutely. There was a gentleman on the call earlier this evening that went through foster care, and really when I made that comment, it was for him because I could feel the hurt and the pain of not belonging. And but you're 100% right, whoever just spoke out. And I champion that, so I am absolutely not downplaying that whatsoever. um
Melissa, I could hear you at a big event speaking. You got that type of energy. You could be at a big event on stage with like 2,000, 3,000 people.
well, you know what,
Uh oh.
I'm writing a book and I'm going to see Sharon Lecter, and I'll let you know. But listen, I'm going to follow you and I'm going to be on, and you've given me the confidence and the courage, Jerry, to come on tonight. And
Yeah, Melissa.
Grant's given me the courage through Elena and Lisa Copeland, who's my BFF. But listen, we all have a story to tell, and we're not going to learn it on our own. We have to learn it from each other, our hurts, our pains, what we've gone
You can't
through.
tell the story if you get aborted though.
That is correct. That is correct. So, giving someone the chance of life, and just like the woman that came on before me, that's what it's all about, is a woman being willing to give that child life and to give it to a family that can. What I'm talking
Right,
about
right.
is for me personally,
But
I could never
Group
give up my
hug.
child, but that's just me
right.
personally.
Great. You know,
But
Melissa,
yeah,
you're a great mom. You know, I love the way you interjected, but let me just pass it around. We're gonna toss it around to a couple other people, and I'm gonna hand it right, but right, like you playing golf. I'm gonna put it over to you in a minute, okay? So,
okay, Jerry,
so
thanks.
let me put it to somebody else. Is there a lady or somebody else on the stage that does not have a green badge? I'm looking for people that's going to engage that does not have a green badge, so I can start giving you a green badge.
So Jerry, I think abortion should be available until about the age of 30. Like when your kid comes back after college and they never choose to get a job and like you're still like carrying all their shit and they don't like help you. Like when they're at their 29th birthday, like you should be able to pull the cord on that.
Kill your kid at 30 years old. What the is this guy talking about? That was cute.
Brutal.
That was cute, James.
Bless your
Okay,
heart.
you know, I can't wait
Hey,
to I can't wait
Jerry.
to upgrade my sound effects so I could have did that. Okay, so give me a couple more days.
But
Somebody,
Hey, Jerry, it's Elsa. I don't
what's
mean for
up?
you to
What's up?
speak, but
What's
I
up,
wanted to
Elsa?
say something. Hey, what's up?
She said that like I know her. I was like, hey, Jerry's
I
Elsa.
called
Like,
you.
okay,
Oh no, I just wanted you to hear my name so you know instead of saying hi, I want to talk. That's all. That's all. No, I want to add
go
something
ahead and
to
talk, Elsa.
Jonathan,
The mic
right?
is yours.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I wanted to
Why you don't follow Jonathan and myself?
I don't know
But
actually.
this is debate the news. We do some of the biggest, most powerful rooms on this app. These are two gentlemen you need to be following.
I feel
Jonathan,
like I know you from Million
that's right. Yes,
Yeah, okay.
I am Michael Jordan, and Nelson Apega is Kobe Bryant. Okay, don't y'all ever, if any of y'all ever disrespect freaking Nelson. Okay, he's the bomb because I taught him. Go
That's
ahead,
right. That's
Miss.
Never.
right.
I haven't seen Dr. Copeland in a while either. I remember Grant and Brian. I was so confused when I saw y'all in here because, like, yo, aren't these the same people from Million Marathon? But, anyways,
Yes.
I love this topic. And I wanted to add on to what something Jonathan said about the risk. I mean, basically, the topic of the room, right? How this ruling or draft ruling, anyways, is going to risk other rights. So, other fundamental rights, meaning rights that are implied in the Constitution, not explicitly expressed. So,
Oh
that's a real
shit.
thing.
She gets a green
That
badge. She's engaging. You get a green badge. You're engaging really good. Go ahead, Miss. Keep going. Keep going.
so that is a real thing, and I mean, I don't know why anyone would play ignorant that there isn't a broader intention, explicitly stated intention, of like looking interpreting the Constitution in a really like textualist way, right? Which basically means if it's not explicitly written in the Constitution, it's not a right. So think about those rights that are not, that apply to most everyone. Gay marriage is not the only right. Marriage itself is an implied right. It's based off of the privacy rights, right? You have some voting rights, not the right to vote itself, but how voting can be conducted, whether there should be any fines, there should be any tests, shit like that. There's also right to custody of your child. That's an implied right. So this is it
Arasına
opens a
sıkıştırayım
doors.
keşkül olsun.
Bro, that microphone needs work, my brother. You need to take that thing back to Radio Shack or whatever garage sale you bought it at.
Got that
Not Radio
T-Mobile.
Shack.
Oh, well, I don't know. You found it somewhere. I don't know. Go ahead, Scholar. I mean, Elsa.
I'll just end there. It does open the doors. Let's not play ignorant like it doesn't. Thanks.
Okay, appreciate you, Elsa, and welcome to Debate the News. Is there anybody else?
Jerry, can I say something? This is Tree. Hi.
Go ahead, Tree. I love it when the ladies jump in. Go ahead, Tree.
Hi, guys. I just wanted to wake everybody up about this. I don't know if you guys all remember, but before abortions were legal, people were still having them at an enormous rate.
Tell
And
us
a
more.
lot of women, and I know specifically in the South, were killing themselves because whether it's legal or not, guys, the history shows us women is going to have abortions. And so we need to look at that fact as well. Are we prepared to see young girls having abortions themselves? Are we prepared for that?
That's an interesting point.
Can I chime in, Jerry? This is Wendy.
Of course you can, Wendy. This is what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Wendy.
I always chime in when I'm in your rooms. Thank you. This morning was great. So you was a motivational speaker this morning. Thank you. But I want to add on to that because I'm through having children, but I do have a 20-year-old. I am prepared if they pass this law to help her finish college should she get pregnant. Thank God she's not there yet. So I don't know if I'm biased or I don't want to feel like I don't care, but it's not affecting my household. I know it's going to affect others, but should my daughter bring a baby home here, I am prepared to help her with that baby so that she can finish her life. That's all we
I would
ask.
hope so. I mean, I think that's what a good mom would do. I would hope you would.
Absolutely.
She's still your baby. She just had a baby. I
Adam
mean,
But
adam
what
dinleme
about your
değerini
oh
çıkarmıyor
my
grandkids?
mu?
goodness.
Because they're
Who's this
gonna
goofy
need your
dude?
future
Wait a second.
grandkids.
A good mom would do.
What's the matter with what was wrong with me saying a good mom would help support her
You
daughter?
left out
What's wrong
that
with saying that?
dad that y'all always talking about.
Okay, well, I was speaking about at this moment we're talking about moms. It's like we was talking about a car. We're talking about a car, not a house. We're talking about a mom right now. Thank you, Miss. Is
Hey
there any
Jerry, JL, can I chime in?
JL? Go ahead, JL.
My thing, yes, people were still having abortions at a high, alarming rates. But here's the thing: they're talking about banning abortions, but what they're not talking about is when somebody comes to us with an ectopic, sorry, I can't say properly in my accent,
Ectopic.
pregnancy. When they come to us with that, the solution is abortion. When they can't pass the fetus after it dies in utero, the what we have to do is go in and basically perform an abortion. You get what I'm saying? Then people are going to start flying to other countries. What about someone who has mental health issues who are just like, I just don't want this baby, but I can't have an abortion now, so I need to keep this baby. I think the whole point of someone, if someone wants to keep a baby, that's their right, right? If someone doesn't want to keep a baby, that's also their right. So it's just all of this is up in the air now. And another thing is before President Biden even put that out today, I was looking at it like that. Like, no, there's no underlying tone that says you can't touch these cases. But once they start being touched, then it really does start making you think what else
Sus
is
be
on the table.
ağzı seninle çok konuştu Mesut
What about the
yetenekli.
baby's right? What about the
Hey,
baby's right
boo,
to
boo,
live?
boo. Wait. Who's that guy that keeps jumping in like that? Somebody help me out? Who's that guy? Hey,
He
guy.
left.
DJ. His
He
name is
left.
DJ.
Okay. Let me know when he comes back so we can have a conversation,
For
please.
And
day.
then a baby, you're saying what about a baby's right? But let me tell you something. If something is going on with that mother and that baby, the first line of defense is to save that baby. I mean,
Is that my
Did the
mic?
audio go out?
Oh,
No,
that's what
what
Because I
happened?
was
I
I
didn't
thought.
hear
hearing
I thought.
it.
anything.
Yeah, I was like,
I thought
wait,
it was
what
me.
happened?
I
Say
thought it was
something.
me. I'm like, what's going on,
Nah, her audio went out.
Miss?
Hey Judy, how you doing, Judd?
I'll tell you in 50, I'll tell you in
Well,
15
let's give her an
seconds, bro.
opportunity to
What happened to the
finish.
lady though?
She's still there.
Miss?
sorry, did you
Yeah, go
guys hear
ahead.
me?
I think her audio went off.
Oh, I don't know what part did I lose? Did you guys lose me?
You said save that baby. You said
So
first
yeah,
line of defense.
the first line of defense is to save the mother. Sorry, it's to save the mother. And I know a lot of people don't agree, but that is the mother's body. So the mother has to say so until the baby is born. That's the way it's looked at in the medical system. I know everybody doesn't agree with all the parts that go into this, but as of right now, that's what it looks like it's going to change, right? But that is what happens.
Well, I mean, if the mother
She's
dies, doesn't the
correct.
baby die?
Well,
Correct.
but let the baby's home is the mother, so the health of the mother is that is inherently the life. So they are really one, and the health of the woman, that is really her, that's her, and so that has so much to do with her choice and
Oğlum bak benim
her
arkamdan konuşma.
her
Modsan modluğunu bir sikerim
who
ecdadın.
is
Ayıp.
this? What is it that
Hey,
you
What's
y'all,
up with
y'all.
this
Mr.
weirdo?
Hey, do a
Yeah,
screenshot of that guy when he does that. Come on, y'all.
His
It
name
was
is Sim.
Yep, he just left
One of the
again.
moderators when he do that, boot him out, moderators.
but yeah, this is really, you guys, between a doctor and a woman, and I understand it's really I want everyone to hear this, is that as doctors we are pro-life. Every time we talk to a woman about her decisions, We are choosing life. We are choosing that her life is preserved, that she is making the best choice for her health. And that is also for the life that she carries. And it's so important that we appreciate that this is a pro-life, an pro-life equals pro-choice. It is inherently the same thing, because if you can preserve a woman's health, her education, her access to prosperity, you are creating more health for your community, and you're creating more education for her future children. And that is really what creates more health for our future. So it's, I think, really important to allow and to preserve access to health. And we really shouldn't let the government get between a woman, a man, and their doctor. And I really think we should think about what's, sacred here. And conservatives are the first to tell you that the government should not be getting, in our taxes. They shouldn't have too much oversight in our business. And I think we should really keep health as sacred as possible too. Thank you.
All right. Thank you
So,
very much for
Catherine,
that.
I want
Wait,
to
wait,
jump
wait,
in.
wait, 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 wait a second. I need everybody to look at that link up top really, really quick. Just take a quick moment for this quick commercial break. Developing a spiritual money mindset. Oh, let me kind of do this a little different. Hold on a second. All right, let's make it a little more interesting. Okay, everybody, I need you to take a look at that link up top. This is going to be a 3-day seminar. It's a 3-day retreat for entrepreneurs, and the date of this event is going to be May 20th to the 22nd. It's going to be at the beautiful Gaylord Opryland Resort in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. There's going to be over a dozen professional speakers. In addition to that stellar lineup, they're going to have Eric Thomas, known as E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. They ranked him one of the top motivational speakers in the country right about now. They're going to cover subjects such as total debt elimination in 7 years, acquiring property with money, no money out of your pocket, building business and personal credit, creating passive income through things like STRs, which stands for short-term rentals. So once again, everybody, this is going to be held and hosted by founder and CEO of the Pill Method International, known as the interest cancellation expert, Don Daniel, aka Don the Ice Daniel. Jonathan Bing. Jonathan Bing sitting at the top right there next to me. He's going to be one of the speakers, along with many other speakers at this stellar event. Once again, take a look at the link up top. Developing a spiritual money mindset, May 20th to the 22nd. I'll leave the link up for a few minutes so you guys can check it out. It's going to be absolutely incredible. All right, and one more thing, everybody. If you haven't done so, look up at top. There's a greenhouse. It says Debate the News. Follow the club. Follow Mr. Jonathan Bing. And follow me. My name is Jerry. And my last name is Malcolm. Welcome to Debate the News. Anybody else want to jump in? If so, say your name, say your name.
This is
Hey,
Caroline,
Jerry. Oh,
and can I respond to Dr. Johnson?
Wait. What do you want to respond to it? I want to open the stage up a little bit though, but you can, was she talking to you when you said respond? Did she direct something to you? If not, I want to open the stage up a little bit. I want to open the stage up. Anybody else want to jump in?
Hey
hey, Jerry.
Jerry,
This is
it's
Trevor. Oh,
Let me go to a guy because I haven't heard a guy in about 20 talks. I was mixing up with
all
the
right.
ladies. Let me go to Trevor. Trevor, make it.
Make it count. I'll make it count. Okay. So here's where I'm at with all this. To be honest with you, with all of the abortion talk, it shouldn't be federally regulated. It should be regulated by the states and the localities so that they have the freedom to go with what the people want and where they can actually vote with. So people are asking about gay marriage. In all reality, for people that believe in the sanctity of marriage, you should not let the government dictate what your beliefs are and what you hold precious to you. So as far as gay marriage, I don't see it being affected by a bill that actually rolls back control of the state from federal to state local.
That makes no sense,
Yeah,
Trevor.
no,
Those are
sorry, I
two
gotta push back
completely
on that.
contradictory statements.
Like, let's imagine your right to reasonable bail was like decided at the state level. Let's imagine your right to a jury trial was decided at the state level. Like, you know what? Different states might have different views on the presumption of innocence or like who can legally be entitled to vote. Rights are rights, and the very basic idea of a right is that they apply equally to everyone and they can be enforced against the government. Taking something as fundamental as privacy, whether the government has any interest in passing a law about something that happens inside your body, and saying, well, reasonable people disagree, let the states decide. totally flies in the face of any understanding of modern conception of rights.
Okay, what do you have to say to that, Trevor?
So, but you're going based off of the premise that the judicial system is changing depending on where you live, when in all reality, our judicial system is written and made in a way to be entirely the same,
No.
regardless of where
Trevor,
you enter.
You got
you do
different
know that
criminal
some
law.
states already banned abortion a long time ago, and some states didn't, but they just, reinstated it because of that law. And they saying that once it kicks in, they're going to go right back to what they. So that would make that not true,
There are
Trevor.
Well, but
several
this is what I'm
areas.
saying is
Wait, let Trevor land. Go ahead, Trevor.
so. But this is what I'm saying though is you're treating everything as far as a judicial overthrow of everything when let the people vote and decide for their localities. It shouldn't be a federal issue. It should be a local state issue.
I wish it was like that with gun laws, Trevor. But
But gun laws are
I don't know where
that's in
to
the Second
begin,
Amendment though, and
Trevor,
that's written.
but right, exactly. So what you're, this is what I'm saying, what you're saying, it doesn't make any sense. Like, even if I agreed with you, it makes no sense what you're saying. You're, on the one hand, you're saying that abortion is not a right that's in the Constitution. Essentially, I'm drawing this connection for you. Therefore, it's a states' rights issue and should be determined on a state by state basis. Then, on the other hand, you're saying there's no threat to gay marriage because I don't fucking know, like, because that it's an inherent right in the Constitution, and therefore states can't, state law can't supersede what's in the Constitution. Well, gay marriage is not in the Constitution because you know why? Marriage is not in the Constitution. I don't understand what you're saying.
But
yes,
the whole upthrow about gay marriage was because conservatives were saying, "Oh my gosh, the sanctity of marriage," when in all reality, it's because of our spiritual beliefs that we hold marriage to be sanctive, and we're letting the government dictate. We're relying on the government to basically say what is right and what is wrong when we live in our own way of maybe we don't agree with a certain lifestyle, but that doesn't mean that the government should have a right to tell someone else who believes something different what to do.
So the government should have the right to tell someone whether to have a child or not, but they shouldn't be able to tell the person who they can marry. It's so inconsistent. I don't
No,
understand how it makes sense to you.
no. So, federally speaking, there shouldn't be a determination of what people want to do with their bodies. It should be up to the localities, the way people want to vote, and that there's a rollback of federal control. The whole point is it's already there's just more chains connected to the federal government. It should
Okay, so
be more
let me,
local.
Trevor, let me ask you this. Do you believe that there should be a federal law that protects same-sex marriage? Or do you think it should be rolled back to the states?
Trevor,
Yes,
can you
I
answer
would.
a question?
Yes, so I would say at that point, sure, you could leave it up to the localities as well. But what I'm saying is, federally speaking, overly
No,
broad,
no, no, no.
there
Hold
shouldn't
on.
be
No,
an
no. I'm
opinion
asking the
about it.
question for a reason. Hold on. Just stay with the state. The rollback question.
Sure.
Do you think that gay marriage, same-sex marriage, should be a right granted to every citizen of the United States, or do you think it should be rolled back for individual states to determine?
He answered it. He said states.
I don't think the government should regulate it at all.
He answered it.
Look,
The state government shouldn't?
no,
Both the state and the federal should? What are you saying?
yes, it shouldn't be regulated at all.
So people should be allowed to marry or should
Okay.
just do what they want? What are you saying? I don't
Yes,
understand that.
exactly. It's as
Yeah.
simple
I
as
think
that.
it's let it
People
go.
people should be able to marry whoever they want. Yes,
But you
absolutely.
have to have a law that guarantees that. Otherwise, a government can come in and interfere and prevent that. That's what
We have
I
multiple
don't know.
laws
Never
relating
mind.
to tax benefits, to estate planning, to things like that. Your premise seems to be that if we do nothing, what will happen to those things?
But this is what I'm saying though is that they've already made amends to actually have um,
The entire
what was
financial
that
system is
called?
Okay,
based on this.
Trevor,
God bless America.
I'm going to move you along, Trevor, because I think you're, you know,
That's okay. That's all right, Jerry.
I mean, I don't want to, but you're pausing, so I just thought maybe you were just delayed yourself.
Well,
So
I'm trying
I
to
don't want you to.
remember because there are tax benefits that are allowed to same-sex couples now, and that's been amended.
Do you know what
So
that's called? It's called a regulation. You know how that regulation is allowed because there's a statute that allows, it gives authority for that regulation to be promulgated. So, but you're saying, oh no, the government, whether state, federal, no matter what level of government, they should have no say. No say means no statute, no
it should be
regulation.
deregulated, exactly.
I give up.
Okay. All right.
He's lost. He's lost.
No, he's not lost. He's just where he wants to be. He's not
Well,
lost.
no, see, this is
This.
assuming that we're basing everything on the system of like the government determining everything for us instead of just living how we want, and you have the rollback of state control.
Dude, you do realize it
But
was
it's
illegal,
protective.
made
Yeah,
legal.
the government's protecting it, Trevor. So when you have same-sex marriage, that's so, if you want to visit your dying spouse in the hospital and give rights, you can do that. You can have the right to the estate. Before that law was put in effect, that you could say you were married, but it wasn't seen by the law.
Recognized.
Recognized. Thank you. So you don't want to roll that back, and that's the point of this room, is that if you roll back Roe versus Wade, if you start, taking these things back, people will be very disaffected, and it has to do with health. It has to do with, these rights that people now, it constitutes families. It has a lot to do with people's livelihood and how they've defined themselves.
I'm,
Okay, well, don't
yeah,
mind me jumping
yeah.
in.
Go ahead and jump in, brother. Go ahead. Let's mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to, I get it. Some of the things I don't get, but when it comes to what's coming up, I'm just thinking about the babies, and I think that a lot of times we don't acknowledge it as being a baby because of the irresponsibility that people keep allowing, to go on in their own personal lives. If you get pregnant, you don't really want to take the responsibility of take care of the child. Of course, a bunch of bad things can happen to anybody. But most of the time, women just, laying down and not thinking about the consequences and
Oh,
everything.
they
Like
about they about they about they about to
Are
tear
they
your
doing
ass
that
up.
with the men?
They about
Women.
to
With
tear
the
your
men?
ass
Think
up,
about it.
ladies.
Isn't
Hold on
it?
a second.
this
Hold
thing
on a
is
second,
You done
ladies.
woke it
Here
up
we
with
Wait,
go.
that?
wait, wait. One
this thing.
second, bro. One second.
Men
Wait,
have
bro,
been so.
bro. I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
go
sorry.
back to you.
You
Let's
got it.
just mix it up.
Okay.
Let's just have a little
Here we
fun.
go.
Ladies, y'all hear what he just
I
said?
Right.
heard him. I heard
He's
his Yes, I dumb
he
ass. did.
just said y'all just laying
On their
down.
back.
Get him trying to take it back, Jerry.
Some of us
Y'all just
don't be
laying
on our
down.
backs, Johnny.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's called doggy
Well,
style.
No.
I'm
We
not
just
gonna say
made
nothing about
ourselves
that.
pregnant, right? You didn't lay down.
Right.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah, Johnny.
okay.
What made you? Is your name Johnny, bro?
That's right. That's right, sir. Yes,
What
Jerry.
made you say that though? What made you say that? You
Well,
don't.
okay.
Doesn't
Well, I
men
didn't
play
even
it?
get to finish. I didn't even finish. Well, the reason why I said it is because it's, we assume that we don't know a lot about abortion now. Probably then you didn't know a lot back then, but now you can get pregnant. You know a lot about a lot of information that's out here. So if you decide to, get wasted or not be wasted or be in a relationship and say, hey, I don't want the relationship no more, remember you're still getting rid of a child, you know what I mean? And that's the truth, whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? Say, well, it's semen. No, it's a child. It's a child. Whether
What?
that's just kind of how
Hey,
it
Your
John.
works.
Hey,
semen
Johnny.
is a
Can I ask you a
child?
question real fast? I got one question for you, Johnny. Can I ask you a question real fast?
No, you can ask me anything. Go ahead.
How many children have you adopted?
Right.
You said in your
Um,
beginning. You said in the beginning that you're very concerned with the children. So I'm asking you, how many children have
right.
you
So I've been
adopted, or how
married
much
probably
money would
about
you give to
13
that?
years.
I didn't know you was here, Dr. Copeland. Hold on a second. You gotta let me
Hey,
know
how
when you
you
come into
doing,
the
Dr.
room.
Copeland?
Go ahead,
So
doctor.
I've been here. I've been married about 13 years. My first two children I claimed as mine, so I adopted those two.
That's cool.
Um,
So
since
no, but
then
those
I've
were in
been
your
raising
relationship. No,
them
no,
since they
no.
were
So
4 or
so
5 years.
those were in your
Hold on
relationship,
for a
and that's
second. I've
good.
been raising them since they. You want to cut me off?
No, it's not about cutting you off because
Oh,
you're
okay,
answering a
okay.
question I
Let's see
didn't
what it's
ask
about
you.
then. Go ahead.
No. You're answering me. You're answering a question I didn't ask you. What I'm asking you is that I'm not talking about somebody you're in a relationship with and then you take the kids in, which is great. I'm talking about you altruistically going to a shelter
or going to an adoption agency and adopting one of these kids that exist because that individual didn't get an abortion, or maybe they didn't have the option in the state, or whatever the case may be. So in your worldview, for what you're saying to be valid, that would mean that you yourself, not somebody else, but you would have to be willing to do that. You would have to be willing to adopt some of these kids, right? So that's the first point. The second point is a lot of people have this fairy tale view of childbirth and this fairy tale view of life. You have some people who have kids that are going to have debilitating genetic disorders, and there's nothing that we can do about it, right? You have some kids that have a disease called EB, and that's when your skin is like tissue paper and it just falls off, right? And you just get repeated infections until you die at like 6 and you suffer your whole life, right? Somebody gives that person
All right, all right.
the
Okay, so
ability
I
to
get
have an
that. Now
abortion. No, no, to have
I'm
an
gonna cut you for a
abortion,
second
and you're
because
telling me, well, I'm just
hold
gonna
on for
keep
a
talking. I
second.
don't care. So,
Okay, I'll let you
so,
talk.
so the point is, in landing that plane is that your worldview, while valid to you, is not valid to anybody else because you're not
No, no,
adopting
okay,
those
okay. A
kids,
couple of
and
things
and
you
that's
making
something that's
absolute.
an
Just
option they need to have.
you need to watch how you speak in that because that's not absolute. One, that's
No, I
not my
don't.
Ooh,
I'm
worldview.
good.
shit.
No,
That's
I
your
don't.
worldview.
You
Hold
just
on.
you need to say
No,
things that make
you
sense.
said my
That doesn't make
worldview.
any sense.
You said my worldview, but let me let you know who I am because you don't know me. So let you know my worldview. Yes, I do believe that if it's a situation where mother, it's a medical situation. It's a medical situation. That's totally different from somebody just going to get an abortion. You get me? Okay, so that's totally different. Now, am I saying, well, see, that's the sensitivity of, everybody get all emotional, skin falling off, this and that. Well, we got people that's drinking dirty water in Michigan. We got people all over the world that you could help, that you decide to do some other things with your finances. So all this, I want to be so, I'm so helpful. I want to help
But I'm
people
not
that's
advocating for
alive.
laws that
Well,
would hurt those
I'm
people.
going to
That's the
address that.
difference.
Okay, now see,
But I'm
that's
not
one
advocating
thing.
for a law that would hurt those people. That's the difference. You're advocating for
Hold
something
on,
that
no,
would
no,
actively
hold on
hurt
a
those
second.
people.
Hold
I'm
on.
not doing that, so
Just,
that's
just,
completely
just
different, right?
that may be the break of a law, but that may, something else may change in the law. They may vote to say, hey, listen, make sure we save people that need to be saved. But that don't mean it should be a killing a certain baby. So if you're a doctor and don't believe in life, I don't really understand
I'm
why
not.
you want to help
I'm not a
people.
medical doctor. I just want to correct that
Okay,
before it gets
well,
too
okay,
far.
all right,
I'm not a medical doctor. I have a
well,
PhD.
all
Yeah,
right,
so I just want to make sure that
well,
you're aware
because
of that.
that's supposed to be part of your gifting is to be able to help people become better than and heal people. Not, oh, I'm gonna take the heart out of that baby. I'm gonna suck the nose out of that baby. I'm gonna suck the stuff. People have miscarriages, all the time. So I mean, this stuff, right? So I just okay. When it comes to adopting people, my family does it all the time. My aunt is an adopted woman. My grandmother uh, foster care over
I'm not talking
500
about your
people in
family.
my
I'm
state.
talking
Well,
about
hold on,
you.
hold on, hold on.
We're
Let me
not
cut
talking
you
about your
off.
family.
You cut me
We're
off to
not.
let you
You've been
talk.
talking for five.
And
You've been
so,
talking for
and
5 minutes. You're done.
whether you know that you can be
We're not talking
related
about your
or
family. We're
listen,
talking
listen,
about
listen,
you.
because some things you just
He
We.
ain't
can't.
I've been listening
adopted
for
Johnny, it's
5
I'm
minutes.
also
You've
telling
been
going to
you
be a
who
talking.
I am.
medical
I'm
reason
telling
for
you
a
who I
black
am.
woman.
You saying this
We're
You
is
know,
not
my
talking
Johnny.
about your
truth. You
family. We're
saying you
talking
trying to
about
make
you
absolutes.
and
You
what
can't make
you
absolute
said.
about
I'm not
somebody
talking
you
about your
don't know nothing
family. I'm
about.
talking about you.
So let's not
You
make
said
absolute out
that.
somebody you don't know nothing about. And then you can finish
You said
talking and
in your
land your
first
plane. Let's
statement.
go.
Your first statement was you
Listen,
said
I'm telling
I
you the
am
truth.
concerned about the
If you
children.
lay down,
That's what you
if you
said.
lay
Wait,
down,
one second, right? One second, brother. I got to remind y'all of something. I'm just going to say this really quick. For those who don't know, Debate the News is also a podcast. So you guys can go to debatethenews.com and listen to all these incredible episodes on your favorite platform, whether it's Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google, wherever there's a podcast, we're there. The reason why I'm saying that right now is because the user experience is a little better when they're listening to the podcast. It's actually like high fidelity. It sounds really, really good. It's a lot better if you guys kind of talk at one time. So let's go to round three. Go ahead, brother. Round three coming up. Go, bro.
Who is it? Him or me?
You.
So all that family stuff is cool. We're not talking about the family. We're talking about you and what you said. So I always find it very comical when people use that argument. Oh, I'm in it for the kids. I'm in it for the kids. I don't really think you're in it for the kids. I think what you're doing, based on your previous comment, is you have a very male-centric view of the issue, where you're saying that two people are having consensual sex, but somehow it's always the woman's fault because she's the one that can get pregnant. It doesn't really make any logical sense to me. And then going to all the other issues that you're talking about, all of the issues you're talking about, the difference is I'm not actively supporting legislature that would affect those people that have dirty water in Michigan. You are actively supporting something that would rob women of their ability to make a health decision for themselves. Do you really think in the deep south or in some of these states that have these very, very strict abortion laws that those kind of distinctions are going to be made? They're not being made now. In a lot of states, you have legislature that does not account for rape and incest and any of that stuff. So in some of these states, when it comes down to it, if you're a woman and you have a decision to make, and we're talking like super early abortion, like maybe like within weeks,
What
right?
are you eating,
You're not
Doctor
gonna be able to
Copeland?
do it.
What are you eating
Hey,
right
hey,
now?
you know I got that Sonic big dog. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, like they're not gonna be able to make that decision, and you're robbing them of that decision because of your feelings. Because really, it doesn't really have anything to do with you. Because again, you're not out here like adopting kids, right? You're not out here like adopting children. So that statement that you said is just really a bullshit statement.
No, I mean you can take it that way. That's absolutely wrong though. I think any male that takes care of children that is not his after birth is what we need right now. I also believe that you're using that as a tactic, but it ain't really. I mean, this if you would want to make a point, the point you should be making is that what you're dealing with is not a child. If you can make that point with me and with everybody that it's not a child, then you can win the day. But I can beat you on every level on that, and that's just the truth. If you're spiritual, you believe me, you lost already. If you're not,
Johnny,
then
why would I
you
need to
believe what you want.
convince you? Why would you
Well,
need to be
listen,
convinced by
I,
anyone?
well, this is the debate. This
No,
is
I'm
the debate.
saying if I
I
wanted
mean,
an
Let's have a debate.
abortion, if
it's
I'm
okay.
Yeah,
if I
no, he's right. It's just a debate.
no,
Just a
I'm
debate.
Yeah,
talking
this
about
debate.
him being a stranger. He's a stranger to me. He doesn't know me, so why does he get to decide what I do?
Well,
That's
I'm
what he
just not
votes
starting.
for.
Listen,
I don't
well,
care what he does. I'm not going to tell
you
him
don't
what to
get your
do.
point. Okay, I don't
Johnny,
really
the
get your
thing
point, but
is,
I
a
get your
black
point.
woman could always make an argument that it's medical. You know why? Because this is the country with the worst, one of the worst systems for people of color when it comes to birthing. You know how high the C-section rate is? You know how many black women go into childbirth and don't come out alive? It is crazy. I want you to take some time and go in and do some research on that. You know, when we talk about healthcare, when we talk about all of that, how we get treated, it is unreal. So I think you should always go, and some, as me, as a midwife, as a doula, the people I see are scared to birth in the hospital because they're scared they won't come out alive. They're scared of not coming out with their reproductive organs.
So that's the reason why they have abortions, is
I'm
what you're
saying
saying?
that's a damn sure good reason to have one.
So
Wow.
there's two arguments here, like in terms of if you are pro-choice, right? Like there's the medical, right? And that's Jael, that's a great point in terms of um looking at the mortality maternal mortality rate and all those other like health complications, right? But I know you're not throwing at me. But you made me just lose my train of thought. But we can't. Okay, this is where I was going. Just to have like move the conversation, like I don't have a problem acknowledging that the majority of abortions are elective. They are elective, and so just taking that simple fact, right? Something like 60% or I don't know exact number of abortions are elective. But in addition to that, can the other side acknowledge that the majority of like 90 plus percent are done in no 80% are done within the first trimester? So we're also not talking about like dissecting babies and pulling them out and all that other kind of shit, right? So let's both be honest.
That's
I
very
don't know
true.
what that was.
That's very
Elsa, we've been
true.
having a troll coming through the
Yeah,
room, Elsa.
whatever.
So Elsa, I don't just bear with us for a second, Elsa. Okay. Did you land, Elsa?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna move this along. That was an interesting conversation that you, Dr. Copeland, and the other gentleman, the other dude just had. Hey, bro, you do identify yourself as a man, right, bro?
You're not
Bro,
talking to me, or are you talking to the other guy,
Who you
right?
talking to?
you, hey, cause apparently I got to say that nowadays, cause I called you a dude and I wasn't sure. I just had to
Bruh,
say
you
that.
good.
Okay,
You ain't got to worry
appreciate you.
about that. Yeah, you good.
Appreciate you, Johnny. Welcome to Debate the News, my brother. And thank you for engaging. Johnny, thank you for engaging in a damn
Yeah,
conversation.
thank
It's
you.
like 70% of the stage doesn't even engage. Okay, so anybody else like to jump into the conversation? John Ledger, how are you doing, my brother? Mr. Ledger is in the building. John. Okay.
So is abortion just another?
Yeah, I just want to add on something real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I want to just tag on what Dr. Copeland was saying. Dr. Copeland, I want to tell you that you don't have to really be involved in a cause to have an opinion on something. So to kind of back Johnny a little bit. Johnny can still have an opinion on something without having to adopt a child to actually donate money to something.
Mm.
But he's not gonna pick up the slack. So that's like me saying that the Jaguars should do this and do that, but I'm on the sideline. I ain't on the field. I'm just talking on the sideline, right?
Okay, so
So that's not.
yeah,
I mean, you can have an opinion. Everybody can have an opinion. I'm not saying you can't have an
yeah,
opinion. I'm just saying your opinion doesn't make any sense.
yeah. I think you're trying to show up your argument, but I also think that's like an extremist view. Like everything you actually complain about in life, you actually go out and donate money and actually march.
Well, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? You said, "Do I donate money?" I couldn't hear what you said.
Yeah, I was saying every time you have a problem with something that's going on in society, do you actually pick up a picket and go outside and march
Oh
and
no,
actually
no,
donate money? No.
everything. Yeah, absolutely not. But again, as I explained to him, the difference is that I'm not advocating for something that actually affects the people. That's so. Like for example, with his water example, if I was voting for a policy that was fucking the water up while complaining that the water is fucked up, you see how that doesn't make any sense, right? That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not voting for policies that's fucking the water up. You know what I'm saying? He's supporting a policy that is going to create more kids in foster care. So I asked him a very logical question. Hey, dude, are you going to adopt some of these kids that's going to come as a result of this legislation? He's like, no. So what I'm saying is that doesn't really make any sense, and I found it bizarre anyway. Him putting all the onus on the woman, so that kind of tells me where his argument is coming from anyway.
That's
When you
not
say
true,
something as,
brother.
as nonsensical as women are laying on their back, and that's what's called,
Nah,
yeah,
brother.
that's really
Hey,
that's
listen, I
stupid
was
as hell.
cutting. But the truth of the matter
So
is,
so yeah,
men
that
need to
doesn't make
be
any
in the
sense.
home, and you assuming that the men not gonna take care of they children. That's bad news, brother.
I'm
Come
not
on,
assuming
man. Do better
anything.
than that.
That's what you
Be
said.
better than
You
that.
said a woman lives in the back.
Nobody,
I'm not
Yeah,
brother.
assuming
he
I
anything.
never said
believes,
that.
That's
I
brother.
didn't
He
what
say
you
that.
believes,
said.
brother.
You
Copeland
said
believes
that.
that
I didn't
if
say
he's
that. Who
not a
said that?
professional, he can't have an opinion. He believes that only
Oh,
professionals
friend,
can have
friend,
opinions,
friend, you woke up
and
from your
only
nap.
the
You woke
opinion
up
of
from
a
your nap, friend.
professional, and only the
You know your
opinion
old
of a
ass got to take at least
professional
two
is
naps a
valid.
day.
That's what he does, and that's what people like him do with their bullshit degrees. Only if you have a
My bullshit
professional
degree.
opinion and a certificate, only if you have a certificate and a license is your opinion valued
Friend,
by
we
He
the
woke up
didn't
from the nap
marketplace.
say
before.
that.
By the way, Copeland,
Yeah.
if you're watching the Jaguars play from the bleed seats, you shouldn't have an opinion. But when you're on the
Hey,
floor,
by
you
the
can
way,
have an
by
opinion.
the way, Grant.
If I can trip the referee, I can say it was the wrong
And
play.
Hey,
Grant,
I'm
you
sure
couldn't
you're
trip the
unathletic ass believe
referee.
that shit too.
Hold on, hey, Dr. Copeland.
Grant gets triggered by
Hey,
stuff.
hold on,
Triggered.
Dr. Copeland. Grant just came in. I watched him come in about 3 minutes ago. Grant, you didn't come in when you heard the guy that Dr. Copeland was talking to say the premise of the issue was women lay down on their back, and that's the reason
Exactly.
this is caused.
Oh,
So shut the fuck
yeah.
up and listen to the premise before you start talking
Wait a
about the
minute. I wasn't
Jaguars.
commenting on that, John.
Yeah, because you
Wait
didn't
a minute.
hear it, Grant.
I
You
wasn't
came in and you
commenting
want
on
to
that.
talk all football and professionals and you want to shoot shit. But Dr. Copeland was talking to a guy who came in and said women shouldn't fucking lay on their back and stop talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
tripping over.
Nah,
Well,
Okay?
yeah.
Doc.
I don't believe the man said that. I don't believe the man said that. But
Nah,
anyway,
he
I
sure
was not
did.
He
here,
did.
so
You
I
What
weren't
do
in
you
can't
the
mean you don't
defend
room.
that.
believe he said it? What are you
Yeah.
I
talking
said
about? We heard him
I
say
don't
it.
believe he
What the
said that
hell?
But
exactly.
you
You need
weren't
to
in
hear
the
it. The
room.
replays
I
are on.
said
What
that.
the fuck?
I'd
Listen,
like to hear it from the I'd like
I
to
can
hear it
repeat
from the
it. I can
gentleman,
repeat
sir.
it.
Did you say that, sir?
Listen,
Because
Hey,
I
listen,
why
listen,
get
don't
the
listen.
why don't you
This is what
hear
I
it
benefit of
said
the
from
doubt.
before I was.
Jerry?
This is what I
Why
said
don't you hear it from
when I was cut
Jerry?
off.
Okay?
This is what I said
Grant,
when I was
let
cut off because
yeah,
it was about a
yeah, hey,
particular
no,
issue of
dude,
Go
hold
ahead, go
on,
ahead.
hold
What they're
on.
gonna do now is try
Don't
to
and
don't
team
ask
up
don't
on
ask
you,
don't
man.
ask the person. Let's
I
go.
don't care about
Hey,
it. It's all
let's
good.
go to Jerry. Let's go to the moderator.
What's up?
Moderator, what was the statement?
Hold on, I gotta talk to
He
Big E.
he
Jerry,
said
did he say that the issue is that ba 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 ba? Because Sabrina's here, so I don't want to say it.
yeah, ba ba ba. Yes, he did mention ba ba
Yeah,
ba.
but did he say
There you
that's
go,
the
Grant. Now
reason this
go
happens?
try to trip over the
No,
Jacksonville
no, no, no.
Jaguars
He
when
he
they're a
he.
foot and a half taller than you. Okay?
Ho!
Yeah. There was definitely more added to it, but that statement that John said, he did make that statement.
Yeah. Well, that's not cool if he said that.
And there you go. Now you sound as dumbfounded as he did when Dr. Copeland called him out.
But regardless, though, Grant, I don't understand why logic is so triggering,
Yeah,
or rather, the
but
demands
that
of
has
logic.
nothing to do. Exactly. Thank you very much for saying that.
It's
That
only
has nothing to do.
it's only triggering to anti-intellectuals like Grant. Grant's an
He
anti-intellectual.
almost
Oh
said
yeah,
anti-vaxxers. He almost said
speaking on
Oh, that
anti-vaxxers,
too.
Grant.
I
That
was
too.
speaking on
I'm an
irresponsibility.
intellectual.
Actually,
That's right.
I was actually speaking on irresponsibility. I was using it and not saying women are like that. I was just saying, hey, listen, that's
Johnny, stop
irresponsible
the
for you to continue to
bullshit.
think you can do it whenever you need
Just
to do it.
shut up.
That so I'm trying to
Nah,
help
he has a point. He
women
has a point.
understand. That's plainly it. It wasn't saying, oh, these women they out here just doing it. I'm saying if you gonna do that, remember you have a
No, that's
responsibility,
what you said
and just
first
not to.
matter.
And remember, you have a baby. I was trying to make it seem. I was trying to make the point that it is a child that is, it's not just egg and semen coming together. That was my point.
Hey,
Okay,
dude,
not laying on your back.
dude,
When you
What's
say
the
that
you got
they
man's
are laying on your
responsibility?
intellectual,
back,
you got
it looks like you're
intellectual
just
after.
womanizing. That's not
Yeah,
true
you
because
got
you also have a
intellectual
responsibility as
after.
well. So
When
there it
you
is.
walked
I'm
when
done
you
with it, and
walked
I
in
land my
when
plane.
you walked
That's
in
it.
with your women on the back comment, you thought you were walking into a guy dominated room and you said what you thought was cool and you got fucking shut down, then you became intellectual. So call it what it
Yeah,
is.
I mean, you got that
That
completely
part.
wrong. But
Bam.
listen, if you get cut off when in the middle of speaking, you can't complete a statement. Then nobody shut me down. I was just
Bro,
respecting the
ain't
room.
nobody cut you off
Peace.
with that. You said that dumb shit,
It
and that's
ain't
what you
dumb.
said, and
If you
that's what
go,
you meant.
listen, it's not dumb.
And and
It's
now
dumb.
and now you gotta
Listen to me.
backtrack on it.
Listen, I ain't
See, you
backtracking.
gonna say it
She
again. Go ahead,
don't
say it
let.
Listen,
again.
if you lay down and don't want to take your responsibilities as a woman in a man relationship, how about that? And you don't want to take your responsibilities, then it's a
Remix.
bad. And don't realize you're getting pregnant with a
Now, did you hear him that
baby.
Now he
time,
It's
adding the
Grant?
a
man.
Hold
Now
on.
he
child.
Wait,
adding
wait,
the
wait, wait,
man
wait,
in the
wait, wait, wait,
remix.
wait, 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 wait,
Remix.
wait, wait.
Now he
Hold on,
Well,
Grant.
remixing.
Hold on.
he is right.
Remix.
Grant, hold on one second. Grant, did you hear him that time? Did you have your hearing aid in?
Listen,
Did you hear him that
you're
time?
creating a child, right?
You
So
wrong for
He
that,
said it
Dr.
three
listen,
Copeland.
times
you
for you.
create. Listen, whether you like it or not, you're still creating a child. So that's my point. It's a baby that you're creating. You got to take your responsibility. I'm pro-life. What else you want me to say?
Hey,
Good
this
for
is Dawn.
you.
What about the guy's
Exactly.
responsibility?
He
Exactly.
had the same responsibility.
Exactly. You ain't
No,
mention that
what you
Absolutely.
part.
said first is
You
very fucking foul.
Oh, I just
exactly.
had a thought. Yo, okay, so if this is really banned, right? If abortion is banned and or maybe considered murder, right? Both the mother and the biological father want to have the abortion. They go together, have the abortion. Are both of them going to be tried and
Oh, you
incarcerated for
going too
murder?
deep. You going too deep for him, Elsa.
Nope.
You
Ooh-wee.
going too
So
deep
so
for
Bam.
him.
so who is that? Johnny? Johnny.
Yeah.
Or what any other
He's
man
like,
on
he's
here
like,
is pro
yeah, yeah,
life?
yeah, yeah.
Anybody,
Yeah, let me
Right.
get off of
Like
you,
y'all want to
Johnny. I
go
bring
think
ahead.
it.
I can
we
go
Johnny
ahead
Johnny
and
wanna
over
finish
there
my
fucking
we've
tired.
statement if you got
exhausted
to.
you. We've
This is a
exhausted.
debate.
No more.
Y'all want to
Any
pick
other
somebody
man?
else?
Nope.
Yeah,
Y'all
any
don't
other
believe in the
man,
baby,
pro
so I don't
life,
know what to
pro
say.
life man on here. Are you saying that the men should be tried and convicted of murder as well?
Mighty quiet over there, big
Cricket.
dog.
Crickets.
The banana goes both ways, right? The banana goes both ways. They can't
Twilight
have it where
zone.
they can say what a
Johnny
woman
say
should
that's
do
a
with her
lie.
body. They can't. A man can't tell a woman what to do with her body and then
No, but
escape
he consents to
responsibility.
it. He
Oh,
drives
Brian,
her.
Brian going too
Brian,
deep.
the
Escape
law,
responsibility.
I don't know if it's the Mississippi or the Kentucky one. I can't remember, but one of them says anyone who assists in abortion is violates the law.
Mississippi what? That's
So
a good update. Thank
if
you.
the man, the father, drives her to the abortion clinic, sits there with her, waits with her, drives her back, assists her, in other words,
Is that aiding and
he is
abetting?
guilty
Aiding
of
and abetting?
aiding and abetting as well. So should he be tried and convicted of murder?
If he pays for it. There
Yes.
wouldn't
See
even
how
be
Yes.
an
women are? You
abortion
see how
clinic
women
though.
are? Do
Yes,
y'all
he
see how women
should.
are?
Homicide.
Look what
Yes,
she's
he
thinking.
should take his moral obligations, mutual obligations at that.
But
So,
Jerry, there wouldn't
Elsa,
even be an abortion
y'all
clinic.
want the rights to make to solely make the decision, but if you get in trouble, I want you to go down with me.
Hey, Jared.
That that's a
Hey,
that's
it
a
takes
that's a
women
That's
to
the
smart
law though,
understand.
play
Jerry.
on
That's
my
the law.
question, Jerry, but that actually is not at all it. I'm looking for
Typical woman,
intellectual
typical woman.
integrity on the other side, okay?
Brian Benstock.
Jerry,
Typical.
so many of these
Go ahead,
laws,
Brian.
and restrictions are designed to punish women for enjoying sex, for having sex, and taking
The
away their
hell?
rights.
Where did you
And
say
these
enjoy?
laws, no, it's absolutely true.
You think it?
It's women. they want to punish women, and they're using these laws and these rules to do that. The
For
child, in other
enjoying
words,
sex. Daphne, what you tapping your mic for?
Right, ain't
No,
wrong.
no, Jerry, he's got a
no,
point
no,
because
it's
sexual liberation, right? The man can
that's
have
exactly
sexual
right, and
pleasure,
it's
but the woman can't because
a
she's the
woman
one who's
has
going to
a
be
right
pregnant, not
to,
him.
Right.
again, you can't say you're anti-vax, and keep out of my body, and then not be
Let
pro-choice.
me ask Elsa a question.
You
Elsa,
can't
let me
do
ask you a
that.
question. If since the woman is the one that has to bear the child, the woman is the one that has to carry the 9 month term or whatever that term is, should the woman be held to a slightly higher standard to try to control getting pregnant, Elsa, since she is the one that got to carry it?
That's an interesting play on the argument I'm making is
No,
since
no,
the
I'm not.
woman.
I'm just asking. No, I'm going in a different direction to see what you think about
Okay,
it.
okay. So, I mean, if I believed that women didn't want the right to abortion, then I could potentially agree with you. But that's not the
But no
situation.
woman want to get beat up and say, "Oh, if I get pregnant, 3, 4 times, I'm."
Jerry,
1 second, Brian. They're not saying, "Oh, if I get pregnant, no big deal." That's not fun for them to have an abortion.
So
So
basically, the point what you're making is like a conspiracy, right? So like,
conspiracy?
like the aiding and abetting part, right? The person who aids and
No,
abets is not subject to the same punishment as the person who actually
no,
commits
no,
the
no.
crime.
You going a whole different direction. I was just asking, as a
Hey,
woman,
Jerry,
wouldn't you say?
please report to me the 10 examples in the last 10 years of women who can go in a room, lay down on their back, and conceive.
Well, wait, hold on, but I
No,
didn't
no,
understand
no,
Jerry. I think I
no,
misunderstood Jerry's question.
no, no.
So,
You missed my point, John. No,
Mother
no. What I'm
Mary.
saying is this. You're right. You got a man and a woman. They gotta do so they can get pregnant. But the woman is the one that have to, get an abortion. The woman's the one that have to carry the child for 9 months. The guy may be like, oh, I don't give a damn. I want to go. You know what? I don't want to put a what you call it in. As the woman, like, I mean, if I was a woman, I'm sure I'd be like, oh hell no, I'm going to go the extra mile to make sure I don't get pregnant. I'm just
and they
saying.
and they take that responsibility, Jerry. And
oh,
and
I
you
see what you're
say
saying,
and you're
Jerry. Yeah,
saying
yeah,
this nine
yeah.
month baby. Hey
Yes. No,
Jerry,
I agree
can
with you,
you let me
Jerry.
know?
Wait,
Can you?
Brian, I'm asking a woman.
No,
Just give me one
I agree
second.
with
I'm
you.
just asking.
It's
I want
not
to see what the
fair.
woman thinks.
It's not fair, but it biologically, socially, whatever it is, what it is, we do have to, as women, we do have to take more precautions. We have more at risk.
That's all. Thank you. That's all I'm
But
saying. I'm not saying what's.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, Jerry. You said as a woman, this is what you would do. Like you can speak as a woman. That right there is the most. That's to hear you say that shit.
Clarifying we,
You
not
know.
everyone in this
No,
room,
no,
not
I'm
all
talking
Trigger.
about
women
Jerry. I'm talking about
population.
Jerry. I'm talking
Trigger.
about Jerry.
Well,
You,
well, 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 right now I
No,
got an
what you do as
announcement.
a woman?
I got an announcement. From this moment on, for the next 5 minutes, I identify as a woman. Okay.
No, no, no.
The
Not
Okay.
for the
yeah, but
Okay.
married.
that
Hey, if he,
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
Jerry.
that's
Man,
all
you are
one.
crazy.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah,
if he gonna make me an elephant in the room, I'm
yeah,
gonna point out that
no,
elephant in the
no,
room.
no. I'm just saying, Jerry. It's fun to play with the horn and all that other stuff to try to get the crowd rally behind you. But how the hell are you gonna speak as a woman and say what you would do if you were a woman? You're
Jonathan,
not.
Jonathan,
And
it's
so
because
that's a huge statement.
John, Jerry proved he doesn't understand a woman's perspective because he said you got this choice: you're either going to have an abortion or you're going to carry the baby for 9 months, as if the woman's responsibility stops at 9 months.
No,
No,
no, no,
the
no,
woman has
Elsa,
a
Elsa,
responsibility.
no, you
Elsa,
guys are
you.
making this way
No,
bigger than
Elsa,
it needs to.
thank you.
Like,
Elsa,
men
you
can
wait,
talk
wait, wait.
about this stuff
Elsa, you know what
too.
I was saying,
I
Elsa.
do
That
perfectly well.
Brian, I don't know
Don't
what you
find
talking about.
offense in things that aren't offensive. There's plenty of offensive shit. This is not one of them.
Thank you, Elsa. Yes.
Yeah, but also you can't speak for all women. Okay, let's
I
be
never
clear. Like I can't
attempted
speak
to
for
speak
all
for all
men,
women.
all people color. I can't do that. So
Okay,
just because
ladies,
you said it's not
ladies,
offensive doesn't
ladies on
mean
the
that
stage,
it's not.
ladies on the stage. When I was asking that question in an innocent way, did any lady feel I was coming off in an offensive way with the question I just asked?
Sherry, this is Janet.
no,
I
no.
do not think you were
No.
offensive. Let's
Thank
talk
you,
about it.
thank you, thank you. I don't know
Jerry,
why my man is trying to make it like
no.
I was being offensive.
What it is that first of all, Jerry, I see me. I just can't. I don't presume that I can speak for women.
Jonathan,
That's
I don't know. I don't know why you coming in so hot, bro. Like,
No,
why
I'm
you
not
so
He
hot.
offended
missed
by
Jerry,
it.
it?
Jerry,
He
I'm not
like
hot. We're
disregarded.
debating.
Trigger.
Hold on, Jerry.
Wow,
So I'm
why
supposed to
am I
agree
taking
with
you
you?
off?
We're debating. This is not
No, no,
hot.
no. No. I'm not saying you. I'm just like it's just okay. It's
Well, Jerry,
okay. So
you
that the ladies,
identify
the,
as a
Tricky.
woman
So let
now,
me
so
ask
we
you,
can speak for
would you be
exactly.
everyone.
offended if I said, well, as a
hypothetical.
man, I would make sure that I
Yes,
get
it was a
together with
hyper.
my
Thank
partner
you. It was a
and have a condom?
hypothetical.
Am I being offensive? Did I insult men by saying that?
Tricky.
No, it's a hypothetical. It's okay. It's okay though. It's okay.
I would like to add something that's not hypothetical.
Go ahead.
Okay, so here the thing. When I'm dating, I usually want to not do something until I get married, right? And I know a lot of young women want to do that. Now, a lot of men don't want to do that. They want to try before they buy, right? So some people are saying a lot of women are not responsible. There are a lot of responsible women out there. But when a woman wants to have a partner, a lot of times they do that because even though they're burning to do the thing, they will restrain. But the men are not restraining. So why don't they have birth control pills for men? I would love them to have birth control pills for men because even taking birth control is hard. Sometimes as a woman you take birth control pills, you put on weight, a lot of things happen that you don't really want to take those pills. So, I think they should start having birth control pills for men so that men also, do some
Yvonne,
things so that
Yvonne,
the
I got a
women can
question
be
for you.
protected.
Yvonne,
Yes.
Yvonne, if a new
Yvonne, one second.
electrical,
One moment. Yvonne, I believe you have it wrong. Okay, see, because you said a lot of men want to try before they buy, and the women and the women. This should not be on the women. Period. Women should be able to do exactly what men do and not be judged for it. Okay, and not be held to a higher freaking standard. Right now we got a bunch of men legislating women bodies. Okay, this should not even be an issue. If men got pregnant, there would be a freaking abortion clinic on every goddamn corner. All right, so right now, this is not about women should be held to a higher standard. It's not right, it's not fair. What's not right and what's not fair is that women are being held to a higher standard and their bodies being legislated. I can do anything I want with my body and don't have to worry about nothing happening. Okay, nothing happening to me. And that's where it should be offensive for you guys. That's where it really should be offensive. That somebody's telling you what you can and what you can't do and what you have to do, endanger your body, endanger your health, whatever it is, or do something that you don't want to do. We are intelligent beings. So we're able to make decisions of whether or not we're ready to bear children or raise children. We have the intellect to do so. Why can't we? I yield.
okay, wait,
Jonathan, no, Jerry,
bro,
please, let
wait,
me please get him,
bro,
Jonathan. Let
no,
me.
bro, will you wait, please?
All
I
right,
don't even know who you
you got it.
are. Who are you?
Freddie,
Who's that speaking?
Freddie.
Who?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna yield,
Wait,
Jerry. Go
Freddie Roosevelt? Freddie Roosevelt?
ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna yield, Jerry. Go ahead, brother.
Because if it's Freddie Roosevelt, yeah, but now, Jonathan, notice I didn't jump in and cut you off in the middle of your middle of your rant. But how can you speak for all men when you say it'll be abortion at every corner? It's probably a lot of men be out there bearing babies like crazy. We don't know that.
Jerry, I didn't speak for all men. Okay, I didn't say well men. I said if it was legal, I mean, if men can have babies, okay, that there will be an abortion clinic on every corner. Didn't speak for men at all. And that's why you need to pay attention. What I spoke to directly was that if that was the case, men that's legislating women's body, if they had to legislate their own, they would not do that. Is all I said.
That's an
So I
assumption,
didn't
though.
speak for men at all.
That's an
So
assumption. You don't.
anyone on
That's an
this stage will
assumption.
tell you. Anyone on this stage can tell Jerry. Can you guys tell Jerry that I didn't speak for men at
No,
all?
that's an assumption when you say that, though. You don't know it'll be a clinic on every corner. That's an assumption. It's an assumption.
That's hearsay.
Point is,
Sure,
men
I
can do
agree
Jerry.
what
with
they
them too,
want.
Jerry. Yeah,
It's
but
still an assumption. We don't know that for a fact. It would have to happen, and then you can go back and say it happened. It's an assumption.
Okay,
It's an
okay, Jerry,
opinion.
you're right. So there's no need to debate anymore because
I
That's
want to
what
fine.
add
we
He's
something
your
to
own,
because
Jonathan.
there's a lot
Ivana,
of
just so
assumptions
you
going
If
on,
I
know.
get pregnant, I'm having a
when
baby.
that statement right there, sir, that statement, it was an assumption. It was an assumption. No, we need to shut the whole entire debate now because there's a lot of assumptions being made here tonight, and when I felt once you got backed in the corner, you said, oh, that's an assumption.
Jonathan,
And
well, how am I backed in the corner, bro? You made a statement. I just said it's an assumption. You said it'll be an abortion
okay,
clinic on every
okay,
corner, and I just said that's an
so
assumption.
that's fine. I'm gonna call out every assumption for now on for the rest of the night. Let's do it from you. Let's do it.
Why?
All right, let
Why
me
would
add
you?
some
Why would you want to?
context
Why
real
would you
quick
want
so
to
that
mess
you
the
know
show
and
up? Wait. Why
knows.
would you want to mess the show up and do that and
Wait,
call
wait,
out
wait,
every
hold on,
assumption?
wait, wait. See, oh,
That's
wait,
part of
see,
the debate.
hold on. You just said I'm gonna mess the show up like on an assumption, but
I
you
said
can.
no. That means you're going to interrupt everybody speaking and say,
No,
"Hey, that's
no,
an
no. I
assumption.
said
Hey,
you.
Bob, that's an
Any
assumption. Hey,
assumption
Kevin,
you
that's an
make.
assumption. Hey, Troy, that's
No,
an assumption. Hey, Sam,
no.
that's an assumption.
Actually,
Hey,
Jerry,
Kathy, that's an assumption."
Jerry. No, what I said, every assumption you make, I'll call out.
Okay, Jonathan, got you, bro.
Just that's the
Eh,
standard. I love you
I
too,
got you.
brother. I
I
love
got
you.
you. Jonathan just can't help himself. Go. Who
I
else?
would
Who else was?
real
Go
quick
ahead.
add some so y'all know that human trials for male birth non-hormonal birth control has started this year. So just FYI.
Yeah, there's
Else.
Sherry, this is Daphne. There's always the
Wait. What's your name? Okay, go ahead, Daphne.
yeah. So there's always the proposition. I'm sure people have heard this before, where, and I'm not proposing that we do this, but people have said it. Men could legislate their own birth control, in the fact that at some arbitrary age or whatever, that men could. I mean, what do they call that when you snip the
Vasectomy.
the vasectomy? Thank you, Tara. So they could have a vasectomy, and then that's later, and so then we just get rid of the entire problem, and then it doesn't fall on women, it falls on men. And when you guys choose to become fathers, then you can make the decision for yourselves.
If we was in a talking shit club, I would say something about a
Say it, Jerry. Say it.
No. I'm not gonna say it because
Do it.
it's
Do it.
no because it can come. Well, I
We'll
can't
make
say.
decisions for ourselves.
No. It's not that. I'm just gonna say I have a way that I know can guarantee a woman, almost guarantee a woman don't get pregnant. But I'm not gonna say it on stage right now. We'll wait till we get in talking shit club. Daphne,
The
stop.
hot sauce.
Daphne, stop being so damn
The
nasty.
hot
Daphne,
sauce.
Daphne, stop it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Daphne, that's an assumption. You're just taking Jonathan's side.
My brother. Okay. So anybody else want to jump in this conversation? So say your name. Say your name.
Hi, Jerry. This is Patria. I just have something quick to add to the topic. I've been listening for a while now. I think for me, one of the main concerns I have with the overturn of this Roe versus Wade thing and the whole abortion thing, I just don't understand all these children, all these women who are not going to be able to have abortions based on whatever their circumstances is, right? They're making this law a state law. Now each state is going to make their own decision on that, but then at the same time the state nor the federal government is not putting anything in place, right, that's going to also aid financially for all these children that are not going to be born because they're saying you got to have these children. They're not putting anything in place to assist those who are going to be in a financial burden, because people are already struggling now with the kids that they do have, and that's a struggle too financially. So
Somebody
now
got
to
hold on a second. Somebody got a super. Hey, Dwan. Okay, I got it. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that's my main concern is they're passing a law to do one thing but not making another law to combat it or to help it in any way, because all these women, especially in the low income areas, of course, we know it's going to affect a lot of our black brown communities. There's going to be no financial help for these women who are now forced to have children when they don't want to.
Forced
And
to have children.
well, in
No.
if
No, I'm just listening to you. I'm just building
oh
with you. I'm just
oh
listening.
yeah,
I'm
well
not.
let
I'm
me be
not.
like,
I'm not contradicting you. Go ahead.
oh yeah, so because they can't, have an abortion for whatever that reason is, like I said, it's a case by case scenario for a woman. Now it can be a financial burden, and they're not going to make any laws to help support these women. Just like the young man was on before about the foster system, right? His mom gave him up for adoption, him and his twin brother, and they were separated. He's been in the system his entire life, right? The system is fucked up already for foster children, and they're not going to try to help and change that either. So it's just kind of like, well, have these babies, figure it out on your own.
The system is fucked up with everything. It's
It's
not just
fucked
the,
up,
the
yeah.
school, the education.
Everything,
Let me ask you a
everything.
question. As a woman, I'm about to redirect for a second. As a woman, what do you feel about transgenders being able to use your same bathroom? So all a man got to do is say, I identify as a woman, and he
Amazing
can use your same
question.
bathroom.
Yeah, for me, it's a hot topic, but for me, I personally have an issue with it.
Let's sizzle.
But that's just me.
You have an issue with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, just wondering. I'm always any opportunity I have, I like to ask women that question because it seems like, it's some rights that's just being forced upon regular. I mean, I gotta be careful how I say this shit. No, I don't. Unreal women, people that were born a woman. So, yes. So anybody else want to jump in on this topic? So
We
say your
throwing
name.
in the
Say
towel on the human race.
Hey, Jerry, Storm. If men
To
got
solve
pregnant,
all of 'em-
Jonathan, if you had a
to
kid,
solve
what would
all
you
our
name it?
problems, the solution is a race. Get rid of them all. There's too many people.
That would ultimately be the
Let's
outcome.
vaccinate them. Let's abort them. Let's give up on them.
what were they doing in China?
Bill
What was that thing they were
Gates.
doing in China? They was minimize. What was it? They had a limit of kids.
Had a rule that said one child, but now they are encouraging births because their birth rate has gone so low that they are no longer able to sustain their population.
Wait, what happens when a birth rate goes too low again, Tara?
When it goes too low, you cannot sustain your population. Ultimately, too many
Oh,
older people, not enough younger people.
facts.
And in China, they have actually reversed that rule because they had a one-child rule because they're such a large country, and now I think they're giving bonuses for up to 3 children.
Facts.
Wow.
While
So
America,
take your
while
procreating self to
America,
China and get busy.
the only thing we encourage in America is let everybody come to the country and let's kill everybody in the country.
Oh damn, that was interesting.
Facts.
Good point.
Actually, I don't think it's such a great
I
point.
knew I
Yeah,
was
I mean, you're waiting for me, aren't you? Yeah,
Tara,
look.
I was waiting for that.
Look, the number of I think abortion should be totally available, but I think it of course should be a last resort for many people, okay? And I think what was her name, Patria, had a great point. A lot of the people who are talking about this are what's called pro-birth but not pro-life, is how I'd put it. So you want kids to get born, but you don't want to do anything to take care of them or help the people whose circumstances are so bad that they simply do not want to have children because they cannot, because it will interfere with their life, with their finances. They can't do it. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about how we get more programs for people to help people as opposed to focusing on only on abortion law. Okay.
Exactly, especially when 1 out of every 7 children are hungry in our own country, in the United States of America. It makes no sense.
Surely
That
doesn't.
that proves we're not pro-life.
So Jerry, this is Kevin, and I just wanted to ask a question. So, how many abortions did we have like last year in the United States? Does anybody know that number?
Oh
Six
my
hundred
goodness.
thousand.
Six to seven
No.
hundred
I'm
thousand.
Yeah,
so
I think the number's under 700,000.
so here's the fact, right? Like a million people died from COVID, and they're jumping up and down and telling everybody that you got to have a vaccine, but there's 700,000 babies being aborted and nobody's jumping up and down and teaching birth control or handing out condoms or doing any of that stuff. I mean, what's the difference between those two? I mean, really.
Kevin, you're sort of not really a very, I don't think
Population
that's a very
control.
That's a
intelligent
good
point.
Population
question.
control.
Okay, so
Population
Ooh,
control.
first of
Tara,
all,
wait a
we
second,
do,
everybody.
we do,
How is
Wait,
that?
wait, wait, Tara,
How is
Tara,
that
one
not
second.
intelligent,
One second.
Tara?
well,
No,
I
no,
was
no.
going to say that, but I'm pulling it back a little. I'm just going to
Don't
say
pull out.
maybe,
Don't
I
pull
agree
out.
with
well,
Tara.
if
Tara,
Kevin would
you're
pull
not
out,
going
that
to get
might be a
pregnant.
good thing for
You're not going to
everybody.
get pregnant. Don't pull out. So, Tara, why were you
Yes.
going to call Kevin
Okay,
ignorant or
first
not
of
intelligent?
all, we do have programs on birth control, and many of you people on stage have criticized the fact that we have any sex
Did,
education
did,
in school. So
We
there is
listen
a
to
Tara,
sort of
people.
wait,
Tara,
let me
did
finish.
they spend $1
Kevin,
billion
Respect. Rest
Kevin,
dollars
break.
on
Rest
birth
Kevin,
break.
control?
Kevin,
Quiet,
can you
But
Kevin.
you
please
people,
let me finish? Kevin Shaw. Okay, just Shaw. Learn to listen. Okay. Number two, birth control fails. Okay, and I don't even understand how you could not know this. All right, about 9% of people on the pill get pregnant. About 15% of condoms don't work. And rhythm, if somebody on this stage was advocating rhythm, about 24% of the time does not work. So
What's
birth
rhythm?
control also rhythm would be if you try
Okay.
to time sex to the time of ovulation. So you have it
Okay.
outside the
Understood.
ovulation cycle. Okay. Thank you. All right. So, first of all, so it doesn't work a lot. Second of all, you are making a wild assumption about what the nature of a lot of abortions are. And I don't have these facts and figures. To be honest, no one does. But as many
So,
people have
so,
pointed out, wait, just let me finish. So, as many people have pointed out, a lot of things have to do with maternal health. They have to do with the baby. I mean, if you're going to have a Tay-Sachs baby who's basically going to be suffer horribly and tragically and die anyway, you probably do not want to bring that life, which is not a life really in my judgment, into this world, okay? So, and you don't understand anything about any of these factors. We don't have those statistics, but you're making an assumption that, 600 to 700 people are just being aborted because people want to, or they're getting pregnant because people want to. Bullshit. Thanks, is Tira.
You're on a good track. What percentage do you think
That's
that may
cap.
be?
That's tap. What does
I
tap
said
mean? Or did
cap.
you say cap? Oh, it sounded like he said tap. Bro, you got to work on your
Let's not say that
Hi,
pronunciation.
it's
hi,
cap. Just give
Jerry.
a
It's
What
percentage.
is
Melissa
cap?
again from Austin. Yeah, not
Can
to
anyone
mention
tell me
the
what
fact
cap
that we
is?
have Planned Parenthood, and they do a very outstanding job of providing sex education and ways to prevent pregnancy.
Sex education may be too late once you get to Planned Parenthood, miss. It may be too little too late.
Hi,
No, they do it
Jerry.
in the community to prevent the women for even getting to Planned Parenthood. Sorry, I'm so boring. Whoever's listening.
No, you're not born. It's just apparently it's not working too good or too well. Just like the education system isn't teaching 5-year-olds. Melissa, what do you think about them teaching 5-year-olds? What do you call that thing again, Tara? They
Hey,
teach
Jerry, let me jump in because if you look at the rate of abortions in the United States, when you go back to the 80s and everything else, they're like 1.5, 1.4, 1.3, 1.1, and it's down to 700,000. Okay, so when you just made that statement that Planned Parenthood and the education isn't working too well, that's not true. When you look at the abortion rate in the United
Thank
States,
you.
it's very low. It's at its lowest it's ever been. So how can you make that statement? Because the numbers, the data actually shows that it is working. So can you explain that?
And we have more options for contraceptive.
Exactly.
I
So
I have a three.
I just want I'm just curious because abortions is if you look at it, it's at an all time low. How is it not working? I'm just confused. Anyone?
I don't think that's a bad thing, though.
No, it's not a bad
1980,
thing. But when
1980
someone
was a
says
million
that, but
five.
no, but when we have someone that says that the education system isn't working, okay, educating people isn't working, and we see the data showing that it is working,
I think the
Hey,
because
hey,
education
John,
system
it
would be
could it
better if it
could
was
be
more
that people
private
are
instead of
that
having
some
state
women are
take so
making the
much
but
choice.
control.
one second, it's
We haven't
everything
seen any
education,
data. We just heard
all
you say that.
but the data is there.
John, it could be that women are choosing to more women are choosing to keep their baby, and that's a choice, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
support that too.
No.
Uh,
Actually, our population, Brian, it shrunk last year. The United States
well,
population
well,
shrunk.
I don't know that that means has any correlation with
That was Trump's fault,
Abortion.
by the way, Brian.
I do have a three letter of the alphabet solution for all this.
Is that my new BFF, Melissa?
That's right, Jerry.
Go ahead, Melissa.
And I wish that boys could have this as well as girls, but these are the three letters of the alphabet that would solve all of this.
Cash.
IUD.
Oh my goodness.
No.
I have
Oh
to
Well,
no,
disagree.
no,
once
no!
again,
You
I
well,
had a
can't.
whole
That leads
baby
to
once
girl
infections
again,
in
once
some
again,
cases. You cannot
once
match
again,
those.
the incidence of pelvic inflammatory
once
Thank
disease,
you,
again,
Brian.
the impetus of
hold on,
PID
No.
with an
It's
once,
not for
IUD is through the roof.
everyone,
no,
but it's a good
yeah,
solution for
but once
people
again,
that
hold
can
on,
accept it.
Melissa, you saying IUD, you're putting the onus back on the women. Okay,
Damn
first of all,
straight.
and you, what are you, and what else are you saying? You're saying it's mandatory because
No, 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 no,
IUD.
no, no. Nothing's
Okay,
ever mandatory. Everything's a
okay,
choice. But what I will share with you is this: if it were on the market for me to give my son an IUD, I would give him an
And
IUD.
Melissa, try
Okay. If
What?
I
talking your
How
had
are
a
son.
you going to give
daughter,
it to your
Melissa, try
son?
talking your
but
son into having a coil wrapped with copper shoved into the head of his dick. See how that works.
okay. But
yeah,
okay, but
but
I will
But
share
because
with
that's
you.
what an IUD is. See how that
yeah.
Okay,
works.
well,
Eh, but
right, well,
you know, Melissa, I'm gonna tell you why you're out of touch. Because you said you would have your son do it and you would have someone
no,
else
no,
do it.
no, no.
That's not your call. That's not your call. That's their
No, it's
call.
not my call. I said it's an option.
But you said if I
I
had a
can
son, I would have
only
my son do it. You just said that. That's not
no,
your
no, no.
call.
Listen,
She
yes,
did.
that's right. But I will share this with you respectfully. My son is still a virgin, and we talk about sex
Wait,
all the time.
how you know he's still a virgin?
That's just
I know
crazy.
you're
Wait,
laughing. I know
Melissa.
you're.
Allegedly,
I know you're
allegedly.
No,
laughing.
Melissa. I'm not. This is your friend Jerry. I'm not laughing. Let
No,
me ask
I
you a question.
know.
Where's your son right now?
He's on the golf course.
Okay. Are you right next to him, staring at him while he's in the golf course?
No.
How do you know he's not on that little golf cart right now? He just beating it up right now.
I know. Hey, listen.
Exactly. You don't know if that boy's a
No,
virgin.
Right, right,
you're right,
right.
Jerry. Hey, listen, it's all about communication with our kids. But listen, if there's an option out there, okay, and I'm just saying it's an option. I know that I had and this is personal and I'm just going to share it with the world.
Go ahead.
I had an IUD 10 years ago, and not that I'm even sexually active because I haven't been for years, okay? But I'm
Too much
just saying.
information, Melissa.
Well, but listen, we're just being honest and we're just sharing with each other. I'm saying it's an alternative that for those that um can take that
And
as
who's
a
gonna
measure
pay
for
for
birth
it?
control.
But
I'm sorry?
but you presented that
Who,
The
alternative
women are gonna
so
pay for
badly,
it.
and it was for
who's
everybody.
gonna pay
Well,
for
I
it?
know, but listen,
The
I
women.
know, but
Jerry.
ladies, I know,
Barbaric.
but ladies, there's
Yeah, yeah.
nothing for the alternative for men, right?
There
But
is though.
I'm
There is an
just,
alternative for men.
it's abstinence,
No,
right?
it's to put on a
So,
condom. It's to know who you're
No,
laying
It's
with.
an
I got an
oh,
income.
okay,
alternative. I
condom.
got an alternative. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it and talking shit. I'm gonna tell y'all later.
Jerry,
But
do it
Okay,
now.
I mean,
Nasty.
yeah, you're right. I mean, there's other alternatives, but I see everyone's point for sure. But I think communication is a big key with our kids too, and just to keep
Melissa,
the
can I
lines of
ask you
communication
something?
open.
This is April.
Yes, ma'am.
I have sons.
Melissa on her debut, she just came in hot.
Look, I need to ask her a question because I have sons. Have you taught your son that he is responsible for his reproductive health and his reproduction in the world?
Yes, I told him that he is the one that holds the key. He is the one that's responsible, not the girl.
Yay,
That's
mama.
not
I'm down
true.
with you,
That's not.
Melissa.
And
Oh,
and
come
Because
listen,
on.
I will share this with
I'm a
you. Can I
victim of
okay,
sex.
listen, since we're being so transparent and my life is on the table right now, let me tell you about a conversation I had with my Alex. Okay, his name is Alex Jordan. And we talk about sex. We bring up that topic and he's been dating a girl and I think this is the first love of his life and I said, "Alex, and he's a virgin." I said, "Would you waste 30 seconds, because that's about how long it's going to take you when you have sex for the first time? Would you throw away
That's
five
wild.
months? Would you throw away 5 months of what you've built with Ari over 30 seconds of pleasure? Because I promise you, when you have sex with her for the first time, she's going to turn crazy, or you are, and you're going to destroy it." And he looked at me and he goes, "I would never want to trade 30 seconds for 5 months." And that's how I talk to him. It's not telling them, it's not telling him it's wrong or right. I'm just trying to plant that information and those seeds in him to know that there are consequences for having sex early and too soon and not waiting. And so I'm
Melissa,
just sharing.
Melissa, God bless you, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm glad as fuck you're not my goddamn mom because you're hella. Well, I'm serious. You're helicopter as hell, okay, and you're too intrusive.
No,
So,
I'm not. I
yeah, you
honestly,
are. Yeah,
he's
you
the
are. You're too intrusive. You sound like you're very intrusive.
no.
So I
He's
just
the CEO of his life, his sports, and his school. We just have conversation, and he asked me my opinion. So I know how you seem that it's intrusive because it seems like, but we're so open with our communication. Maybe that's it. Because our
Yeah.
communication is so raw, it is foreign to other people. And
yeah,
I just want you to
but I just want
know.
to let you know, whoever he fucking marries is in for a shit show because you're gonna be around. And I'll be
I
honest
think
with you.
you're an amazing mom.
You
You're
know,
doing
Yeah, no, no, no,
I
no.
don't I don't
Listen, I
care.
respect Alex.
I think
Nah, she's
whoever he
overstepping
marries is
boundaries.
in for a shit show
No,
because
no, no, no. Listen,
you're too involved and you're
no, no,
not gonna
no.
give it up.
That's not true. You're
No,
doing a
listen.
Melissa,
perfect
Wait.
you
job.
told your son that if he has sex, his girlfriend's going to hate him?
Yeah,
No, no,
Is
no,
that
basically.
no,
what you
no.
said?
That's
No, no,
not what
no.
he was
Uh,
No, I
doing.
didn't say.
Names on here.
Mo-
No, no, no. I didn't
She
say
kept it real
hate.
with me. It may not
I
like
didn't
it.
Wait
say.
one second, everybody. Everybody, one second. Tara just asked her a question and she's trying to answer it, and it's hard
Yeah.
for her to answer it. Five people keep ad libbing. Go ahead and answer it, Melissa.
Yeah, Yeah, hey, respectfully to all, okay? I didn't say she's going to hate him. I said, listen, when teenagers have sex, they could go, one could go crazy and there, or the other one could. It could be either my son or her that they would just turn on a dime and it would change everything about the essence of the relationship they have. I didn't say hate. I said that it could obviously
But you know one thing, Melissa,
alter.
Melissa, I got to say something to you. It's kind of a different world right now. So a lot of things have changed, and everything's not an absolute. It could actually unite them and bring them closer, and they could get along a lot better. I mean, it might be so enjoyable that he'd be like, "Mom, this was better than golf." So Melissa, don't block. Don't let him be. Let him be him. I
No,
mean,
I,
no.
I
Listen, sometimes you gotta let that bird out the cage. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the bird is in the cage, but I'm just saying like, you're not gonna be able to protect everything. And if you think for one moment that you guys communicate about everything because you're the mom, I can assure you, there's a lot of conversations that he's not gonna have with mommy that he's
Hey
having.
well,
Jerry,
I know, but
Jerry, you know what,
listen,
For
Jerry, you know what,
real.
Jerry? She's gonna make one fucking horrible mother-in-law for any fun he fucking that
Why
guy
are you
fucking married.
oh
saying
no,
She
hey,
that?
make yeah,
respectfully,
yeah,
hey,
she, yeah,
Facts.
you
respectfully,
are. You're gonna make
hey,
one
Facts.
Is
horrible
respectfully,
fucking
Melissa married?
mother-in-law.
Melissa,
Is
okay,
I'm
can
going to
Melissa
I
go to
married?
bat
respond?
for you.
Can I respond? Hey, listen, respectfully to whoever just spoke. I mean, I respect your opinion, but I will share with you this. I am not that kind of mom. He comes to, I've had to be the mom and the dad for his 17 years, my friends. Okay. He comes to me and he uses me as a soundboard. I do not insert myself.
Good
Every
job.
decision my
Keep it up.
son has made about his golf, about his school, about his girlfriend, about everything, it's all been him. I've never made one decision for him. And I think that's the beauty. And I stand behind that. And you know what? I know that my son, whoever he marries, she's worthy of him because he chose her. And I honor and respect that. And I would never be
She
that kind of
she
mom.
she's worthy of him, and or they're worthy of each other,
Oh,
And
Melissa.
worthy of each other. He's
so
worthy of
Melissa,
her.
No,
Melissa.
no, one second, one
absolutely
second,
I
amazing.
one
told you,
second.
Thank you
Jerry,
so
you
I
hear
much
the
know,
for
I
man.
know,
sharing.
I know. 1 second, everybody. 1 second. Okay, 1 second, bro. I'm gonna tell you what I think, Melissa. I think you're saying things and you're just getting it out really, really quick. Sometimes you could be on a stage like this, right? And you're getting something out really, really quick. Then you get judged on one of the statements that you said previously. But if you'd have had like 20 or 30 minutes or an hour to really talk to somebody, they can really hear what's in your head. But I know what
Yeah.
I know what Jonathan is saying also,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm saying to you, be careful that you don't think you're not influencing your son, because there's a thing called nudge marketing. You could be nudging them just a little bit with your opinion, your values, and your beliefs. So be careful that you're not doing that, because sometimes they what's that word when they go against it? What's that word?
Rebellion,
Yeah.
rebel.
Yeah,
Called
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Rebel.
Hey, Jerry,
yes.
I totally respect that
How
100%.
old is it?
Wait, 1 second. So all I'm saying is this: like when you see your son again, just have in your mind that Jerry said you have a conversation with him, but you don't know all the little details like you think you do. You don't know what that boy doing on the side of that golf court or whatever. And I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he is. I was a virgin probably till is that too much information? I was a virgin at your son's age. So at 17, I was a virgin.
Okay,
I was a virgin.
Jerry, I got to
That's
jump in, dude.
perfect.
And
That is
Melissa, you don't
perfect.
have to defend it. This is a room that's full of judgment and full of parents and then non-parents who are judging. So let me just be clear to everybody who's all up on Melissa right now, like Jonathan and Jerry. Look,
Wait,
you're a
wait, wait,
mother
wait, wait,
first. I
wait,
looked
wait,
at your
wait, wait,
bio and I'm a
wait, wait.
father first. And guess
Some
what?
Wait,
judges.
wait,
How
wait,
we
wait, wait,
parent is
wait.
how we
Storm,
parent.
storm,
And
storm,
frankly, hang on,
storm.
Jerry, hang on.
No, no,
I
you
was
hang
going
on,
to
bro.
say
No,
this.
no, storm, storm. I'm not Melissa. Do you feel I'm on you, Melissa, or giving you some usable?
Hang on, though.
But you
Hang
said
on.
I'm not on her. I'm saying you can say Jonathan, but don't say I am, because I am
Okay,
far
okay.
from on
I'll
Melissa.
just say Jonathan. I will
Yeah,
just say this
thanks
though.
for the
I would
the
much rather have
camaraderie,
a
Jerry.
mother that was more up in my business rather than someone who wasn't. And my mom did talk to me about this stuff. And everything that Melissa is saying, I actually turned out decent. Did I make some mistakes? Yes. But I'm much better off because she actually did talk to me about it instead of shove it under the rug like
Look,
most people
storm,
would do.
storm,
And half
storm.
the parents, hang on, Jerry, buddy, hang on. I haven't talked all night, dude.
But if
Half
you're
the
gonna
parents
remix
shove it under
something,
the
but
rug.
storm,
And
you
what
you
ends
you
up
you
happening is they end up never getting talked about. And then they go make that mistake. And you can't go back in time to go fix it. So
okay,
I
but
would
storm,
just
I
say
got you,
this
I got you, bro. But let me
kudos
say
to
this.
you, Melissa, and
Good point,
Wait,
congrats.
wait,
Storm.
no, good point, but he's not on the right track, and I'm gonna tell you why. Nobody, I don't think Jonathan. I know, matter of fact, I know he didn't, and neither did I say do not have a conversation with your child. So Storm, I don't know why you unmuted. You said you haven't spoke all night, but you unmuted to make a false statement that we said not to speak to your child. I am saying as a mother in this day and age, the way society is, or period, don't think your son is having the exact detailed conversations with you. It could be a lot different than he's having with other people. That's all I'm saying. That's
I
Yeah,
all I'm
that's
heard
saying.
you.
assumption.
I heard you. No, I'll
Yeah,
just
no,
say
no,
this.
but
I
no, but
think where
Storm,
we're
Storm, you
really getting
heard
off
me.
track,
But no,
where
but
we're getting
listen,
off track
listen.
with me
But when you
is
no, no,
when
wait,
people
wait,
say, "Well,
Storm, Storm, I
you're
didn't
going to be
land.
a horrible mother-in-law." That's when I get pissed off. And maybe I'm getting all up in my emotions and feelings, but to say somebody like that, even if it's joking, it's definitely crossing the line and it's the wrong thing to do. You cannot call somebody a potential horrible mother-in-law because she cares. And I think that's where it got me because I have been called a bad dad before. And to me,
Hey,
that's
Storm,
like
I
one
really
of the
don't
things. And by
care.
the way, she's taking me like a
I really,
champ.
Storm,
But
I
I'm
really
going to
don't
come to the
care.
defense of anybody who actually gets, who
But
crosses that line. So it was a line
yeah,
He can
crossed for
say
me.
that.
I rest.
Storm. Okay, once again, Storm. I really don't care. First and foremost, when you get up and say that I said you should have a conversation, that's some shit you put in your goddamn head. Okay, I never said that. And I stand by what I said because guess what? She is too fucking helicopter over a fucking kid. You can be a great fucking parent and give them the fucking
So
freedom and
what,
liberty and
Jonathan? Let her.
develop and do that. Wait, Storm, meet your mic, bro. To become who they need to become. All right, and I'm a proponent of that. So, and here she is. Oh, I'm doing this. He's a virgin. He's this, he's that. She's putting all his goddamn business, including his goddamn name, up here on the stage. And it'd be easiest, because he's playing golf, it's easy for us to fucking Google him and see if he's ranked and see who the fuck she's talking about. Okay? So she's so overbearing and so loving that she's fucking danger to him. That's all I was fucking saying. And if anyone marries him, okay, she's gonna be overbearing and she's gonna be all in their goddamn business, telling them what to do, not him and them what to do. And it would be a fucking nightmare. And I don't give a fuck how you get up here and try to huff and puff and I was meet your mic. I haven't spoken all day. My facts still remain facts and it still stands. I
All right,
yield.
King Jonathan. All right, King Jonathan. Keep talking to people on how they need to
Well, he
parent their
made
kids.
sense.
That's the wrong thing to do.
Facts, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan. Respectfully, um, I'm confident in the relationship that I have with my son and the choices that he makes because they're his choices. Um, I'm not that kind of mom, and if I portrayed that, that's not the portrayal that I want to give. I just want to champion parents to have full communication and not to be overbearing. And I know that you think I am. I'm not. Alex makes his own choices. And I'm just saying the more we talk to our children and our young adults and our future adults, right? We're trying to raise adults here and responsible adults. So, you know, I, I I kindly disagree with what you said as to how it came across because it's not who I am. But I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just trying to share with everyone, if you have children, if you have young teens, if you have young adults, have those conversations. Even if you know you're not getting 100% of the details, just, stay in communication. That's
Melissa,
all.
let me just say this to you, okay? I have no doubt that you love your kid and your son, and I think you are being the best mother that you can, and I know that you feel like you're doing what's right, and I would never criticize someone for loving their child. I was just saying, based on the things that you said, that your love appears to be a bit overbearing. So when Almighty Storm came storming off the fucking mic and said some other shit, okay, he was listening to respond. All right. So don't let that paint the narrative, because I do feel that from what you have said, that you are a bit overbearing and a bit too involved. But that's your decision. That's your business. But I put it out there because maybe when you go to sleep tonight or next week in your head, you're like, that fucking asshole called me overbearing, and it may trigger something in you, and like, I'm not overbearing, and you try to prove to yourself that you're not overbearing, and give him a better life. That's
No,
all, and have a better relationship with his eventual partner. That's all I was saying. The remix
yeah.
that Storm got up here and brought to bear because he was called a bad parent. Yo, Storm, that's your motherfucking cross to bear. I was never called a bad parent,
Hey,
so
and
that's your cross to
Jonathan,
bear.
And Jonathan, with what you said tonight, you know what? Maybe I need to do a gut check with Alex tonight. Does he feel that I'm too overbearing? Because I don't want to be that person, right?
No, you don't, because
I just
Storm said
want
you
to.
don't need to do it. Don't do it because Storm said you don't need that.
Well, no, as parents, what we want to be is that bumper in the bowling alley, right? Where you have the bumpers up on each side. You just want to give them guidance. And we go to church every Sunday. My brother's a minister. Um, you know, our faith is very big. And all you can do is prepare them for life. And I feel like that's what I'm doing. And sometimes, Jonathan, just like you called me out tonight, you felt it was overbearing. Hey, maybe I need to do a heart check with Alex tonight and say, hey, listen, do you think I'm too involved? And
Or maybe Melissa, you just keep doing what you're doing because Jonathan's overbearing.
Yeah,
Melissa,
right.
Melissa, hold on. One
Facts.
second. Because
Hey,
it's not time for
Jonathan, I
humor.
got
Melissa, what I will say to you is, I love you for saying what you just said, okay? And maybe I was wrong. I love you for saying what you just said, that you're willing to go and reassess, and get it from him. And that's it. And that's what these conversations are meant for, but more or less, people say, no, I got to choose her side. I got to get on her side instead of trying to figure out, hey, you know what? Maybe there is something here for everyone to walk away a better person or a better parent or better whatever because we had the conversation. This is not about sides always. And unfortunately, it was made about sides just then. And I yelled.
Right,
yeah,
right, right.
thank you, Jonathan.
No,
hey,
thank you.
Jonathan, I got a
This was a
question
rich
for you.
conversation.
Norm, I got
This was a rich conversation.
hold on.
I loved it.
I got a question for
Absolutely.
you, Jonathan. You've had so many jabs. Now, if you were able, it's Norm. Okay, I'm gonna stir this up a little bit, and you can tell me to fuck off, and I don't
Oh
care.
my goodness. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Here we go.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead, Storm.
Let me
Go ahead,
finish.
Norman.
If Jonathan could get pregnant because he's had so many jabs, okay, listen to this. Who would you name the baby after? What would you call it?
Oh my
I don't even know
goodness.
what you're saying. I mean, the
Oh my
birthday
God.
boy, can you rephrase the question to make it easy for me to
Oh,
understand? I'm
it's
having
really
a
easy,
hard.
Storm. The birthday. Say Jonathan talk about it before you say Meg. Let's see if they can ever get pregnant. So Jonathan could be the first test pilot because he's had so many jabs of the COVID.
Oh Lord.
What would
This
you name
guy's drunk.
it? Come
Okay,
on.
okay, okay, Norman. We get it. If Jonathan could get, you want to know what he named his baby? Is that what you
Yeah, what
said?
would you call it, Jonathan?
Oh my goodness.
You
Ask
It's
know,
not even
Norman,
funny,
Norman,
bro.
Norman, something, be honest with you, a little punk like you, man, if you ever go to prison, you'll definitely get a jab. And it's probably not the jab.
Oh,
It probably won't be the jab you're expecting.
That
I
part.
just have fun with you, bro. That's all.
Thank you, Norman. Once again, you unmute your mic and you let the Norman come out of you. Thank you, Mr.
I
Norman. We
got.
appreciate you. Or excuse me, sir.
Can I add to what Jonathan just, said? This is Freddie. I just want to add
Can
something
you?
real fast. Yeah, I just want to add something quick. Yeah, I want to say this is a very fruitful conversation. And Melissa, I do want to tag on and say you are a great parent just for the simple fact that you are engaged in your child's life. A lot of parents are not engaged in their child's life. But it's a couple things that you said was very alarming. And I do like the fact that you're going to sit down tonight and actually do some, introspection on yourself. But when you said that you planted a seed in your child's head that sex can drive him or his significant other crazy, that's an alarming statement. Like coming from a place of influence as his mother, that can change his view towards sex. And like Jerry said, it could be a blissful situation. It could turn out positive. So just kind of be careful the seeds that you plant in your child's head because they can take that literally. And I love.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that so much. And like I said, this conversation with all of you tonight is just good feedback, right? As one parent to another. And I will do the self check, the heart check tonight, just to make sure that that
You,
is not
you,
something that would be
you,
detrimental.
Melissa, let me say something to you, okay? You can do a self check, you can do a self appraisal, all that stuff, right? You appraise a house, but don't come to some app, okay? Just because some people are saying whatever they're saying to you, don't take that like that's the given, okay? Like you just
Right.
just keep that in mind. Don't come to some app and because 2, 3, 4, 5 people are saying it's like you got to go change up what you're doing. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. But nothing's the matter with doing a self assessment, like a self appraisal. How can I improve with this and that? but we're not living your life. This is a quick little conversation. You might be the best freaking mother on this damn planet for all we know.
And
Right, right. I'm just offering
I
an
am a
opinion.
great
That's it.
mom. I really do. I am a great mom. But you know what? It's good to do a heart check
That's
and
why I
just
just said
get that validation.
that's why I just said self appraisal
Yeah.
and see where you can improve. But I'm
There you
just
go.
yeah. But
I'm
thank
not
you.
going to change who I am, and I appreciate that, Jerry.
Yes. But you should always change. You should every day you should try to focus on getting better. Every day you
Yep.
try to get better. So you are changing. You should
Yep.
be changing. Melissa, if I haven't told you already, thank you, Melissa. Um,
Love you,
so,
Melissa.
bro, who said they did you say you love her?
Look at
Yeah,
you.
He
get this,
He wants
get
to be
this,
her husband.
get this trying to build her up, man. So
trying to build her up. I don't think she needs building up. She's an amazing. I love the way she's speaking.
absolutely.
Okay, everybody. Okay, look, this is what I'm gonna do. Wait, let me see something. Let me just see something. 1 second. Let me just check something really quick. Let me look right here, right here, right here, right. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something different for a second. Uh, Jonathan, look at your phone. I'm gonna do something different for a second. Is there anybody on this stage that has something that's going on? It could be in the headlines. It could be just whatever. Something they want to touch on real quick. Anybody in the room? Anybody? Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello.
Somebody get
What do you
Freddie
think
Roosevelt in
about?
here. Sorry.
Hello,
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah,
hello.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny. I got a question, ladies. I
No,
want
no,
to.
no, 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 not you. No, Freddie. No, no. No, no.
Yeah,
1 second.
Freddie.
No,
Give it to Freddie.
I said get
Is
Freddie,
Captain Samuel
bro.
dead?
I said no, bro. I said get Freddie Roosevelt in here so I can hear him say hello.
You
That's Freddie Roosevelt. That's somebody completely different.
Wrong,
But I
Freddie.
appreciate you. You're wrong, Freddie, brother.
got it.
But I appreciate you either way, though. I appreciate you.
All good.
Is there anything? I'm looking for a non-moderator. So if you got a green badge, thank you. Meet your mic. I'm looking for a non-moderator because my goal is to get as many newbies involved. Masila, Miss Linares, Masila, I don't know how to pronounce your name. You want to jump in? Let's see who we got.
Hey Jerry, it's Elle. Can I jump in?
What's up, Al? Al is in the building. Live your
Hey.
life. Work in the occupational safety and health
Oh
and
my God. That's
whatever.
my bio.
So what do you do? What do you do? Tell them what you do. Let's give you a shout out. Everybody, L
Oh,
has 194 followers.
oh my God.
Let's show some Clubhouse come to debate the news love and get her follows up. Can
Oh
y'all
my
help?
God.
Can y'all help get her follows up?
Oh,
Can y'all
thank you
help?
so much,
L,
Jerry. I
I got a
appreciate
question
it.
for you. I got a
Mm-hmm.
question for you. Can I have a
Mm-hmm.
quick conversation with you?
Sure.
Can I get personal for a second?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh my
L,
God.
every time you come to my room, L,
I cannot.
I've been noticing that you come on my stage and you squat. Next time you do that, I'm gonna kick you
I
the
can't.
fuck out of my room.
That's
Ooh.
fine.
So let's get it on, miss. Okay. Go ahead, L. I just had to do that.
No, that's okay. I don't know if you guys have discussed this yet. And I'm sorry, I don't jump in all the time because I have an 8-month-old baby and he's crying sometimes, so I mute out. But the first openly gay and black press secretary, have you guys talked about that?
Huh?
Yeah, I
White
was
House press
looking.
secretary.
Yeah, it was transferred over to a first black and openly gay female. Anyways, I
Okay.
just wanted to
So
throw that out
listen,
there.
L.
I think that's
L.
pretty
Let me
big.
say this, L. Do I have
Hmm.
your permission to give you a tip? Do I have your permission?
Sure.
I'm gonna give you a tip.
What's up?
How about you kind of elaborate it in a little bit? Go into it a little bit because you gave some facts, but remember this, never forget this. Facts tells, but story sells. So sell us with a story. Tell us a story. Tell us a story about what that means and what's going on, and then we'll address it. Go ahead, Al.
So yeah, Jen Psaki, I think is her last name. She stepped down as press secretary, and Karine Jean-Pierre has been nominated, and she is the first Black female and openly gay press secretary. I just wanted to throw that out. I don't know if you guys have discussed that, but I think that's fairly big. I think for the Black community and for the gay community as well.
Okay. So what should we do with that? What do you want the stage to do? Like, what should they ask a question, answer a question?
Just praise it and accept it, and Just an
Pray.
observation. I think
Why should we praise that? Because what?
I think it's a big deal. I think it's a big deal having a first female black lady as a press secretary. We don't see that. Like the
Oh, I'm
spokesperson for the
sorry. I'm so
president.
L. I thought you said something totally different. Oh my goodness.
What?
Say that one more time. Say. I thought you said something different. Praise that she's the first black what? Say it again.
Female press
Okay.
secretary.
Okay. I thought you
Yeah.
said something totally different. Okay. Yeah. Let's praise that everybody. Whoop whoop
Jerry,
whoop
Jerry,
whoop whoop whoop. Somebody said Jerry. Oh. Sound like you about to come for me. And one of my peoples in the back channel said Jerry used to light people up.
no,
Don't have me light you up. Don't
Jerry,
have me light you
you
up.
can light me up, but I gotta say something about the last conversation we was having. This is Kim. I never agree with Jonathan, but I have to agree with what he said um, regarding talking to your sons or whatever, because I definitely am a pain in my son's ass. And I think it's because of the overbearing.
Jonathan, you crazy? Go ahead, Kim. No,
Jonathan,
it's an
no, I
uh,
love you,
under
Jonathan,
joke.
but I can't ever agree with you. But tonight I'm agreeing with you because, definitely, we can, as single mothers, sometimes do too much. And I just wanted to say that I'm thinking about what everybody was saying, and I definitely agree with Jonathan.
Can you elaborate on exactly? Well, no. Let me say this in a different way. Can you give us an example of what you agree with that Jonathan said?
Well, sometimes well, I don't, was it Jonathan? You know what? Let me step back because y'all got me nervous now. I'm
Take
gonna
a deep
come back.
breath. Take
No,
a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. When you get nervous, just go do this. Go.
Hey, Kim, first and foremost, Kim, I appreciate you coming up to the stage and saying that. Listen, my thing is this right here. When it comes to children, and I guess any group that needs that's vulnerable, I'm gonna always try to be a voice for them. And I wasn't, and parents as well, single parents. And I wasn't trying to take the Melissa down. But I was just sometimes people just don't see it. I don't see certain things. I had something happen to me today that floored me. But sometimes we just don't see it, and we need others to say it and that may not be the case, but at least it was heard. That's all I was at. That's all I was saying.
absolutely. And Jerry, that's it.
I
I'm gonna
appreciate
get
you.
better, Jerry. I'm gonna get better. Every time I talk, I'm gonna say a little more until I get to be.
All
I'm
you
gonna be
got to do,
great.
no, you're gonna do amazing. Matter of fact, where are you at right now? Just so you said that, even if it's just for a minute, where's she at? Where? Oh,
I'm with
Kim,
Kim.
Kim, hold on
Kim.
tight because you're gonna get feel a little jolt. You're gonna feel a little jolt. Are you ready? You're gonna
Yeah.
feel a little jolt. I just gave you a little green
Oh
badge.
my God,
I
I
just
never
embedded.
had one of those before.
Okay,
Okay.
well, you know what? You can debate the news. Remember, all you got to do is just take a deep breath when you get nervous, okay? So
Yes.
so let's do this. So can you ask anybody else if they want to jump in? So just moderate for a quick 30 seconds. Just
Sure.
speak. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me see. What's that pretty lady's name that you was just talking to? Elle. Let's go back to what she was saying. Let's go.
L, you said pretty lady. Where's L at? Are you kind of like, what do you
No,
mean? Wait, hold on a second.
she
Let
just pretty.
no, let's talk about it for a second. Hold on a second.
Stop
No,
it,
wait,
Jerry.
wait, wait, wait,
Stop.
wait,
Oh my
wait.
God.
Yeah.
Listen. If we're gonna have a conversation, all we're doing is
Wait.
just no. Okay, listen. You just said she's a pretty lady. All I want to do.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead, no. You go ahead. So she's a pretty. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Elle.
So what makes her pretty to you? What
Her
makes her
her
pretty?
her picture is beautiful. Just like you know what?
Thank you, Steve.
You see, we know how to get along, Jerry. Okay, you can't do it to us.
I'm gonna open up the stage so you can have a conversation.
Oh my God.
I want to hear you say what you want from me. Say that.
What you want from me?
Hey, hey.
I can't sing,
Okay,
y'all. I'm
okay.
serious.
See, y'all gonna make me start acting like I'm in talking shit club, but y'all gonna get me in trouble. I gotta stay debate the news ish.
That's right. But Elle was saying something very
Y'all gonna make the real me come
interesting.
out.
She was saying something interesting, so I wanted to hear about the first. What was she? The first gay black?
First
Go
black
ahead.
and openly gay press secretary. I just wanted to acknowledge it. I mean, it's not really like, like debatable news, but I think anytime a person who's black or even gay, take a position that's high, I think that we should acknowledge it. That's all I want to say.
Awesome. Did what happened to
Okay,
Kevin Samuel? Sorry.
there you go. There you go. Look how good you moderating. So you gotta address. You gotta say it to the. Somebody got a hot mic. They gotta mute their mic. It's making noise. Ida, you gotta. Okay, Ida, you gotta mute your mic. I'm gonna have to drop you down. Okay. Damn, they zapped her real quick. You gotta say it to the stage. Okay, say it to the stage. What do you know? You
Okay,
know.
do anybody have any information on Kevin Samuels? Because they're saying that allegedly he passed away. I don't know.
Yeah, I have been hearing that
Cardiac
too.
arrest.
I have been hearing that as well. And I have a friend that I guess is one of his fraternity brothers, and they have an enclosed Facebook page. And so somebody reached out to one of the family members, and they say it's true, but it hasn't been confirmed across the board, all through social media. So who knows? I don't know, but I hate that if he is. So may he rest in peace if he is.
So I'm reading something, and it says that
one moment. Jerry and I looked into this, guys. And 1 second. But Jerry and I looked into this prior to going live. Everywhere we looked, we were unable to confirm it. Correct, Jerry?
Yes, yeah, we could not confirm it. So we don't know either way. We have no idea. But I tell you what we do know. I tell you what we do know. Okay, that Debate the News is a podcast. You a little hot, Jonathan, just a little hot. Debate the News is a podcast. So you can go to, once again, any of your favorite platforms, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, every last one of them. You guys can go there and you will be able to catch some of our incredible shows. I want you guys to go back, last Wednesday, the Wednesday before, we had Grant Cardone singing Let It Be. We had freaking what's our boy's name? John Ledger singing What a Wonderful World. Tira jumped off of her mic and she played the piano and it was so beautiful. And she sang. We had women in here, white women, I gotta say it, rappers delight, the whole doggone song, Mary. It was such a beautiful thing how we all just came together. So you guys can hear that, and you could hear it on debatethenews.com. You can go to, what do you call it? Thing on your, this Amazon, that other thing, Audible. We're everywhere. But I'm going to ask y'all to do me a solid. I'm going to ask everybody to go there. You know, one day, Jonathan, we're going to end early, and I'm going to just keep everybody in the room that will stay and literally open my phone or open the app and wait to see who actually goes and gives us a 5-star review. We got a few new moderators on the stage today. One is named Melissa. You are absolutely incredible. The other one name was Elsa. Absolutely incredible. So, and even you, the last one that was flirting with, the last one that was talking to the lady, you're
Kim.
incredible, Kim. Even for that brief moment,
Oh
that
God.
that's the type of things that we're due. You know, a lot of people like, oh, Jerry don't mod up a lot of people. I don't mod up a lot of people because y'all asses don't talk. And y'all come in stage squat because we got powerful rooms. Y'all just want to get seen. So I'm looking for people that's going to participate,
Well, you should give
that's going to
Sam his
earn it.
badge. I participate.
Hey, bro, do me a favor, though. Please, you'll never get a badge interrupting me when I'm landing. Ever.
I'm sorry,
Ever,
young
ever,
man.
ever.
I yield.
Thank you. I accept your apology. And tomorrow, I still won't mod you.
Yeah, maybe
But
next day.
either, yeah, maybe next time, my brother. But listen, the name of this song is called Thank You. And the reason why I play this song called Thank You is because I want to thank everybody for joining us to Debate the News. I am one of the hosts. My name is Jerry, last name Malcolm, along with Mr. Jonathan Bing and our brother Grant Cardone, who's also one of the sponsors. And we got a new sponsor who just announced it last week. Some of you guys got a T-Mobile phone. He's a former CEO of T-Mobile. His name is John Ledger. I want to thank Dr. Catherine. You're incredible, Dr. Catherine. I want to thank Tara. I want to thank Yvonne. I want to thank Clifton. I want to thank Yoshi, Elsa, Melissa, Kim. Sorry, I can't thank all of y'all. You know why? because if y'all not engaging, I'm not just gonna thank you. Sorry, not doing it. I'm looking for people that's gonna join in the conversation because without y'all, this would not be. Nope, I take that back. Without the people that don't have a green badge, this would not be a room. So shout out to everybody who do not have a green badge. Thank you. Because y'all made this the best daytime show. Y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot who started this. But listen, everybody, Jonathan and myself would like to thank y'all very much, and we love each and every one of y'all. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all follow Jonathan Bing. We did something amazing this morning. We went into, well, actually, Jonathan was so gracious to allow me to have a segment in the Mortgage Syndicate every Thursday. But Jonathan does that room 5 days a week, the Mortgage Syndicate. It starts at 6 a.m. Eastern time, and it goes all the way to 12 noon. Jonathan makes a commitment. He's there every single day. He gave me a Thursday spot. I got up at 5:45 this morning to do it. I told him I wasn't going to do it. I went to bed at 1 a.m., still got up and did his room because I told him I would do it. I made a commitment and I stuck with it. And Jonathan, you know, I appreciate, he even put my name in the title. Appreciate you for that, my brother. Make sure y'all go to Mortgage Syndicate. You will hear a different side of Jonathan Bing. And Jonathan and I have a big announcement coming up, and it's going to change the trajectory of many of your lives on this app. Many of you new entrepreneurs will be entrepreneurs. There's going to be some big announcements coming from Jonathan Bing and I. He didn't know I was going to say that, but oh well. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to land. Mr. Bing, did you want to say something before I land?
No, thank you. God bless.
Are you okay? Anything else you want to get off your chest? Because you know, is anything else you want to say to me? You want to challenge? You want to say something about the song I played?
Nah.
Anything you want to say?
It got a little spicy tonight, but that's what it's supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do. Good thing
hey,
that
hey, y'all, let me tell you something. This dude, Jonathan, shows me so much love that it's like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. He talks his little mess every now and then, but the love that he shows me is just absolutely amazing. I almost wish I didn't have to land right now, Jonathan, because I'm just feeling some energy in this room right now, especially with these newbies. I'm feeling some serious
you
energy
don't
from
have to
y'all.
land then, Jerry. Keep it open.
Thank you,
Oh
Jerry.
shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Let's start talking with shit clothes on.
Hey, you know what happens whenever I land? And sometimes I get off the app. It makes me think about how I'm lost without you, miss. And I can't help myself. That's why I really don't want to land. However, I'm going to be disciplined. Jonathan, I'm going to be disciplined, my brother. I'm going to go ahead and land because me, you and I got some business to take care of tonight anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and land, and we're going to be kind of cool with that. Make sure y'all go to the Mortgage Syndicate tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a 6-hour room, and it ends at 12 noon Eastern Time. So thank you, everybody. We appreciate y'all. I'm going to land this vessel. Love you all. See y'all tomorrow. Good night,
Salute,
everybody.
salute.
Good night.
Good night, y'all. Happy Cinco de
Good night,
Mayo.
everybody.
Good night,
Oh,
Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
wait.
Hold on, Jerry. They're saying it's official. I'm trying to find out whether it's not official, and I have not gotten. I'm tied in to all of these things. I still have not gotten anything saying it's official. So I don't want anyone to leave this room under the impression that it's official. So that's what they're saying in the back chat.
Wait, they're saying it's official?
That's what Mo said. And I asked him for a source and I didn't get any.
Hey
It's
Jerry,
on
it
my
hasn't hit the
Instagram.
main media yet. It has not hit the main media, man. So it's still pending, man. They're still gathering information. No, nothing official has dropped yet.
Okay, well, you know what, though? My Latin brothers and sisters, my Hispanic, my Mexican brothers and sisters everywhere, everybody that's in Mexico. I think, when was it that the Mexicans took over? Remember what happened years ago, Cinco de Mayo? When they battled the, come on, somebody help me out, Cinco de Mayo. They,
France.
come on, y'all. Tara, where you experts at?
Jerry, they don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo in Mexico.
They don't?
No, they don't.
1862.
Well,
Yes.
either way, just for the fact that it is Cinco de Mayo, how about this? Just because it is Cinco de Mayo. How about this? Viva la Mexico! Viva la Mexico! If you love Mexico, say yeah. If you love Mexico, say yeah. That's all y'all get, everybody, till we open up another room. That's all y'all get. Thank you, everybody. Love y'all all, and we'll see y'all same time tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we go from 3 to 6 and 6 to 9. Okay? Appreciate y'all. See y'all mañana. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jerry
You're
and
welcome.
Jonathan.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Jonathan.